New York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans. At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
I am amazed it lasted this long.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
Holy mother of God.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
There's no positives out of this thing, except for everybody's blood.
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
Oh, my God. Okay, no, this is getting really intense now.
It starts funny and then gets very uncomfortable.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
You couldn't have picked a fucking more self-destructive show.
Yeah, crazier the better, yeah.
What are you, 19?
I'm 19.
Delicious.
You made Springer uncomfortable. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Thank God this show's on radio.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement.
Hey, let's go fuck have a good time. What the fuck?
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
7 a.m. waking up in the morning.
Oh, yeah?
Gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs. Gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal. Seeing everything the
This
time
is
is
terrible.
going. Ticking on and on, everybody's rushing. Gotta get down to the bus stop. Gotta catch my bus. I see my friend.
My
This
friend.
is going great.
Front seat. Gotta make my mind up.
Kicking in the front of the back seat. I have no idea.
Hit it!
It's Friday. On Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
Getting down on Friday.
From-
Everybody's looking forward to
For me, I enjoy Jesse Slaughter better.
Jesse Slaughter. Who's Jesse Slaughter?
That's that crying.
Oh, yeah, the crying girl.
from yesterday.
That's
a lot
right.
more interesting to watch.
With the father.
As her father punches her in the face.
Holla! It's April Fool's, huh?
Holla. Yeah. How many of these have we done
Not many.
in our entire career?
Not many. Now they don't care, so they let us work on April Fool's.
Yeah. But I mean, whether it falls on a weekend or something else, or they don't let us work, that was a phase for a time. We haven't done many in the years that we've been doing the show.
Not many.
The
no.
show.
Now, there was a time we got a free day off on April Fool's.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, they were like, hey, take the day
Just
off.
take the day.
All right.
Doesn't count as sick days or vacation days. Just take the day.
I hear
We don't
ya.
want to deal with that crap.
No problem.
But see, what they don't understand is we knew we were never going to be able to top ourselves. So
Yeah.
we weren't going to bother again.
No, and that's true. It's like, what are we going to do? Another dumb fucking radio April Fool gag?
Are we making the articles today?
I don't know. Have you checked? Have you checked our news thing?
Well, I know yesterday we made another Shock Jock column.
Did we make a Shock Jock
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. But
a Shock Jock.
Worst Shock Jocks of all time or something.
God.
Boston.com had it.
How passe
And
is
even-
Shock Jock.
And even Boston doesn't really talk about the April Fool's prank anymore because we did the church thing.
Yeah.
So when they talk about shock jocks, they can only give you one shocking thing each shock jock did.
One shocking jocking thing?
Yeah, so they have to blow off the April Fool's Day prank where we said the mayor of Boston died, and
Yeah.
they just go with the church thing.
Yeah. Whatever.
But we made the list yesterday.
Yeah, that's nice
Again.
to know.
Thank you,
We made the
Boston.com.
list.
We're shock jocks.
We're officially in the Shock Jock Hall of Fame.
I don't think there's been anything shocking on radio. Let me think.
Please. When?
Even when we did the Homeless Charlie thing, that wasn't supposed to be
How
shocking.
shocking was that?
I don't think that was shocking.
I don't think it was either.
Howard hasn't done anything shocking in many years.
No shock jockery going on.
Imus, maybe.
When was the last shock
Imus
jockery?
Was that shock jockery?
When was the last-
I don't think Imus was shock jockery. Seriously, when was the last shock jock thing?
I don't know. I think it was.
You have to go with a mayor's prank like we did, the church stunt like we did. Mancow had a few shock jock things, even though I hate that douche. But he did when he stopped traffic on a bridge and stuff. That's the type of thing we're talking about. That over-the-top stunt that was shocking.
Very good, Danny.
We for a we?
We for a we. Remember they fucking
was that?
They had the chick hold in her piss until she died.
I only say that because then it was only up until that point where no one was really afraid to do crazy things. But now I think there's more fear involved at the upper levels that don't allow the shows to do these things.
Well, the we for a we really shut down a lot of radio bits.
That shut down everything.
I say that was more misfortune.
Misfortune. They didn't go into it with shock jockery in mind.
They went into it like this is a silly morning zoo type thing we're going to do.
Accidental shock jockery.
Yeah, I'm talking about where, where the radio
that is like manslaughter of shock jockery.
I understand how it turned out.
You want premeditated shock jockery.
Yes. Yeah, because sometimes things do happen.
Shock jockery in the first degree.
Like, you could do that bit another 100 times, no one's going to die.
Right.
It was unfortunate circumstances for that woman and everybody involved, and it sucks, and it was a horrible thing. But I'm talking about, you got to think old school Howard Stern, old school us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you got to put
shocking.
You got to put Mancow in that category.
So what was the last shocking
Bubba,
thing we did?
I think Bubba had some shocking stuff in his career.
Yeah, he was doing.
The only reason I bring this up because that stupid shock jock list on Boston.com, it bothered me because they're just so out of touch. They don't understand that radio has moved way past this, and guys like you and I and the rest of them, we're not shock jocks anymore.
Doing that anymore.
Did we come into work and try to figure out shocking things that got everyone talking? Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like calling somebody that's doing a stage show a vaudevillian.
Right.
It's done.
The last shocking thing I said, for us, it was Homeless Charlie, but that wasn't supposed to be shocking.
That was, again,
either.
An accidental shock jockery. What do you think? Was like the wiffle ball bat challenge?
No.
But that was shock jockery.
Nah.
Come on, taking a wiffle ball bat up a girl's pussy?
Nah.
That's trying to be shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. What else would you say if that ain't it?
What else? That's a Tuesday.
Well, I know, but
that was a Tuesday for us.
It was shock jockery. We're getting let me see, Slave Girl. Remember Slave Girl?
But Patrice was in here.
Yes.
And we should be able to replay that.
Nigga versus Nazi. When we try to see who could hail a cab first, Patrice O'Neill or me dressed in Nazi regalia.
So we were just going for shocking?
Well, it doesn't mean if your intent doesn't necessarily have to be like, hey, let's do something shocking. Well, but your whole thing that you do on the show contains shock jockery.
But the cab stunt was just funny and proving a point.
Yeah, but everything. I don't think we ever went into something going, let's do something shocking. Like it just turned out that way because that was the show we did.
See, Sex for Sam was shocking. Even if it didn't end up in a church, that was like shocking.
Right.
And we knew it was shocking, and we knew it would cause talk, and we knew it could possibly be picked up by the media.
Shooting a bottle rocket out of a woman's vagina?
That was just a fun day.
That was just fun?
That was just fun. Why would it be ready?
What about the cell phone up the vagina?
Fun.
What about throwing eggs from a vagina into a blind man holding an Easter basket?
That was just amazing. That anyone could do that.
Amazing.
That was just amazing. Are those all shock jock stuff?
I think that's all shock jockery.
Wow, all right.
I classify that as the shock jockery.
What about the guys putting their dicks in jars and getting stung by bees?
Shock jockery, okay, and that's more recent than the other stuff.
You think this place would allow us to release bees in the studio?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be... hi, guys. Yeah, we're dressing in bee suits so guys could stick their bare dick and balls into jars with hornets in them.
And they don't...
Yeah? Okay.
And this is the only thing I'll say today, I promise. And that's why they just don't understand. That's why we yell and scream, because we know what we've done.
We
know what we can still do and get away with. That's why we'll never get along with the guys down the hall.
They don't understand. They don't get it.
They don't understand how great it is to get a bunch of bee suits for you guys. I want Sans bee suits.
Sans.
What is it called? Beekeeper's outfits.
Yeah, outfit.
And that was the last time we had Tracy Morgan on the show.
Tracy.
I didn't know he was scared of bees.
Tracy Morgan.
Voyeur bust out. See, yeah.
Voyeur bust.
We went into the voyeur bust thing knowing it was going to be shocking, knowing that the press would probably pick it up, not knowing that people would get fired, to be honest with you. But,
no.
Not fired, arrested, which did happen on that one. No, I'm just trying. When I was reading that yesterday, I was just trying to think. And a lot of the examples they gave, if you could go to Boston.com, Danny, if you don't mind, most of the examples they give for the radio guys doing shocking things are.
It's not shocking.
Well, they have Imus up there. That was not supposed to be shocking.
What, the nappy?
That was a throwaway line that was supposed to get a couple laughs.
Yeah. That wasn't shock jockery. They can't even get it right.
They got Laura Schlussinger as the number one shock jock, I guess.
Oh, when she was dropping in bombs.
Yeah. But,
number one?
Yeah, but she was just speaking her mind. You know, I think
they didn't even get
I think
it
it was
right.
lame in general, but
You don't even get it right.
it's just I'm begging the media to stop at the shock jock thing. I guess that's what I'm getting at today.
Over. If you look at the internet, how shocking can we possibly be in an audio-based medium?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's.
Yeah, but they're way behind. The
They've
media will
been.
always be way behind.
They've always been,
especially
way
local
behind.
shit. Local media, especially local media websites, way behind. Way behind.
Oh yeah.
I really didn't. I can't think of the last shocking thing we actually did.
Yeah. It's baby diaper mustache.
Nah, that was a goof. That was just silly.
Yeah. So your
make you guys
criteria
laugh.
for shock jockery means we have to premeditate and think that it's going to get press. That's part of it.
Well, that's what shock jocks did, right?
To be shocking to get press. But what if it's shocking, but something happens and the press thing falls through the cracks? That's still shock jockery, even though no one picked up on it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like, I would even take into consideration you smashing the guy's cake.
That was
as shock
shocking?
jockery. I think it's not shocking.
That was just to make
but
you guys
it's considered
laugh.
shock jockery.
That was just to make you guys laugh.
Because you
one
wouldn't
day.
have done it if we were just walking down the street and not on the radio. You see that?
Wait, let me think about that.
I know. It kind of amazed me when I said it.
You know what?
That could be one of the criteria.
No, Ann knows me. I certainly wouldn't do that unless there was some kind of attention.
No,
with a microphone or a camera. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that question. I just know that the shock jock thing is long over.
It's over, Johnny.
I feel like the things we do, we're just trying to get a laugh and entertain the people.
Yeah, that's always been it, too.
I don't come in here anymore and think that we're shocking anyone.
I don't think we ever really went into it going, let's shock people. I don't think that was the first priority. I think it was, let's have fun and make people enjoy the show and stuff. And that kind of stuff is what people enjoyed.
Who's the slow poke on the phones today?
Oh, boy.
What? When's Troy going to wake up?
Troy Kwan?
I just need to know when Troy will be awake for
Troy
the show.
Kwan Do?
In here, all the lines are written out in full.
Oh, shit,
Then you know what? Then I apologize to Troy Kwan. Then we got a problem on our end.
Computer malfunction.
Yeah, nothing is written out over here, so I don't know
his
what.
whole screen is full.
All right,
I tried calling Mars. I don't know where Mars is.
Troy, I'm sorry. I apologize. It looked like from my angle that none of the phones were answered yet.
Well, he should have fixed it back there.
Right.
Whatever.
The people saying the baby bird.
Baby bird was shocking, but it was visual. I think the video. The audio was great.
Yeah, but I think people could fill in the blanks and go, "Holy crap, this is horrific."
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. This is just in?
What? What happened?
Well, it seems Mayor Menino kidding. Jesus.
People are coming up with their own, whatever.
Yeah. Is anyone doing April Fool's things today? Or is that a big thing? Are other shows doing it? I kind of want to know if people are still doing this.
I want to know what Nick Cannon's doing today for
Nick
April
Cannon's
Fool's.
got to be doing an April Fool's.
Because this guy is a terrific radio host. He's just amazing, setting the radio world on fire.
Is he going to put on an entertaining show and then at the end go, April Fools?
April Fools. I don't do it. I don't do this type of radio usually.
Back to the same dirt Monday.
I can tell you this much. The news is having fun with it, Ant.
Oh, boy.
The news is having fun.
Well,
with
Opie, they know how to have fun.
They sure do.
You can't spell fun
Did you
without
say fun,
news.
fun?
Fun.
0 for 2.
Kicking in the front seat.
0 for 2. It doesn't matter now. You missed it. Erod goes, sorry, we're working on the phone. Turn off the fucking music. That's not your problem. You got to run the board, let other people work the phones. Thank you.
It's fucking fried. Oh, is that it?
0 for 2.
0 for 2, motherfucker.
You would think after Friday's disaster, you would be ready to go. Ready to go with the Friday thing.
What happened?
Here's the local news, Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, they're all doing the same thing. It's a news montage.
This is great.
The weather is no. Anyone? Anyone?
The weather is no.
Anyone?
Joke?
Huh? Huh?
April Fool's joke.
Plus, it's April Fool's Day. The weather is no joke.
And it's no April Fool's joke. This morning, states to our east are dealing with up to a foot of snow.
People in the Northeast, they are getting more snow. It is not an April Fool's joke.
So the first day of April, a little bit of April Fool's up there in the Northeast, Veronica.
Oh, God. Why? Wow. That is really fucking...
Aren't they terrific? They're just terrific.
They know how to bring the funny.
They sure know how to tie everything together.
Oh, yeah.
Got a special day like April Fool's.
No April Fool's joke here.
And then
good for them. They're having some fun with it.
They're having fun.
Seriously. Fun.
Seriously, E-Rock. That's 0 for 3.
Swinging a miss.
You're kidding, right? Can I go to the left-hander today? Who could run the board today?
Oh, boy.
You know who's got nothing to do today? Who would probably love to run that goddamn board? Derek.
Derek's got nothing to do.
His
and
computer's fucked up. He can't do some project.
He could be behind the board today. He could be part of the show.
E-Rock, what was that? What was that excuse there? Because now you're 0 for 3.
Oh, that was no excuse. That was me just looking for something else. I wasn't paying attention.
I have to stress how easy that job is. I would kill for that job. I would do another. If I had that job, I would do another 20 years in radio. No problem. I would just sit there like a zombie.
You listen to the show.
All you have to do is listen for the cues.
You hear what they're talking about, and then you press a little button.
We all know we're doing the Friday thing again today because it worked kind of good last week.
So you have it readily available.
We want to squeeze another Friday thing out. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah. Damn.
We're going to bring in the left-hander.
Yeah?
Useless.
Let's go.
And then he gets mad at me and everybody else. You do it to yourself, E-Rock.
Oh, look, the fucking golf cart's coming out with the big hat on it.
Oh, wait, let's get Enter Sandman to come in.
Yeah.
Let's get the big closer.
The big closer. We're bringing in the closer after the fucking 15 minutes into the first inning.
Well, you see that. I mean, baseball season's here. Every once in a while, you get that shell-shocking in the first inning.
You got the guy that just, he gave up too many runs.
It's like, fuck, he gave up 8 runs. I know. We got to get him out of there.
You got to pull him out. He's going to get mad in the dugout, but the other guy's got to pat him on the back and just,
See, that's why I can't be the manager. I would keep the guy in because I think the fans would enjoy it.
Just watching him self-destruct completely?
Yes.
So why aren't you keeping E-Rock in?
No, let's keep him in. The easiest cue in radio, when we say fun, you hit the fucking thing, and then we do a little something. 0 for 4, by the way.
That would have been that would have been funny if, as you're explaining it,
he would have
you
popped
said
it on.
the word and he popped it on as a goof. It would have been very...
But that takes thinking.
God. Yeah. He's so flustered right now as to what to do.
It doesn't matter anymore. You ruined the bit.
Oh.
You just ruined it.
The bit's ruined.
You
ruined it.
Anthony, news is really having a lot of fun with this April Fool's thing.
No way.
Oh, yeah, man. We go around the country today.
Around the country? Not just in our area?
Hey, we did the montage locally. They're all doing an April Fool's weather thing.
Yeah.
Even though the snow, they got the Huddy guy up north, and he's trying to make something out of the snow that they're getting up north. It's flurries behind him, and it's not a flake has hit the ground and stayed there.
No.
And he's still reporting from there. Wouldn't you, as the news director, go, "Hey, Huddy, come back to the studio,
Turn
you
around.
dummy.
Turn around. Come back.
Go to the Bronx Zoo and see if you could do one last story on the missing cobra, even though they found it."
When the reporter gets out of range of the signal so people can even watch the channel, it's time to turn around.
It certainly is.
They're watching news from Buffalo.
It certainly is. Yeah. Fox 95 in Indianapolis reads a hilarious story from a viewer.
Hilarious. So now that means
they're all doing April Fools.
Very funny.
It is Friday. Very good to you. This morning we're at...
Wait, they could do Friday, but we can't do Friday? I thought that was E-Rock finally.
That was me.
Oh, shit. I thought they were playing it and talking over it.
He said it, so I hit it, and then you hit it at the same time. So, 0 for 5.
This is such a clusterfuck.
It's the easiest bit, though. Why? Were you ready for the Friday thing today? Or you forgot?
No, I had it here in the car.
You forgot, though, right?
Yeah. It is Friday. Very good to you. This morning we're asking some of the best pranks you've ever pulled or been a victim of. I think we've all got some stories to tell. We got this one from Lindsay last night who says, I just woke up my son and told him he was late for school. Ever been in that situation before? He rushed around his room and got ready. Then when he came down to the living room for breakfast, we yelled, April Fools. She said she loved it.
That's a riot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Why is that a riot?
It's a riot because it was an April Fool's joke. It completely lacked riotness. That was lack of rioting.
They got to keep it safe, though, you know?
Yeah.
These April Fool's jokes got to be
safe.
NBC plays a great trick on the audience. You ready for this one?
Please.
While New York's missing cobra has been found, its digital identity is still a mystery. As the city searched for the missing reptile, and nearly 200,000 Twitter users were captivated by a tweeting Egyptian cobra out on the town. But now that thousands on Facebook are clamoring for the cobra to host Saturday Night Live, we have to reveal that the snake's true alter ego actually is our very own Bill Cairns. And I'm upset with you, Bill, because you've never told me that you were on Twitter this entire time.
That would be assuming that A, I could Twitter, B, do Facebook, and C, know what a snake would do in about a week off.
April Fools. Thanks, Bill.
Oh my God, did that just happen? It's so uncomfortable. I think when you do an April Fool's prank, you can't say April Fool's right after you set up the prank.
No, it's got to be
You got to give it some time to sink in. Even though that one wasn't believable on any level.
No, that just stunk.
All right, well then we go to CBS 9.
CBS!
In Washington, D.C.
Uh-huh.
These guys really, they pull the wool right over your eyes, Anthony.
Oh, they're great.
This is terrific.
News winners of that 319 Mega Millions jackpot, they've gone public.
And find out how much they will walk away with after Uncle Sam gets his cut.
And before we take a break, I'd like to announce that Mike and I, this is our last morning newscast because we're part of the group that won the Mega Millions. April Fools.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
How can we forget? This is the one day you can pull a prank on a coworker. You don't have to worry about them waiting for you in the parking lot.
No.
You know what? I think we got to come out of retirement. I'm starting to think. These people don't know how to do it.
No.
They said this is our last day. April Fools.
April Fools. This is our April Fools.
April Fools.
They don't know how to do it.
First of all, when you do an April Fool's prank like that, people would have to give a fuck. I bet you people are just watching TV like, whatever, how's my traffic today? I don't give a fuck if this is your last day. I never cared about you two stupid people that were put together just for the local news. I don't care that there's an Asian and a black and a white person doing my news.
Do you think anybody went for a split second?
Oh, no! I would bet.
I wake up with these people.
I would bet not a one. Not a one.
Not a one.
And then they were scared that maybe somebody in management was going to say, thank God. Now we don't have to fire them.
Right? Yeah, the paperwork's already been in place. Before they could get they're just being handed pink slips.
But they don't even have a pause in there before they announce April Fools.
That stunk.
Just going around the country, and I hope we have more of these as the morning goes on.
Yeah.
CBS 9 in Baltimore, which I guess is different than CBS 9 in Washington, says their weatherman is... Okay, this one has potential.
Is gay?
This one has potential, so I don't want to give it away. This one has potential.
Okay.
I have not heard this.
All right, let's give it a listen.
So if it turns out to be horrifically douchey, I apologize. But it has potential. I'll give him that much.
All right.
Welcome back to 9 News Now. I'm Andrea Roan.
And I'm Mike Heidig. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Good morning, Edgy Goff.
I'm so sad.
You're sad?
That Howard Bernstein's not with us anymore.
Oh.
April
Fool. Holy shit. They can't spit it out. It's sad. That's April Fools!
That's not how you do it.
No.
If they did it any other way, they would offend people.
Right.
Then
and
don't
you can't
do it.
do that.
That
Then
is
don't-
absolutely why
then-
they have to do it.
My
that way.
point is, then don't fucking do it.
Then just don't do it.
Because if you say he's no longer with us, which by the way they were suggesting that he's dead.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
They were suggesting
no longer with us.
He was dead. You let that sit there for a segment.
No,
There wasn't
you
even
do,
a
you
sec-
get fired.
There wasn't even a second that went by between announcing that he's no longer with us.
No longer with
and
us.
April Fools.
No longer April Fools.
Let's go back. But then I think there's a little more after that.
Sad.
You're sad?
That Howard Bernstein's not with us anymore.
Oh.
He's freaking out right now.
He's even calling me right now.
I know. He's already called Annie early this morning to talk about what he saw outside his window.
Yeah, he saw the rain turning to some light snow this morning, and he.
Wow.
I try to put myself in this group of people when I hear this type of thing.
Yeah.
I go, I would never hang out with these people. What dullards.
No. Listen to
Because this
them.
is what they find funny.
That was funny.
You take that one in.
See, that was funny.
Funny's different than fun,
And
you
fun.
idiot.
It's like, because that was funny, not like, that sounded like they're having fun.
So any word that starts with F-U-N, you're going to hit that.
Can I
Yeah.
defend Eric real quick?
How can you defend him? Funny and
Because
fun are different things.
What if he was just so super cat-like with his reflexes? He heard and he was on it. He
I
was
don't
fucking
think so.
on it.
I don't think so.
Let's try this. Fondue. See, it doesn't work.
How about, hey, fungus?
See, but being really quick like that on the
Yeah.
board, I mean, that's one of the fundamentals of radio.
Oh, just kidding. It's April Fool's.
April Fools, everybody, April Fools.
I'm the funniest person in the newsroom.
Wow.
He's just shell-shocked now.
He really is. He's rattling off shots at anything that moves.
But just the laughs, like, oh, we're just kidding. Isn't this fun?
Yeah.
We're funny people.
I got to be honest with you. I've been in the news person circle, Opie, as you know. I was in a romantic liaison with a news person. And I have gone out with these people to various bars and parties and things like that. And they do, as they say, let their hair down when they're out and about. There is a different, it is not the, oh gosh golly, let's not offend. They are some of the most rank, politically incorrect drunkards I have ever hung out with.
That know how to have some fun.
Yes.
All right, so you're giving us some fine insight.
Yeah, a little bit.
So then you're saying the personality that they portray on local TV is so different.
It's a complete act.
Like, when you hear me and Ant, I'm sure this is a hyper version of our personalities.
Yeah.
You know, how could it not be? But in general, we're these people.
This
in general.
is us.
Okay? They are so far from what they really are.
Yeah.
That confuses me. Why wouldn't they take some of that? Some of what you see in a bar, let's say, and bring it to the TV. Just a little. I understand it's a little different.
Yeah, they know they can't because that's not what the bosses want. It's very strict regimen when they're in that studio
I'm not
doing
saying
the news.
doing racist jokes and all that, but
Well, that would
something
be
a little
great.
different than what we just heard with the, just kidding.
April Fool, because you know they're like, ugh. I've seen them actually literally go like, ugh.
After they've done something?
Yeah, they go to commercial break and they've done something. It's like just, oh, God. Wish I could say something else or something.
I just think there's a market for someone being a little more real on local news.
Yeah.
You
Hell
know?
yeah, I'd love to see it.
You can't just put us on local news and say, all right, do your thing, but still.
No.
But these guys, it's.
Although it would be good. I watch, you ever see the Onion News Network?
Of course.
That's fucking funny.
Hilarious.
And they are doing like that kind of thing where it looks like the news. I mean, they got that hot chick that looks like a CNN type of thing, and they're just dropping the F-bomb and fucking having fun. And
You think there's a market to have that on every day?
yeah.
You
But
do, right?
The Daily Show kind of does it, you know?
True.
They do it. I think they used to be a lot more news spoof oriented than they are now. It's more now like
they're starting to be
Jon
the
Stewart's
news
talk show with the news involved. Yeah,
with just jokes.
Yeah, with some jokes in the
He's
news.
not much different than anyone you see on. Well, obviously he leans differently than Fox, but he's not much different than those guys
One of these,
on MSNBC and CNN and Fox.
He's just the other end of a Glenn Beck.
He just makes it funnier.
Yeah. To his, people that like his angle on it, because there are a bunch of people, you mentioned Glenn Beck and say he's nuts or anything like that, and they jump on you like it's crazy. They find it very entertaining. They love his chalkboards and things like that. And then people like Jon Stewart because of his politics and what he's got to say. And then he's got guests on, big guests,
Right.
Shit like that. But that started out as being kind of a goof news show, and then the Colbert Report is kind of a goof on those Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity type shows. So there's definitely a market for that. I think, though, like a pure news show where you do take the actual stories, not like The Onion where they make up the stories.
Right.
You take the actual news stories and talk about them in a way that, like, real people just bullshit about things would be great.
I think the's a market for it. Certainly.
I think so, too.
I think they did a poll and said a lot of a lot of younger demos actually do get their news from Jon Stewart.
Oh,
now.
yeah, hell yeah.
That's kind of crazy. If you think about it, just because of how it started, like you just explained.
And you know what the deal is? It's easier to break down that way. Like, it's just easier. It's more entertaining, so you kind of absorb it more. And it's just, they're not spending the entire day trying to come up with new angles on it and shit. Like, you watch CNN or Fox News all day when a big story's breaking, and your fucking head is spinning after the first 15 minutes. It's like, what is that? I've listened to 20 pundits that I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. It's 99% speculation and opinion. And then you can't get the real news. They're coming in saying, well, this hasn't been confirmed yet. So you're like, what? I don't even know what's happening.
More importantly, where's Anderson Cooper? Is he back home?
Is he
yet?
okay?
Is Anderson okay?
Have we seen him?
Where is he?
Yeah.
What country is he in? Is he back in the good old U.S. of A.?
I hope so, because that radiation's running
so, too.
amok over there at those nuclear reactors.
What? That's taken care of. I watch the news. I haven't seen a story.
You haven't seen a story? Is it over? It's done?
It's over. Yeah, they're back to normal.
Then that's fine then.
All those people have homes.
Oh,
and,
God bless them.
And they have certainly moved on.
You're right. I haven't seen many pictures. Or video or anything like that from Japan, so I guess everything's fine. Oh, good. They got rid of that problem.
Yeah,
nice.
Certainly. They've moved on to other things.
Move on.
DJ on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, guys, 97.5 WALK here on Long Island.
Yeah.
They're telling everybody, don't forget, we have a big announcement in the morning. All they're playing is Christmas music. We've changed our format. 365 days, 24 hours a day, Christmas music.
Yeah, but you're the one listening to 97.5 WALK.
Yeah, did they get you? Did they get you, dude?
Keep laughing, stupid.
No, I like this guy.
That's funny.
I like the guy.
My clock radio again.
That's fucking funny because why would they be playing Christmas music
That's crazy.
all year long? It's a great gag, I would say.
I've been in those meetings many times over the years. They go into a conference room and go, one guy stands up all proud, like, this is what we're going to do.
Here's what we're doing this year, guys.
This is what. Wait till you hear this. And then everyone in the room, because they're too scared that they might get fired, they all have to fake go, oh, that's awesome.
They have to smile, and then when he says everything, you go, oh, that's great. And then there's applause. And it's like, okay, we're gonna start with the douchebag and shithead in the morning show.
Right.
They're gonna go on and make the announcement.
Let's get Johnny to do some production.
Yeah. Could you do some production, Johnny?
Yeah, I think I could do something.
There's a production guy.
Right. Then some douche in a tie. Can we sell it?
Maybe we could sell it.
Can we sell this?
Oh, Jesus.
Everything has to be sold now in radio.
Yes, sell it.
Let's see.
Oh, God, do I hate radio. Oh, it's stupid.
Oh, Obama's going to be impeached today? That sucks.
Ah, who announced that?
I don't know.
Damn. It's...
Oh, this is crazy. This guy's on it.
Hey, Craig.
Aaron in Kansas, go ahead, sir.
Aaron.
Hey, guys, what's up? You will not believe what kind of April Fool's joke I just did.
What'd you do?
I just told the McDonald's drive-thru, hold on, that their light bulb was burned out in the menu board. Oh, God.
Did they send someone out?
Oh, my God, did they? They're crazily going nuts.
Oh, my God, did they? A big event.
Bravo! Quit hiring Down syndrome people at Walmart.
All right, Jesus, Aaron. What the fuck, man?
That's a good gag, by the way.
No.
But you know what? You got to say, I think he did it wrong. He went too far and he was hurtful. He probably should have said, like,
Hey, I'm at your drive-thru, and I noticed it might help you out here. The light bulb for your menu board's burnt out. April Fools! April Fools! Don't send anyone out!
Don't call the cops. I'm just trying to have fun.
Oh, God, I hate this industry and April Fools. How'd this dumb day get started anyway? It really is stupid.
Changing topics, I want to know why Howard Stern's working today. Yeah, April Fools! Oh, my God, I don't want to be fired for talking about him.
Oh, fuck, meeting. Now there's a meeting. Thanks. Good, I need a nap anyway.
All right, where are we going?
Wow.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? Where are we going?
I guess they found the snake. The stupid snake would never really...
April Fool?
No.
Are you just letting this one linger?
Although Andy Levy... Nah. Andy Levy, brilliant once again on Twitter. He's already very suspicious, saying the fucking Bronx Zoo decided to, bring in another cobra just to calm everyone the fuck down.
Oh, man.
Knowing that they're never going to find the actual cobra, but the news isn't on this one.
They could do that.
But I kind of like this theory. I don't think Andy was... I think Andy was being part funny, but part serious. Like, why wouldn't they just, bring in another cobra and say, no, we found it.
We found it. Well, I listened to the news story, and something that struck me, they said they're going to make sure the snake is okay, and then put him back in the enclosure. And now, think of the publicity.
Of course.
People are going to want to see this snake.
Yeah.
Now, even if it's not the same fucking snake, if they found that snake dead, they would have to go like, dude, let's just get another snake because this is a gold mine for us.
Of course. Yeah.
So they said they found it curled up in a dark corner of a non-public area.
Yeah, they found it in a
which is very convenient.
Yeah, they found it in a perfect place where it had no chance of hurting anybody.
Right, no chance of hurting anybody.
I think Andy Levy might be onto something.
Yep.
But no one's talking about that. They're just
dope.
They're just
April Fools.
They're just going with it. Like, oh, they found the snake. Of course, the cobra. That's not even that impressive. They made it look way more impressive on TV.
It's measured in inches. It's not even
20 inches, I think.
Yeah,
they said?
It's not a big thing.
So that's
it is venomous. It is venomous.
Sure.
Watch out.
Sure, but that was a big story this week. The fucking missing cobra from the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah, I have a missing cobra. My car. So you get it?
Oh yeah. I thought there was an April
I have a
Fool's
super snake. I'm getting it back soon.
April Fools?
No, April Fools are really getting it back soon. Unless the garage is like, April Fools, haha, we told you that 2 weeks ago.
Is that part April Fools?
No, this is fucking April Truth. This is April Unfortunateness.
Well, Jim Kosak, I think I'm starting to like this guy. He's the weather guy that just gets wacky and starts yelling and screaming.
Crazy weather guy.
We've played his audio a few times on the show.
He's lovable.
This fucking thing is... definitely going a bit viral.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could just play it.
Snakey, snakey. Snakey, snakey. Snakey. Well, I got something for you. I'm going to pound you with 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen as we stroll on in through the nighttime hours. And then I'm going to drop the snow hammer upon you, upon that scaly little tailpipe of yours. So then what are you going to do? Well, let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to find the ground up pig schnauts, horses' tails, at Yankee Stadium tomorrow at 1:05 for first pitch with the Tigers. They're called stadium dogs, and they're oh so delicioso. Get the ketchup relish and mustard while you're at it, too. Then I will pound you again with more of the snowfall. And if, for some reason, they haven't caught your scaly tail yet, I'm going to get you soaking wet again earlier next week. So what do you say to that? Snakey, snakey.
Oh, God.
Snakey, snakey.
I hate this guy.
He's a cobra?
There you go.
Oh my God!
There you go.
That is so infuriating to listen to.
That's why I like it. What an asshole.
What was I was looking up on TV. It said, "I just want to be governor," and then it had a kid crying.
Oh yeah, that's
is
going
that a
everywhere.
sensation now?
Oh yeah,
I just saw that on.
I didn't see the video, but I know the story. Some little kid is really bummed he can't be governor
Well,
and losing his mind.
He's crying like crazy.
Yeah.
I got to see this.
Yeah, can we get the audio?
I love crying children.
Yeah, it's everywhere today. I don't know how good the audio is. I did hear the story though.
There is his picture. YouTube. It's on the YouTube, as they say. The YouTube.
Do we got to do a little? Yeah, YouTube is crazy today. They went back 100 years.
Oh, they did
for April Fool's.
Wow, it's nutty.
Jesse wants to be the governor of New Jersey. Doesn't understand why he can't be, and he loses his shit.
Jesse! Why are you crying? Because I want to be the governor and I can't. Why can't you be the governor? Because you
Who's the governor of California?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who? What's his name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. How does he talk, Brandon? Where's your daddy and what does he do? Where is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy? What does he do?
And how about you, Jess? You still sad? Yeah. What's making you so sad? Because everyone tells me that I'm too small to be the governor of New Jersey. You don't have to be so sad about that. Maybe when you get bigger and older. But I don't want to. But then what about when you go to college? No! I'm already in college. What college? I'm already. You already have the education to be the governor? Yes! Would you raise property taxes?
Probably not wrong.
But then people wouldn't be happy. You have to say, I'm going to lower them.
That's it? And then you end your video?
And then you just stop it there? The kid's
What's wrong with you
crying.
guys?
That's great.
You
I
can-
want
you
to
can
be
work that kid.
governor of New Jersey. Why was the other kid wearing a fucking hockey helmet? I don't know what's going on there.
No, it's probably the overprotection of kids.
Little safety thing going on there.
Yeah, more safety. is
He
good.
was, yeah.
How bad do you want this kid to be governor? Why wouldn't you just throw him in there?
Why
not?
Well,
Why
you know,
not?
he's going
Why
to end
not?
up like on the talk show circuit.
But why not? Just give him the job.
Give him the job. See if he can do a good job.
Can he do any worse?
I'm going to raise taxes. I mean, lower them. That's
pretty good.
That's adorable. You know, next to kittens on the internet, crying children has to be my favorite.
Kittens are terrific. You saw the video? It was viral yesterday. The two babies having a conversation.
No,
you haven't seen that video
No.
yet. Have you seen it, Danny?
Danny's seen everything in the world.
Well, I saw everybody talking about it. And
Yeah?
Usually once it hits the news, like it's over. So I saw it on TV and I was like, fuck it.
And they're just talking like
They're having a
in baby
conversation.
talk?
Yeah.
But you could tell they're really having some kind of alien language conversation.
Wow, now it's on over there. That video, forget it. That's
Yeah.
going to be everywhere. The little governor
Jesse
brat.
wants to be New Jersey guy. Yeah, guaranteed he meets Chris Christie. They
Oh,
take
yeah,
him
of
in,
course.
and Chris Christie will make him like sit at the governor desk.
This might be an Obama thing.
Why?
He might go all the way to the White House with this.
Oh, wait. He's got as much experience.
He might. There you go. I set you up nice for that. This is a Letterman kid. He'll be on Letterman.
Oh, yeah.
And then you move him up to the. He'll definitely meet Christie.
Yeah, he'll meet Christie. He'll get to sit at the governor's desk, and maybe even to let him like do something like with a piece of paper, like he'll sign his name, all dumb kid like.
If they do that, I'm gonna.
He'll sign a bill for something.
I'm not. This is just weird. You got two kids that look about a little over a year each, maybe. And it's just weird. They're in their minds, they're having a conversation.
They're talking.
Yeah, hit that.
Oh my God. This, by the way, is the cure for all diseases, he's saying. But we just can't translate it.
But they're too young.
Yeah, and then once they get older, they lose that part of the brain that contained all this information. Right there was interstellar travel.
I kind of like your angle on this.
Yeah.
Why are we just watching the View clips?
Exactly. They are saying shit to each other. Like he goes up at the end, da, da, da. Like he's asking him. And then the kid goes, no. He's waving his hand like, no, that isn't how we should use ion propulsion. You're crazy, kid.
I'm glad you have an angle on
I
this.
got it down. Oh, it's fucking brilliant language. They're amazing. God damn.
Just cracking each other up. It goes on and on.
I like how the kid, he blows off the other kid. He's just like, no, I'm not agreeing with your point on this.
And it has 500,000 views already. Just like that. Jesus Christ.
The universe is like the river of piss going down my leg right now. You little fuckers. That's adorable.
There you go. Our Friday has begun, Anthony.
Yes, it has. Oh.
We'll go to break with this.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Sirius XM, the virus. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right. All good. Nice.
David Lee Roth left Van Halen 26 years ago today.
Really?
Then he came back.
Better than ever.
Did you watch your Yankees yesterday?
Yeah, I wasn't able to catch the whole game. I was very busy. I'm busy with my packing and whatnot. So I wasn't able to catch the whole thing. But caught some of the good parts.
Some of the home runs?
Yeah. Oh, we'll have those calls in 10 minutes.
So you're going to commit to 162 games?
It is a tough journey.
It's a long fucking journey,
It's like
right?
a job. It is like a job.
The only sport it's not a journey is that football.
Yeah.
It's 16 games.
Yeah, it's quick. Yeah,
it's tough.
Once a week.
Even hockey, which I love. I mean, my team's been out of it, even though
Yeah.
we kicked the shit out of the Rangers last night. I beat the shit out of Avery. It was a fine win for the Islanders, but it doesn't mean anything.
A fine win.
It just made it harder for the Rangers to make the playoffs, which I guess we could take a little solace in that. I don't know.
Some solace.
But even that, I was just talking to there's an Uber Islander fan that works around here, and every time he sees me, because I like the Islanders, we have to talk about the Islanders.
Hey, how about those Islanders? Oh, really?
That's it's exactly. You know the guy, too. And he's a nice guy, and he's probably listening to this, and I apologize. But
that's uncomfortable.
maybe it's time to stop talking about the Islanders for a little while, please.
Oh, that's a little uncomfortable.
I got a son. Let's talk about that or whatever. It's snowing out. We can talk about the snow a little bit.
The weather. How about April Fool?
But he's one of those guys, every time he sees me, we have to talk Islanders, and he was all excited, like, big win. I'm like, our team's been out of it for weeks. We don't even have a shot at the playoffs.
Doesn't matter at that point.
And then it's like, yeah, but we got a good young team. I'm like, yeah, but now we have to start all over.
Gotta wait.
We have to wait to even start over.
Yep.
And then what? Hockey starts up in October, and then it's 82 games from there.
Yeah.
As I'm walking back, I'm thinking, I got to ask Ann about, baseball. Are you ready to commit to 162 games now?
It is rough in the beginning to really just start,
there's a little
paying attention to every single game.
It's exciting for the first week because I guess it's back. But
Yeah.
then what happens?
Then you just fall into this malaise.
Is it?
No, you just kind of, you miss a few games, but you know the results. Like, even if I miss a game, I know what happened within minutes of the game ending.
I can't wait to hear this series in particular is very important.
Very important.
They'll say that about 20 games in. This is a very important series. And you say, no, it's not. They still got 140 games to go.
Yeah, like 20 games in, you're thinking.
But they try to make it more than what it is.
And people try to talk about the team like, I don't know, it ain't looking good. It's like, dude, come on. Come on. You've seen teams that have been shit the first half of the season go on to just kill everybody, and vice versa.
I was listening to Mike. Yeah, Mike on the treadmill the other day, or the elliptical, whatever the fuck I use. And he's like, the Mets, because I'm sort of a Mets fan, not really.
Yeah.
less and less as the years go by.
You
And
should
he's
have
like,
bought in to the team.
Yeah.
Should have given him $200 million.
And he's like, look, man, the first 50 games. He's like, the first 50 games.
Yeah.
There's going to be hope for that organization. So they got to hope that they do pretty well with the first 50 games, or there's going to be no one at that ballpark. I'm just thinking it's nonsense.
Yeah, that's rough.
I guess if you're in that profession, you do sports talk, you got to figure some shit out.
You got to get an angle.
You got to get an angle right out of the box, right?
Yeah.
I got a slight angle. I saw this in the paper when we were getting ready today. A-Rod.
A-Rod.
A-Rod is the highest paid player in the league. We know that. For the 11th year in a row, by the way. I did not know
Holy
that.
mackerel.
I didn't know he's been the highest paid player for the league for 11 straight years.
How does he pull that off and not perform in the clutch?
In the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But do you know the Royals are barely making more than Alex Rodriguez this year?
The entire team.
Yes. I saw this.
Problem. That's the problem with baseball. The Yankees are a bought team. They buy the... All right.
I saw this today. The salaries for Kansas City's 27 players on its opening day roster and disabled lists total $36.1 million, according to an analyst. A-Rod alone will make $32 million.
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable?
You know what, though? I love when people bitch about that.
I'm not even bitching. I just think it's an amazing fact.
I love when people bitch about that because here's another side of that. When I go to Kansas City, I'm not paying $500 for a hotel room, okay? So it all equals out, doesn't it? It all comes out in the wash.
In the wash?
I go to a restaurant in Kansas City. That bill is not going to be the same bill I'm getting when I dine in New York City. So it's all relative. Sorry.
Yeah, a regular restaurant in New York City, I mean, 4 people. I don't really drink as much as you, but it's probably close to $200 a person at this point, right?
Yeah, it's insanity.
I'm not talking like a 5-star over-the-top restaurant either. Yep. A middle-of-the-road restaurant will cost you about 200 bills per person now.
You know what the best part of being from New York and around New York and visiting or living in New York is no matter where you go, you're shocked by the prices. You just go like, wow, that's cheap.
You do that too?
Yeah. You go to a hotel and you're like, I was expecting like $400. This is what, $150?
And you throw money around and people think you're a high roller. And I'm like,
and it's like a discount.
This is still a discount.
Yeah.
Of course I got you, and you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're
I
so
do that
right.
all the time.
And then the bill for hotels and stuff, like, you almost want to go, is this a mistake? Because I don't want you to get in trouble.
Go off of this? Yeah, I was expecting
You're so
400.
right.
That's like the one upside of paying through the nose.
It feels real good when you get out of this place.
Yeah.
So I thought that was quite a fact.
Wow, that's
A-Rod
something.
making just about as much as the whole Kansas City roster.
Is A-Rod's chick trying to get him into acting or some shit? I was reading something about that the other day.
Cameron? Is he still with Cameron?
Cameron Diaz. I read something about her trying to get him into acting.
He would be a stiff, wouldn't he?
He looks like a stiff.
He looks like he would be a stiff.
You
as
could
far as
tell,
acting
like,
goes.
and we've talked about it in the past, but remember the old sitcoms and shows of the days of yore.
Oh, when
used
the
to
athletes
have
came
the
on?
athletes, and they'd come on and they'd be the stiffest things. Well, why don't we go out back and throw the ball around? It's so bad. They all sounded like Rock Quarry.
Right. The better you were at your sport, the worse you were as an actor.
Worse you are.
Right?
Wow, it's Don Drysdale.
Oh, my God.
How you doing, Greg? It's the worst.
He walked into the classroom?
Yeah, I think
he
it
was going
Don
out with the
Drysdale.
teacher, wasn't he?
Wasn't it? Yeah, I think something like that.
I think so.
They're horrible.
You're right.
But I am Rock Quarry.
Then you got the athletes that are kind of okay, a little above average, and then their acting's a little better.
And the acting's better.
That's how it works.
I miss my fans. The adulation. I'll go out. I'll call myself Gus Schultz. One of my favorite Flintstone episodes.
Flintstones in general is just
ever.
a great show still. So we were learning more about the lottery loser.
Yeah, the loser, the one that didn't chip in with all the coworkers and win that giant mega million.
319 million mega millions jackpot. He's out because we're learning today I didn't have 2 singles.
Now that's all he has. Oh, the irony. The irony.
I thought he made a conscious decision like, I'm not playing this
Yeah,
one.
I don't feel like
But
it.
he actually didn't have 2 singles, so said, you know what?
No one had change?
They all right. Let me read this.
All right.
And listen.
Sounds like they didn't want this guy in.
listen for the spin too.
Oh, okay.
If he had a couple of dollars, he'd be living the dream. He would have been one of the winners. Okay. I didn't have 2 singles is his excuse.
$2. Said
Michael Costco, who looks like he could possibly be a listener of this radio show, by the way.
Oh, really? Is he fat?
Yeah. A 6-year employee of the Homes and Community Renewal Agency in Albany.
Holmes?
We had played over the past few months. We never hit anything, and I just decided that on that particular day I wasn't going to play. Costco said a coworker even offered to spot him the $2, but he declined.
Good choice.
It wasn't my day, he said in the understatement of the millennium, and he realizes he has no one to blame but himself.
Take care of that with a fucking 45.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They went up and down and asked everyone to get in, and a few of us said no. There were a few people that said no. Costco said he and 4 of his coworkers who normally bet, so there was more than one,
four.
But bailed last week, had no regrets, and now call themselves the 5 survivors.
Yeah, it's cute. I hope that makes you feel better. You got a cute little name.
Maybe the multimillionaires could get a nice little T-shirt made for you.
Yeah,
that says the 5 survivors. That shouldn't take care of everything.
That'll make you feel better.
Yeah,
you're getting up and going to that god awful job.
When they bring in pastries for everybody on a Friday, just to kind of celebrate the fact that they're all multimillionaires and quitting really soon because the job sounds like shit.
Oh, when you're at a "How is this good for the company" meeting?
Yeah. So there are the 5 survivors, Anthony, and then this guy goes, everything happens for a reason. The winners deserve it. They are the hardest working people I've ever met. So he's trying to spin it. I could have let you borrow the $2 if you really needed it, one of them told me.
Oh, God.
But he and the unfortunate others are taking the high road. They proudly vowed not to destroy a photocopy of the winning ticket hanging in the office bulletin board, on the office bulletin board. We left it there as a souvenir, he said.
A constant reminder of your failure.
Right. So he's keeping his chin up, which we like around here.
Let's just keep your chin up.
I have a job at the state doing work I love.
No, you're not. You're working for the state?
Yeah,
you're not doing a job you love. Just stop.
Besides, he said, after growing up poor in Albany, he feels like he's already won the lottery. Because
shut up.
This is such what else is the guy supposed to do?
I know. Cry.
I would be crying guy in the news.
Oh.
Fuck it. I'm not going to sit around and ask myself that question for the next 20 years. Oh, yeah, you will.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. It's all good. It's not all good. And there's hope. The 5 survivors might not be shut out entirely after all.
Really? Are they going to play next week?
While there are no promise, the winners, dubbed by lottery officials as the Albany 7, haven't ruled out sharing. I told you this.
Yeah.
Sharing some of their newfound cash with their hapless coworkers. We really haven't had a chance to think about them, winner Kirsten Baldwin said.
Here's a 20, keep it.
But winner Leon Peck did not dismiss the idea. That will be an individual decision, he said.
Yeah.
Meaning I ain't fucking doing
part
it.
Of.
That means I ain't fucking doing it, but someone else wants to do that.
It's fate.
Huh?
It's fate. You can't fucking fly in the face of fate. If I may use more F words.
I'm telling you, I think the people that play the lottery, I never was a major lottery guy, but when you...
I just had a tickle rolling. I saw behind me.
I think when you get stuck playing the lottery, you got to be...
You got to keep doing it.
You got to be.
Yeah.
Because your brain is wired for that shit.
You got to do it because you're just going to feel like shite when you if you miss out like these people did.
Oh, dude, you did mess it up.
What did I do?
I think this guy's right. Not that it matters, but Ken in Jersey.
Get her, Ken.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, Anthony, Wes Parker was the one who was in the
Right.
crash.
I always do this,
I think
too.
you always do.
No, I always do this. It's a total mental block that I have for that. You're right. You are right,
Yeah.
sir.
And Don Drysdale was the one who was trying to talk Greg out of being the $1 million baby pitcher or whatever.
Right. He was, yeah, he was trying to talk him out of it by telling him what a drag it is to be in the minors and take the bus and do all that because Greg thought he was just going to go right to the major leagues and he was going to wanted to like blow off school and shit. So they got Don Drysdale there to feed him a line of bullshit.
That Greg had a lot of dreams.
Greg had a lot of dreams.
The Johnny Bravo thing worked out for a while.
He always wanted to be something that he wasn't. He was just a dumb suburban kid with a gay father.
And bell-bottom jeans.
He wears bell-bottom and a mother he would later try to fuck on a date.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Steve in Tampa. Steve.
Hey there, Steve. Yes. I'm in Tampa.
Not only is A-Rod the highest player in baseball, but he's also apparently a slumlord in Tampa. The news was reporting a couple days ago that he apparently has a couple dilapidated apartment buildings.
Yeah, I read about this too.
Really?
Yeah, he's like apparently a slumlord or something, or an absentee landlord. He owns some buildings. And I guess this happens. You own some buildings, you put people in charge. The thing is, now to his defense, which I don't think he needs any, but to his defense, A-Rod's not the guy that's taking the phone calls from the tenants. He's not there putting a fucking his Yankee cap on backwards so he can fix some plumbing in the basement.
I told my wife, dude. That's what I told my wife. She's like, he's a scumbag. I said, yeah, I know he's a scumbag as a human being, but as a businessman, I mean, who knows what the fuck.
Do Yankee fans think he's a scumbag?
He's probably the least liked Yankee for Yankee fans.
It's easy for me because I'm not a Yankees fan. What? What?
Something's
Steve?
wrong with your mic, I guess. When you talk, this guy seems to still be talking.
Steve, what happened? What do you got?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. What was it?
No, I was just saying, since I was 8 years old, I've been a Yankee fan, and he's a douchebag. He just is.
Yeah, people don't like him.
All right, so you were answering my question.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I wonder, because I'm not a Yankees fan, so it's easy to hate him. But I just wonder if the fans...
He is very hateable.
As a fan of the team.
Yeah, as a fan, he's not the most liked Yankee, that's for sure.
And secondly, if you're making that much money, why are you making investments in stuff that could come back to haunt you?
I guess you always think you better pad things and when you think it's going to come back to haunt you, it's not A-Rod. It's A-Rod's company, right?
Right.
And then it invests and buys these buildings. It hires superintendents and shit like that. And I'm sure A-Rod doesn't sign off on anything. But it's the company, the superintendent, and I would assume even him, if he hears about it, would be like, "Hey, man, I'm looking like a dickhead here. Fix this fucking problem."
Yeah, I guess.
I think so.
When you have so much money that you'll never spend in your lifetime, I don't know why you would want those hassles.
You keep wanting them until you have it. But think about this. People look at you like that. Absolutely do.
Yeah, but
they look at you thinking like, why would he do anything with it? Why would he still work? Why do you still come into work? Why do you do that?
Well, that's gonna take care of itself.
People, people do.
But I also know that I could be making a lot more money. I just don't bother on dumb stuff.
But I think no matter how much money you have or are making, you're still gonna want more. Because your lifestyle. I mean,
I feel like I want more, but I don't chase it.
Think if you had a fucking a private jet, a Gulfstream, a fucking yacht, like a ship, like Arab rich. They still want more because their lifestyle is so huge.
All right, we're going to go on thin ice right now.
Yeah.
You make Howard's money.
Yeah.
Why the anger? Explain that one to me.
Anybody that makes that much money and is angry, that's some kind of personal deal.
There's always anger there.
That has nothing to do with the money or lack of, or how you're spending your money or how you're trying to save it. That's just an internal thing in your head.
And when I was reading that A-Rod thing,
yeah,
where he makes as much money as the entire Kansas City
entire team.
I was thinking Howard makes as much money as the rest of us schmucks. We're the Kansas City Royals. Me and you are members of the Kansas City Royals.
Yes,
and he's A-Rod.
You think it adds up to everyone else that works in this building?
I would say yeah. Pretty fucking close. Except for the upper management that just make a shitload of money for doing whatever they do.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because they got stocks and all that crap
that's interesting.
We've never been privy to.
Why don't we just go down the hall and ask them? I said, oh, that's right. Friday off. That would be nice.
Well, that's got to happen. Things will be changing. Where were we at? I know. There was a couple calls, but fuck them. Because it started all over again. We're going to play the home run calls from last night.
Oh, right.
And here's something else I don't understand. I'm starting to think more people enjoy the home run calls than don't.
Like in a way that they goof on them, or
No.
they actually like them?
No, they enjoy them.
I lose my faith in mankind when I hear statements like that, Opie.
I lose my faith when I look at the local news and some of the stuff they were doing. Like
I lose my faith when I come in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's just hard to find the fun.
I'm starting to think I'm having fun still. I don't want people to think I'm having a good time. I am.
I am too. See, I was just testing somebody and they failed miserably.
Who?
E-Rock.
Oh my God, he's old.
See? You said it twice. I said it. He just didn't even fucking acknowledge.
E-Rock just sucks.
I was pulling up old John Sterling calls because I thought that's where you were going.
You can't multitask? It's the easiest. You have the easiest job.
A hero in one hand, a slice of pizza in the other. Multitasking.
You have an easy job.
Oh, E-Rock.
It's easier than a drive-through window. I'm telling you. That is the easiest job right there. Whatever. Yankees opening day. So you got, what's his name there? The John Sterling?
John Sterling.
We're playing these today because it was opening day. Don't worry. We're not going to do this every fucking game.
John Sterling.
But I was following Twitter yesterday, and every time a Yankee hit a home run, that became a trend on Twitter for the country, by the way, not locally in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And the phrase was actually the home run call. So then I'm sitting, so I'm sitting there thinking, holy shit, people actually enjoy these home run calls.
Mm-hmm.
What do we know? We're just stupid.
Yeah.
Why do people enjoy these home run calls?
They're so different and so clever.
No, I mean seriously though. I like to give people more credit.
I typed in John Sterling into Twitter.
Yeah.
And so I think the majority of people might actually be agreeing with us.
Oh?
I hope
Is
so.
it just like, shut up, you
All right,
suck?
Good. Read some of these.
Congrats on that opening day win. According to John Sterling, you guys might never lose again.
You think John Sterling truly feels like he's part of the team?
Yes.
Like he's so
absolutely.
important. He's as important as Dirk
John
Jeter.
Sterling.
Does he
in
get
his
a
mind-
ring? Is he one of those people that don't do anything on the field, but they get a ring? Like, don't the grounds people get rings?
He might.
I think at this point, everyone gets a ring. I think there used to be, like, only certain people, but now the organization's like...
It should so be a different ring.
Well, it is. They got some...
is it?
Like no diamonds
They
or
got
something?
fake
Is it really?
They got fake
I think
diamonds
so,
in
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They got
the
fake shit in
team
there.
gets, like, rings.
The
but
real shit.
Yeah, okay.
I think.
I was going to say, like, that would suck.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah.
Baseball season's only one day old, and I already wish someone would rip John Sterling's vocal cords out.
All right, cool.
Hashtag it's not about you.
Oh, good. Okay, maybe I misread this yesterday. Good. Thank
Opening
God.
day just ended, and I've already heard enough of John Sterling for 2011.
They don't like him very much.
Because it's one of those organizations. Then you got a goofball doing goofy home run calls. It doesn't match up.
It's so bittersweet when I'm listening to the radio and listening to the game when I'm not quite home or something and I'm listening on the radio to know that there's a home run and you're like, yes, but then know you're going to have to hear some douche chilly fucking home run call.
Verlander now holds the set, and the pitch to Teixeira. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right. That ball is high. Mid is far. It is gone!
And I'll stop it here again
There it
because this goes back to last year. That I don't mind. Even exaggerating some of the words. I don't mind that. It's this what I mind.
Oh, Mark Teixeira. Good old Tex sends a text message into the right field seats. You're on the Mark Teixeira. A 3-run blast. And the Yankees take a 3-1 lead.
He did 3 of them there.
Is he auditioning for cartoons with the...
I'll get you. It's a Snidely Whiplash with the call. He's got a handlebar mustache. He's twirling in his fingers. No, Mark texted one into the Teixeira. What? He's Teixeira-ing that ball with the crowd. It stinks.
So it's funny you bring up the mustache thing.
Yeah.
Observation, because I walk around a lot of it.
Certainly, here in this grand city.
Weird mustaches are starting to appear more than usual.
I'm making a lead on that. I'm leading that trend.
Yours isn't that bad.
Well, I've cut mine down to the go. Well, not now. I got to shave, and I think I'm shaving it completely off for vacation.
Yeah.
Like right when I get home, whap, whap, I'll videotape it. It'll be amazing because I got to do the Hitler one first.
Yeah.
Everyone that
Everyone
shaves
has
does that.
to, yeah.
But I've been like cutting it down like Clark Gable.
Yeah.
I like doing a Clark Gable
It's
one.
a little thicker than you've had it.
Yeah. But I like that swashbuckler look.
Well, I saw he was a younger guy. He couldn't have been in. He probably was in his 20s, and he had a mustache, and then he had the tips waxed, but he wasn't going with the Raleigh fingers.
Oh, not the curly Q, but just the tips
and
waxed.
Here and there, I'm starting to see some weird mustaches.
Was he selling
out there.
elixirs out of a wagon?
He's walking down the sidewalk. I'm like, what are you doing? I wanted to actually tap him on his shoulder and go, what are you doing?
People are odd.
What are you going for?
Yeah.
Is it a hipster thing we don't know about?
Maybe it is.
Because mustaches are kind of making a comeback in general, but now they're starting to get a little strange. Take notice.
I'm going to look around. I haven't really noticed, but I will look around.
And it's not the older guys, there's a young mustache thing that is just starting to pop up a little bit.
Hipster thing, I bet. I bet it is a hipster thing.
I don't know.
Wow, I got to shave then.
A-Rod. Oh, this is, okay. Let's just play this.
The 3-1. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right center field. That ball is high. It is far. It is off the right center field wall. A-Rod goes to second, round second, and holds on.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up chant.
He wanted the A-Rod homer there. Huh?
He wanted it. He said it is high, it is far. And then it was off the wall.
And you thought I was fucking nuts. Well, look at this. Dave's got an answer. Dave
One phone call is going to change my opinion.
Dave, go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Real quickly, it's Mustache March. That's why you guys see so many mustaches around. It's the first day of April, so today I'm going to a mustache bash, and I'm shaving them off.
It was Mustache March?
Is that why I started seeing him pop up?
How did we miss Mustache March?
I told you I saw him popping up. So I guess this guy wanted to be the hit of the mustache fucking gay party.
Put a little jizz on the corners. Whatever holds it.
Is there really a mustache march?
Absolutely, it's a nationwide thing. To be honest with you, it's to raise cancer awareness. But
with a mustache?
How about you just write a check?
Yeah, how about that?
How about you just write the check?
Yeah, we're not all big shots, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but do you actually write a check at the end of Mustache March?
You can pick up donations, to be honest with you. But like I said, we just do it to be kind of goofy.
Well, you are pulling that off, my friend, because that is goofy, growing a mustache.
All right, now we're going to get info on Mustache March, even though it's now April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Very confused. Too many holidays going on.
It's actually Ass Hair April.
Ass Hair April.
People want you to grow all your ass hair out as long as you can.
Yeah.
How come ass hair does stop, though? It knows where to stop. You don't have to go and get an ass hair haircut. No. People do get it waxed like that, bitches and shit, but it knows to just grow to a certain length and then stop. Not like your hair on your head.
What are you doing?
Cary Grant's here. It's fucking Cary Grant.
What is
Cary Grant?
What are you doing?
Hi, boy.
It's Cary Grant.
You're looking.
Started to rain. I just had my hair put on.
You're looking dapper.
You're looking.
How you doing, Jay Morse?
Feeling dapper, Jethro.
How you been? Good.
You're looking Hollywood there.
You did look very Hollywood, walking down the hallway with your sunglasses. It looks like your scarf is looks like an ascot, and you got a nice jacket on.
You look like.
Well, it's winter time, and I'm wearing a Kentucky Fried Chicken T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I don't know how
that
Hollywood
kinda,
that looks. It's
that
the
kind of
shades.
screwed it up.
It's the shades indoors, and using my visitor's pass as a little handkerchief.
And the scarf helps too.
You never know when the media will be around, Anthony. Especially when you're a big shot on Broadway.
I was listening to the Jay Moore doing Colin Quinn in Reservoir Dogs bit from years ago.
We played it yesterday.
I know. I heard that. That's when I heard. I was listening.
Say the goddamn word, stupid.
It was so fucking funny, man.
Doesn't Muammar Gaddafi look just like Jeffrey Ross?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you?
That's been brought up a few times.
Okay.
It has
you guys
been
have bandied that around
a little bit.
Yeah, a few people have.
You look like you have a neck.
I have a stiff neck, and it's.
What happened?
I don't know. I slept funny.
You slept funny. How else could Jay Moore sleep but funny?
I just woke up and I couldn't move my head at all.
Really?
Yesterday, and then I got a massage, acupuncture. Well, I didn't do the acupuncture yet. I'm gonna go today. Big audition today.
Really? Audition? You're already in the middle of something.
Oh, I know, but you gotta squeeze it all in, Hope. I used to have so much heat.
You're playing Charlie Sheen.
You know how
You got heat
Dice
right now.
wears blacks that don't match? I figured today I would wear whites that don't match.
Well, you're pulling
I
that
figured
off.
I'd be the bright white knight of all that is good and tender and
the Kentucky Fried
luscious.
shirt, the beige jacket thing.
I didn't-
It's looking good.
I didn't
like
know
it.
what he was doing
I'm
when he
still
was-
Sandinista, by the
I
way.
saw the photo of you and Brock Lesnar, by the way. Holy
Oh,
smoke.
God.
You look like a Make-A-Wish kid and you wanted him to sign your mitt.
Believe me, he squeezed down on my neck for a second, and my eyes just bulged.
At
out
least
of my
Anthony
head.
was brave enough to tweet the picture. I didn't even tweet mine. I'm like, I'm
Oh,
not
it's
doing it. I'm
hysterical.
not doing it to myself.
Like
Look
it.
at this. Look
I'm
at
like-
this.
I'm like, I was just like, the second he did that, I went, what are you doing?
You look like you have Pageria.
After that, I could have.
That's a real life monster, though.
Brain damage.
Yeah.
He
Really
is. He's,
cool.
he's an action hero.
Extremely
It's
cool
just-
guy. Really cool guy. He's got a sense of humor, likes
They
to
all
laugh.
are, those guys, right?
I didn't realize he was cool. I didn't realize
How
it all.
was that? The sports show with Norm. I don't know, for some reason in all the still photos, my head is larger than everyone's else. look how large my head is compared to Anthony's there, you know? And it's, I come from a long line of death. My father died, my grandfather died, and I'm pretty sure his father died. I haven't met him or anything, you know?
It's so right on the money.
There we go. He fought a brave battle with bowel cancer. It's not really that brave, or a battle for that matter, when you visit the person and they're laying in a bed with needles and tubes watching Matlock. That's not really a battle. They're not going, like punching their own body. And then they say, he lost his brave battle. His brave battle with cancer. Well, if you die, the cancer dies, so that's sort of a draw. He didn't really lose, so why pile on the guy? He's dead already, you know? Yeah, he's already gone. At least give him the draw.
Holy fuck.
shit, is that
That is
perfect.
right on the fucking money. God damn, Jay.
Thank you. That's
Fuck
not my.
Jay
You know what?
Moore.
I apologize for hitting your bell.
No, that's okay.
But he can't move his neck.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
He walked down the hall. I'm like, I think he's going to play a character today. I thought you were going to play a character. I think you're set for a
Cary
character.
Grant.
No, I can't move my head.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe Cheryl
How are you
Burke
going to do an audition?
can walk on my neck
Yeah.
with their little,
What are you?
fat potato feet. Colin, don't say that. She's coming in. What the hell do I care? With a giant labia flopping around the dance floor. I have a gig tonight in Long Island City, Queens. I booked it before I got all this heat.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got Cheryl Burke coming in and Chris Jericho. Cool.
Chris Jericho, another man.
Well, what's the audition for? Because you're doing the Charlie Sheen thing. That's got some heat.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
To be the really lazy gym teacher. Whoa, you guys got passes for running around the hallways like idiots? I think I'm going to do my asses like Ronnie Big.
Yes.
That's all I got. And I'm going to go to the Nike store and get like dolphin shorts and wristbands. You guys got passes for running around the hallways like idiots? It's a cross between Ronnie B and Johnny Depp in Platoon. Not this is important. Maps.
Yeah.
Maps.
It's important.
The tea kettle's still boiling, man. It's cook stuff. Let's get out of here. No, Sal, this is important. Maps.
Do it for Manny. Sal.
So what did I interrupt? Before
Nothing.
everybody starts complaining
Well,
that I come in and
Fucking
interrupt.
babble. We were just babbling.
You actually were way better than what we were in the middle of. We're doing John Sterling's home run calls. Do you like that?
No, he's a
It is
fool.
high. It is far.
It's in-
It is gone.
Why don't-
A text message from Tashira.
Why don't they realize it's an embarrassment to
It's
the
a
organization?
what is that? Sorry, I can't even talk. It's a late night milky delivery.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Milky Cabrera is like, the milkman delivers. Oh, really?
Benjamin Van Gleeson.
The
friend of
milkman
mine-
delivers. Mr. Fabersham, the milkman delivers. The milkman delivers.
If you think that's not a home run, it is out of the question. Out of the question. My friend used to work over there. The guy I knew that I don't talk to anymore, but in showbiz, it's like a big friend. And he said John Sterling was like oddly and uncomfortably sexually ambiguous.
Really?
So, I understand you're coming down to spring training with us. I'll be at the pool in my Speedo. Nothing better than the video of him having that grand mal seizure shake.
Grand mal seizure, yeah.
With his weird fist.
And he goes,
fist.
Oh, he looks like a chimp when he does
I
that.
think the rest of the world or country realizes how absurd. Like people here don't realize Vin Scully, like how
great he was.
Like
He's still doing it,
7
you're
out
right.
of the 9 Astros starters last name begin with the letter B, and we've got quite a hive here today with Bagwell, Biggio, Bogart, Baker, and
quite a hive.
He's amazing. Chad Billingsley threw 18 pitches in the first inning, and he's up to his elbows in alligators here in the second. Well, friends. He's just the best.
He's effortless, though.
And then
he's
the
not forcing it.
No, and the Yankees, the biggest franchise in the history of franchise history,
has a goofball.
redundancy department of redundancy.
Has this.
It'll be a 2-0 to Curtis. Swung, and there goes the deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. And the second down. Oh, Curtis, you're something sort of grandish. The Grandy man can. No, the Grandy man can. He hovers in the second deck and right.
Oh, my goodness, John.
And the Yankees take a 4-3 lead.
Do you have Susan Waldman?
Susan Waldman.
Goodness gracious!
We have-
Roger Clemens just said he was coming in George's box.
He's in George's box.
In all my years, and the smile on Jorge Posada.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, goodness gracious, you should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, you should see what's going on. Goodness gracious.
Nothing was going on.
The first billion-dollar franchise has those two ninja-boots. The Dodgers got Vin Scully. The Cardinals had Jack Buck. Now they have Joe Buck. Everything I say is exactly the same from start to finish. We hope to have kickoff in shortly under an hour. There's a fan on the field lighting himself on fire. The Giants have scored 17 consecutive touchdowns, setting a record in the NFL.
Holy shit, you're right.
That's Mark Teixeira's 5th home run of the game, 2 grand slams, 14 RBIs on the day. A man has just parachuted onto the pitcher's mound, killing CC Sabathia. Nothing says loving like something from the oven. That's why this game is brought to you by Entenmann's Cookies. Manning still on his feet, throws, caught, Tyree, the greatest catch in the history of Super Bowls. Manning still on his feet, scrambles, throws, Tyree, caught.
Now I got to hear the call.
Oh shit!
But
The greatest catch ever.
And he didn't
Oh,
pump it up at all.
fantastic.
He doesn't.
Goddamn, Jay.
Gregory Peck. I'm not breathing here.
You know, we interviewed the guy, Tyree.
Oh shit!
Tyree?
Did you hear what we did?
No.
Because he did a whole book on the catch, and me and Ann said we don't want to talk to this idiot. So we who was it? E-Rock and Sam. E-Rock and Sam played us.
How long ago was this?
Yeah, we
Right
did a
after,
franchise
when he had
show.
Out of the business now.
Right after, when he had all the heat, we said we didn't take it seriously. We're like, fuck this.
Hey, where's
Oh,
my
here it is.
levels?
To
Your
your
levels.
right. To your right.
To my right.
Travis, help him out.
3rd down and 5. Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree.
No, Jay's 100% right. The only thing, you get a little confused because he's got to, like, talk louder because of the crowd.
That
But if
should've
you
been
take that... Oh, yeah. Fuck you.
He did it against his helmet, Con! Oh, my God! Goodness gracious! That's her problem.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen,
John, I've never seen David Tyree pin a ball like Bobby Kelly to his helmet. You gotta be dialing.
Oh god, that's
And
great.
she has the horrible Boston accent. So how do you have a horrible Boston accent calling Yankee games? That's sacrilege, too.
I don't get it.
We have a Susan Waldman clip from yesterday. She gives some bold predictions for the 2011 season.
Bold predictions.
Bold.
May I guess?
What
May
is
I
this?
guess how unbold they are? May I guess? CC Sabathia, Cy Young, Teixeira MVP. A-Rod's gonna have a monster season. Albert Pujols MVP. And look out for Clayton Kershaw, John.
John.
And a John Steinbrenner zombie invasion.
It does say.
And Ryan Braun MVP. That's what
John. Actually, the clip, Jay, you were way off. It's just 2 minutes of her babbling in the pregame.
Was that it?
Just babbling.
Well, the Yankees are now taking the field for the first time in 2011. And it's always a wonderful day here. People are excited. I'm excited. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning waiting for this to happen.
Bunch of morons sitting in the rain.
Out to his bleacher creatures. Nick was talking about this on the dinner last night we were all at. He couldn't wait to run out to right field for the first time to greet his bleacher creatures, and they were waiting for him. I think John would agree with me. There is a really good feeling around here.
No, sir. No, there's not a good feeling.
No, sir.
There's never a good feeling on opening day.
There's a wicked good feeling around here.
No, sir. I just saw Joe Rogan at the Packy store. No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fucking Paul O'Neill used to rub his fucking cock on the fucking baseline. Who gave a fuck? Louis got that great. I don't know if he probably doesn't do it anymore because he evolves like every year. Like
he's got a whole nother hour.
He's defying Darwin comedically. But people from Boston, when they hear good news, they act like so pained, like, good for you, Anthony.
Great. There we go. Tim McCarver right there on
he can't
Channel
say
5.
Williams. Tim McCarver says Bernie Williams the batter.
Bernie Williams.
You know, that reminds me, Ted Williams was a guy. Williams.
How the fuck do you pick up on that shit?
Holy shit.
It's really
Look at the guy on the right.
Jay's
just sitting there like
minor bird, man.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
I know everyone's talking about all kinds of problems that the Yankees are going to have. There is a very good feeling in this clubhouse. They had a very good spring, despite everything that is supposedly wrong. As Joe Girardi said to me the other day, tell me what we can do. Don't tell me what we cannot do. I know what we can't do. I expect, and I think John does too, I expect a mammoth year from Alex Rodriguez. I told him a little while ago, I said, I'm picking you for the MVP of the league. Don't disappoint.
They are too. Huh? 28. I'm pretty sure they are too.
Yeah, of course. If you're going to pay the guy 32, 32.
32. What are the problems that everyone's talking about the Yankees having? You know, Anthony, I've noticed the Yankees not very good drivers. Big problems. Carpal tunnel syndrome from the management people in. I fucking got
Don't disappoint me. He started laughing. Jeter, do not be surprised if Derek Jeter returns to what Derek Jeter has been his entire career. I always think that batting average is the least important stat ever been invented. Just show me how many runs.
What? How often you hit the ball is the least important stat for a hitter? You
in baseball,
fucking dumb twat.
for a hitter.
Yeah, tell that to Dave Kingman.
I've always thought
horrible stats.
Oh, Dave fucking Kingman.
Exactly. I'm going way back.
Tommy Lasorda, Dave Kingman. Dave Kingman.
There's a Tommy Lasorda, Dave Kingman clip?
Somebody goes, how'd you feel about Dave Kingman's performance? And he goes, Dave fucking Kingman.
We might have played that one. Do we have it? I got to hear it now.
That is a good one.
Our favorite of all time is the Earl Weaver.
No, nothing's better than... No, that's not your favorite. Listen to me. No, Ope.
Which one is your favorite?
Lee Ilya. Those are the real Chicago Cub fans. Kiss my fucking ass.
That's a good one.
85% of the fucking world's working. The rest of them are here. It's a fucking playground for the cocksuckers. Those hillbilly motherfuckers. Rip those country cocksuckers.
Oh, shit.
I got fucking Garvey and Say, guys that are busting their fucking ass. And those cocksuckers, boo my fucking ass.
we have played this one. I'm going to challenge you, though, because I think Earl Weaver is right up there. Let's
Team
start with
speed, for fuck's sake.
You know.
Oh, he's great.
Nothing's better than Terry Crowley is lucky he's in fucking baseball.
Terry Crowley. Here we go. Lee,
I'll tell you one fucking thing.
Lee
I
Ilya.
hope we get fucking hotter than shit just to stuff it up them 3,000 fucking people that show up every fucking day. Because if they're the real Chicago fucking fans, they can kiss my fucking ass right downtown and print it. They're really, really behind you around here. My fucking ass. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go out there and let my fucking players get destroyed every day and be quiet about it for the fucking nickel-dime people that show up? The motherfuckers don't even work. That's why they're out at the fucking game. They ought to go out and get a fucking job and find out what it's like to go out there and a fucking living. 85% of the fucking world's working. The other 15 come out here. A fucking playground for the cocksuckers. Rip them motherfuckers. Rip them cocksuckers like the fucking players. Got guys busting their fucking ass and them fucking people boo. And that's the Cubs? My fucking ass.
My fucking ass.
They talk about the great fucking support that the players get around here. I haven't seen it this fucking year. The name of the game is hit the ball, catch the ball, and get the fucking job done. Right now, we have more losses than we have wins. The fucking changes that have happened in the Cub organization are multifold. All right, they don't show because we're 5-14. And unfortunately, that's the criteria of them dumb 15 motherfucking percent that come out to date baseball. The other 85% are earning a living. It'll take more than a 5-13 or 5-14 to destroy the makeup of this club. I'll guarantee you that. There's some fucking pros out there that want to fucking play this game.
Fuck yes.
But you're stuck in a fucking stigma of the fucking Dodgers and the Phillies and the Cardinals and all that cheap shit. All these motherfucking editorials about Say and fucking the Phillyitis and all that shit, it's sickening. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's a disheartening fucking situation we're in right now. 5-14 doesn't negate all that work. Got 143 fucking games left. What I'm trying to say is don't rip them fucking guys out there. Rip me. If you want to rip somebody, rip my fucking ass.
Lee, you're
but
fired.
Don't rip them fucking guys because they're giving everything they can give. But once we hit that fucking groove, it'll flow. And it will flow. The talent's there. I don't know how to make it any clearer to you. I'm frustrated. I'll guarantee you I'm frustrated.
Really?
It'd be different if I walked in this room every day at 8:30 and saw a bunch of guys that didn't give a shit. They give a shit, and it's a tough National League East.
Hey,
holy fuck, that is classically
We played that before.
hysterical.
I never heard a guy say, there's 148 fucking games left.
Yeah, that's what we say.
You go, wow.
Whatever happened to that guy? You know the history
Fired
of that?
the next day.
No.
Yes, sir.
Fired the
Yes,
next
sir.
day.
After only 20 games into the season.
Well, when you tell the fans to kiss your ass downtown and print it,
But he's only telling the fuckers that don't work.
Right.
the ones that show up.
That show up.
Back to Susan Waltman.
Invented. Just show me how many runs you score, how many runs you create for the person in back of you, and I'll show you a winner every time. Robbie Cano, the sky is the limit, obviously, for him. And Mark Teixeira had a terrific spring. We'll see how that translates. And we are ready to go. And here we go. And as the first batter,
go again.
Austin Jackson steps up to the plate.
Oh, God.
I hate, this is why I hate the Yankees. It's like she's talking about a fucking somebody's fantasy baseball team that they drafted. Like, you know, CC Sabathia, sky's the limit for Robinson Cano, obviously. Picked him up in the 3rd round of my draft. You know, Jeter, don't be surprised if Jeter returns to like, who the fuck is sitting in their fucking Kew Gardens apartment going like, Jeter hit 310? What the fuck? Oh, Jeter, what the fuck? Somebody's been at the fountain, the youth. Fucking, he had 1 year, he had 260 out of all of them.
Holy shit.
Don't be surprised if fucking Alex Rodriguez has a monster season. Don't let that shock you. What? How the fuck did she get the job?
I don't know.
Do you know how many people, President Company,
killed for that?
included all of us?
great.
The guy's in this room.
Oh, that's funny.
Would you love a job like that?
Yeah, except for the travel part kind of sucks. Like, wait, I got to travel with the team? Can't I just simulcast this shit from my house?
Can we play
Live from the compound, swing and a miss.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to Kansas City.
No.
See that fucking AA squad? They used to be the fucking pride and joy. Remember when we were growing up? Willie Wilson and
I don't even remember. George
UL
Brett.
Washington had the toothpick in his mouth. They all had afros and gold chains. It was like the ABA of baseball. Holy shit. Orlando Woolridge was fucking playing.
Shit.
Can we do the Earl Weaver?
Yeah, it's your show.
It's opening day.
It's your show. Fuck it.
Do I
It's
care?
opening day. Let's do the Earl Weaver too, because it's a challenge. I think this might be better than the one we just heard.
Now, the Manager's Corner, with the thoughts and opinions of the American League's winningest manager, the Orioles' Earl
Catchy
Weaver.
tune.
Today's show is sponsored by Baltimore's Sixth Best, your
Sounds
area
like clown
Oldsmobile
porn.
dealer. Anderson Olds, Schaefer and Strominger Olds, Lee Oldsmobile, Metro Olds, City Olds.
How many of those
and
businesss are no longer in
Newbury
business?
Olds. And now,
All of them.
to the
Everyone
Manager's Corner
in Baltimore.
with Earl Weaver.
Well, Bill Whitehouse, Earl, that certainly is an answer. From Frederick, Maryland, wants to know why you and the Orioles don't go out and get some more team speed.
Team speed, for Christ's sake. You get fucking goddamn little fleas on the fucking bases getting picked off, trying to steal, getting thrown out, taking runs away from you. You get them big cocksuckers that can hit the fucking ball out of the ballpark and you can't make any goddamn mistake.
Well, certainly this show is going to go down in history, Earl. Terry Elliott of Washington, D.C. wants to know why you don't use Terry Crowley as a designated hitter all the time.
Well, Terry Crowley's lucky he's in fucking baseball, for Christ's sake. He was released by the Cincinnati Reds. He was released by the fucking goddamn Atlanta Braves. We saw that Terry Crowley could sit on his fucking ass for 8 innings and enjoy watching a baseball game just like any other fan, and has the ability to get up there and break one open in the fucking ninth. So if this cocksucker mind his own business and let me manage the fucking team, we'd be a lot better off.
Well, certainly you've made your opinions known on the fans' questions about baseball, Earl, but let's get to something else. Alice Sweet from Norfolk wants to know the best time to put in a tomato plant.
Alice Sweet ought to be worried about where the fuck her next lady's coming from, rather than where her next goddamn tomato plant's coming from. If she get her ass out to fucking bars at night and go hustling around the goddamn street, she might get a prick stuck in her once in a while. I don't understand where these questions are coming from, Tom. That's about it from Manager's Corner. Go fuck yourself, and the fuck with your show coming up next on the Baltimore Oriole Baseball fucking Network.
Oh, dun, 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 the outro music.
Yeah, where's the outro music? Fucking Earl Weaver was a classic.
Don't be surprised if Alex Rodriguez has a monster year.
Monster
And
year.
don't be shocked if Derek Jeter returns to farm. And sky's the limit for Robbie. That's how you know she's a Yankee broadcaster. She calls him Robbie instead of Robinson.
Robbie. She knows him.
Fucking hate the
She knows
Yankees.
him.
I fucking hate. Matt Frost, my stand-up agent, goes, "You want to come to the stadium?" I said, "They tore Yankee Stadium down. What are you talking about?"
There's no Yankee Stadium.
And he goes, "No, I'm being serious." I go, "I'm being serious too. I would love to go if it was still standing. You fucking dope, going to a mall with a logo on it. Fucking tear down Yankee Stadium."
You got to see the new place just once, though.
Why?
Holy shit. It's just
Do I?
ridiculously awesome.
I'll go to Dodger Stadium. It's been there since fucking 1812. Andrew Jackson chased the Indians out of Florida and put them in Dodger Stadium. That's how long it's been there. Goes for Anthony.
It's
sorry.
History, yes.
A little history. We should take a break. You're not promoting anything. You're in town doing some shit. Law and
I'm at
Order. and other
Foxwoods
things.
on the 8th.
You are? Oh, fuck. That's next week.
Borgata at the 6th. Yeah, let's just do Foxwoods.
Foxwoods next Friday night? The 8th?
Foxwoods. Yeah. Fox. In all my years. And let me tell you something. Don't be shocked if Jay Moss is funny that night at Foxwoods on the 8th. It returns to farm. Fucking dolt.
Jay Moore just killed for an hour, and he'll continue with us. I think we got Chris Jericho and Cheryl Burke next as well.
Ooh. Fight! Wait, stay there.
Virus, Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie Anthony.
Damn, Jay Moore's
Jay Moore in the house.
freestyling.
Jay Moore killed it for us.
and shits.
Playing Foxwoods next Friday night.
Play now.
How do they get the tickets? Foxwoods.com, whatever.
I have no idea.
Foxwoods.
They'll figure it out, and they should go see Jay Moore.
You should come see me because it holds 2,000 and there's 600 tickets sold.
Ah.
So let's pick it up.
Yes.
Well, let's sell
But that's
some more
my
tickets.
fault.
But we ain't seeing Jay Moore, for fuck's sake.
It's Jay Moore's.
Jay
I think I'm
Moore's.
legally changing my name to
Jay
Jay Moore's
Moore's. I know.
so
Jay
that
Moore's.
the blacks feel more comfortable
You know,
when they speak with me.
I like saying Jay Moore's.
Anytime I
love it.
reference you, I say Jay Moore's.
You should.
I love that Jay Moore's.
You know you my Uncle Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony gonna get everybody pregnant.
Can I say something about Jay Moore? I shot a couple of videos recently, and the one video, Jay's in makeup, you fucking idiots. He's playing a Charlie Sheen character on Law and Order.
A junkie, a half Danish Jew junkie.
I'm going through the comments, and everyone can't wait to hate. They just can't wait to do it. But in the
new single, can't wait to hate.
Can't wait to hate. Can't wait to hate.
And in this case, Jay's made up to look like a cokehead, you dopes.
Yeah.
Jay Moore ain't looking too good.
Is that, yeah.
And hair plugs is the other one too.
What? Do you have hair plugs?
Yeah. Can't you see him?
Like, yeah.
My hair plugs when I do a better fucking job. Fucking idiots.
When you just make it really full.
Wouldn't I wear a hat for 2 years like David Spade and then come out the other end looking like Ellen? Yeah, it's the same hairdo.
Yeah, it's the same.
I figured if I can go bald, I'm 40 now, and it's definitely thinner, and I don't care about the yarmulke in the back. I don't give a shit about that.
Because you're tall enough. If you're tall enough, that
you know
it doesn't matter.
I never thought about that.
That's exactly what it's all about. If you're tall at that
if you're like
part,
5'8", it's like, oh boy,
oh, fuck, you worry. But if you're like,
they're looking down at my
the
balls,
Grandy
bud.
Man can.
The Grandy Man.
Let's make a promise with each other. Blood brothers, like Springsteen, fucking The River style, right here.
Yeah.
Let's stay tethered to John Sterling as far out as we go.
Yes.
Let's stay tethered to the Candyman can.
Yeah.
The Yankees win.
It's something sort of grandiose.
What? A late night milky delivery.
ew.
Those eggs smell like Jimmy's here farting.
Ah. I know, eggs are the worst.
It's just eggs and cheddar.
Are you a fucking wise guy? You fucking wise?
Eggs are really bad. Like, I don't know, they just make that
delicious.
smell.
What's a tattoo, sweetie?
That's something that you won't know. It's just old and it's just, you know.
I'll show you something you don't know.
It's hard to explain. It's not like, oh, it's, you know, some
What's that?
logo.
What's that say?
I can't see from here.
Yeah, see, you don't know either. So fucking, what's up?
I don't know.
God
Word.
damn.
Just eating breakfast.
Just
Eat your halibut, mind your business. Flamingo Kid.
Eat your halibut, mind your business.
Remember the very end of Flamingo Kid? There they go with the movie references again. You guys got to follow me. Just quit Twitter and just fucking get off social media entirely. I mean, Anthony can't because that's how he meets every fucking...
Well, you know.
Are you back on Twitter?
I'm on...
No, I'm done. I quit Twitter.
But people don't believe
Did you
really
quit?
Yeah, you quit.
Why would anyone be on Twitter? To
I know.
fucking sell tickets? It's just a show off like, look how funny I was today with my little quip.
It is... mine are just full of arguments. All I do is argue with people and then realize, what am I doing? Why would I do this?
I liked your photos at the Polo Lounge.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, no, that was.
Oh, I was gonna say, but don't tell Lenore.
Out at the Beverly.
But don't tell Lenore, because I'm not taking her. Do whatever you got to do. Oh, I will.
No.
Jake, would you stop? Take the girls out one last time.
Did Melissa
training camp.
She did a scene with you or something?
But don't tell Melissa, because I ain't taking her.
Don't tell Melissa.
All right, do what you got to do. Oh, I will.
She said you were very funny.
She was very nice.
Yeah, she did.
She had a tough gig. You just get made up for like 3 hours because they got to make their hair like 4 feet tall.
Bride of Frankenstein hairdo.
And then you just stand there in a photo shoot, and they're like, "No, go sit over there with the fucking
with Jay
bizarre,
Morse."
the bizarre extra table.
Bizarre extra. As she got home that day, I was like, she rode on the fucking subway like that and on the Long Island Railroad with her hair like that. Like, what the fuck? She got a brush?
There's some freaks on the train, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I had a dream. I was laying in
creepy
bed, and I had a dream that I died, and God was going over my life. This is after I quit Twitter.
This is profound.
And I realized, first of all, the last tweet I had was, just found out we're doing Suicide Kings 2 in June, all capitals.
Yeah.
The next 40 responses were, I mean, some of them were funny, like, Mannequin 2 thinks this is a terrible idea.
Oh, come on.
Like, that's great. When will you be opening for Paula Poundstone at a steakhouse? Like, who cares?
Wow.
Will you ruin that one also? You suck. You're a fucking piece of shit. So I just retweeted all, 20 negative things, and I wrote, this is a fucking crazy place. This is stupid.
Yeah, why?
I don't want you to have a direct line to me.
Yeah.
The only line I want you to have to me is the box office line when you buy a ticket. And I love you. You come see me perform. I'm gonna give you every fucking thing I got.
Yeah.
All of it. And then we'll meet and greet afterwards, and it's a whole thing. But no one. My wife had a good point. She said Twitter should be for people only with SAG cards, and you all start at the same time. Monday at 2:15 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Go. Not fuck, you suck. And you're like, what the fuck did I do to you? And then the guy goes, you just fucking suck. Saw you in Hereafter. Nice fucking hair. You're obviously going bald and you have no talent. You're like, no, they made my hair that way to make my character pathetic. And then you go, why am I arguing with Vet Guy 420? When he knows I'm Jay Moore, who lives in Santa Monica, California, and my child's name and my wife's name and my entire IMDb page, and you have a picture of fucking Jesse Ventura from Predator as your picture. Why am I arguing with you?
This is fucking perfectly what that is. Perfect description.
Look, my wife said
Holy
the
shit.
internet is the world's largest bathroom stall. Instead of Twitter, get everyone a fucking Sharpie and a rent-a-car. And you drive up the fucking turnpike, pull over at the Dolly Madison rest stop, and write, you have no hair, you suck, and your wife is a fucking piece of garbage, and then leave. And then another guy comes in to take a shit and goes, hey, fuck you! You fucking suck. And it'll just take a lot longer.
That's exactly what it is. I was saying once that Twitter is like when you used to write shit on your desk in school to the guy like, hey, the guy that sits here in third period, you're a faggot.
Van Halen rocks. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
well,
it was always over bands.
You motherfucker. And that's exactly what this is.
Van Halen's for pussies.
Exactly what this is.
Hey, what you just said, this is like an AA meeting. My last tweet was...
Hi, I'm Jay Moore.
My last tweet was...
I was on jetsinsider.com arguing with this guy. Megalomaniac was his handle.
Okay, great.
That's a good
And
handle.
he had a picture of Jimmy Page in his what is it called? Avatar?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Sig pic and an avatar are different.
Yeah, they're about the
Dick
same.
pic.
Avatar is the one next to your name.
And Twitter, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
we
So we got a picture of Jimmy Page, and I'm like, we're going back and forth about the Jets, and then I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about? He goes, well, what the fuck do you know? But why don't you go make Paulie again? And by the way, for the record, everybody, Paulie's a good movie. Like, I stand by Paulie.
Right.
If you have a niece or a net, like, it's not for fucking you idiot 40-year-old Long Island patch hog asshole smoking grass in your mom's bed. Nothing, Ma. And then going out to see Paulie. It wasn't for you. Ma! I gotta smoke this now! I'm going to see Paulie with all my friends. Both of them. And then, so I was arguing with this guy on Jets Insider. I mean, this shit went on for a year.
Oh,
like, my
God.
post count went up just to tell this guy he was an idiot. Then he changed his avatar photo, and it went from Jimmy Page to a picture of him at his prom.
Oh, shit.
His fucking prom. I was arguing with a fucking 16-year-old. A fucking child is telling me Curtis Martin is a first ballot Hall of Fame, and I'm like going, yeah, maybe not. You know, he's kind of a compiler as a Jet fan. You never once left a Jet game going, fucking Curtis Martin. Can you believe that shit? But you always go, you read in the paper, you go, 120 yards. Like, I didn't even notice. Like,
And you're saying this to a fucking 16-year-old.
But you don't know. I think it's like this cool Jimmy Page guy.
Yeah, Jimmy Page. Why would he? Yeah.
Fucking dolts. And now what's great is Twitter. I changed my password and gave it to Frosty, and so I can't even get on if I want to.
Right.
And then when I see you have like 14 new, it's still. If I took out my phone and showed you the mentions. Like, people are still going like, you didn't really quit, did you? Like, hey, I just saw Hereafter. Did somebody dip you in acid? Like, I'm done. I'm out of the fucking game, and it just still
continues.
Yeah.
People are scumbags.
But when you say I just saw you in Hereafter, you're saying I just saw you in a Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You suck. So, like, you can't mesh those two together. I mean, you could if I really sucked in the movie, but I didn't. I thought I was very good. And one review said underplaying for once, and I agree.
Oh, really?
I'm learning how to
little subtlety,
go under the
to
radar
chill out
a
a
little
little
bit. You don't have to fucking.
You're in a
show.
movie with Clint Eastwood. How does anyone spin that?
I can't express to you how little this fucking movie is about you.
That Clint Eastwood story you told?
Love that.
That's one of the best ones.
My problem was never drugs or alcohol. My problem was always P-U-S-S-Y. And then, like, you become so enamored with the guy that you find out he's doing, like, J. Edgar Hoover with Leo DiCaprio, and you're like, I could have played somebody.
Yeah, could you throw
I would have laid on my back with my legs in the air for J. Edgar Hoover. Just as
whatever you need.
So yeah, Twitter is just I don't need a social network where people that I don't know can directly tell me I suck. And then conversely, I can't have it like be a thing where the only reason I'm on it is so people can directly tell me I'm great. That's disgusting to me also.
Yeah. You don't want to.
Well-
you don't just want ass kissers, but the hate that people can conjure up, and just the shit. And the fact is, if you're doing something amazing, that's one thing. If you're showing your picture up there, and here's what I do, here's my body of work, and you sit there and just go, wow, that guy's fucking talented. It did something, and I guess I am a piece of shit. But like you said, he's fucking, they never show their face. It's always some fucking cool picture they got from Google
picture of the
Images.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. And they're doing nothing. They have 2 fucking followers, and I'm going to give them the time of day, and then let all of my followers see this guy's comment? No, I send him a private message usually and go, hey, asshole, no one's ever going to see what you wrote. Blocked. And then just block them. And they're gone. They never get the satisfaction of getting their shit out there to everybody that follows me, and I never have to read them again. So fuck them. It's great.
Patrice said that it's like giving your cell phone number out to people so they could beat you up.
So they're not that they're calling you, but it's a text.
On your phone.
It's a fucking text.
You're like,
people
here,
are texting you.
He goes, here's my cell phone.
Here's my number. Text me.
Here you go.
Every asshole in the world.
Why would you
Here,
do that?
Go ahead. Text
Why would
me.
you do that?
Why do you do it?
I don't know.
Why do you do it, Ope? I'll answer for you.
Yeah.
Because you thought going in, we're going to get the fan base going, grassroots, this will help the show.
Absolutely, a show
And you realize
helper.
with any show, radio or television, any fan site or message board about that show are a bunch of people fucking bitching about their favorite show.
That's it.
Like, holy shit, I fucking love Glee. Let me go on the Glee message board. That show sucked.
You bunch of faggots.
Fucking Glee. Why don't they like Kurt sing more?
Oh, man.
I know everyone on Glee. I'm a Gleek.
Are you a Gleek?
Love Glee.
This just turned into an intervention. Fuck.
Yeah, now I'm
Did
feeling
I
like
just have
should.
my, did I
feel
just
like
have my
should
last
quit.
tweet?
I feel like I should quit.
God, I hope it wasn't a fucking sunrise.
What was your last tweet? And I
don't even know
did
what
it
I
your mom's
tweeted.
box on my last tweet.
did?
Did
Yeah.
ya?
Hey, you did it
It's
right.
nice to know you're following. Anyway,
Hey, wait.
I'm going to see what my last.
Hold
tweet
on, we
was.
got-
I have 14 mentions now. I'm not on Twitter,
You're
you
not on
fucking
anymore.
apes.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta get the guys in. We got Chris Jericho and Cheryl Burke down the hall. So get them in here immediately. They only
For
got
a
like
man that
20
looks
minutes.
like he was a chromosome wiggle away from being a family burden, Jay Moore is brilliant. Even the compliments are mean.
The compliments suck.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about because they claim to be fans of the show, and it doesn't seem that way.
Hey,
What are they doing? Dance with the Stars, right? Chris Jericho.
Chris
Cheryl
Jericho's coming in. He's doing that Dancing with the Stars. That's a strange show, you know. You dance the foxtrot. I can't tell if he's behind me or not. So I can turn my head like this.
He's a badass. Chris Jericho's a badass.
We'll see.
That is the
yeah,
best
I like
fucking Norm, man.
Jay Moore, Calves of an Angel.
Ah,
That's
see?
from Opie's thing.
There you go.
Opie filmed me in my underwear.
there he is. Look at how fucking
wait.
dapper you're looking, man. God
You're looking,
damn you.
You're looking more and more Hollywood.
You
bro.
look Hollywood.
And I got damn sweats on
Jesus
today.
Christ. Look at you, man.
We've known both you guys
Hi,
for
Cheryl.
a very long time. Cheryl Burke. I don't know why we're not giving the attention to the beautiful
Hi,
girl.
Cheryl.
Beautiful girl.
We are.
Couple
Chris
beautiful
Jericho.
girls. Where were you last night, Cheryl? Kit Kat Club? Did you guys go out last night?
No, man.
Why not? You got to just keep dancing.
Kit Kat Club?
We rehearsed until like midnight, and then we came over here. So I have to be responsible now during the course of this show.
This is like a lot of work, real work,
It's
right?
a lot of work, more than you ever expect when you first sign up for it. I mean, it literally is like 6 or 7 hours a day, every day, and you need that time to be somewhat decent. If you're going to be somewhat
What
decent.
dance are you guys working on?
This week
The
we're doing
foxtrot?
the rumba.
The rumba.
The rumba.
The
Forbidden
rumba.
dance.
Last week we did the
Forbidden
quick
dance?
step, and the week before that we did the cha-cha.
Yeah.
Would you ever thought that Jericho would be doing the cha-cha?
I did.
You did? You thought about it for years, right?
Yeah, when I see you, you got the moves of an angel, man. You're very dexterous and
Ambidextrous.
I
can move both
that
ways.
word.
I can
swear,
move both
forgot.
ways. Yeah,
I
you
said
can swear.
fucked up and went, oops.
Yeah. Now
Is
that's
it-
serious.
Did the wrestling career help you with this for choreographing moves and remembering what
Well, I haven't
you're
wrestled
supposed
since
to do?
high school, Anthony. But
Well, no, Jay Moore. I was
Chris.
yeah, I was
Oh,
talking
talking to
Chris.
me. Oh, I thought, okay, because the
Yes.
comedy helped me. It's interesting because there's a lot of stuff that you do in wrestling that you can actually transpose into dancing. Balance.
When you suplex your partner,
weight
it's one of the
distribution.
greatest things.
She's actually a firecracker.
Yeah,
she's a taskmaster. So aren't you, Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm just moody.
Are you really? Do you tell him what the hell you do? Come on, knock it off.
Yeah.
Why are you moving? Be good.
She has a reputation of being like the master, the taskmaster of the show because she's very blunt. And you know, in Hollywood, as you know, Jay, everyone tells you what you want to hear. They're always kind of stroking.
It's Twitter.
That's why I come in here.
Tell
me I'm an idiot. I smell bad.
This cuts you right back down to size coming on this show. But Cheryl's not like that. She tells you what you need to hear to get better because you don't have a lot of time to do the different routines and stuff like that. So balance, weight distribution, choreography, live performance, all that stuff is kind of wearing spandex and rhinestones. I mean, that's exactly what I've been doing for 20 years. Exactly.
Who's gotten kicked off? Because I don't really.
I
watched a little bit.
Mike
from Kevin and Bean. We were just talking
and from
about.
Loveline. Yeah, he's one of Drew.
He was their Jimmy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he made it to Dance with the Stars.
Yeah, he was actually a really funny guy.
Kid, man.
He was he actually hosted Regis too. He might be the new Regis.
Does Wendy Williams look like a monster in person?
She's a big lady.
Shit. It's like being in the post with Kurt Thomas. She's a fucking power forward if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
Holy
she's a big
She just
lady.
has to be. If you shrink her down, then I think she might be hot. But she's way too fucking large.
But she's purple.
She's big. Yeah, she's big. But
she's an odd shade. I mean that as pragmatically as possible.
Of course.
You're being polite.
Like when Al Roker lost all the weight, he turned gray.
Yeah, he did.
Like she's that weird.
She's got a strange hue to her.
She does have a strange. Maybe hue is the better word.
Hue.
In these
Strange.
politically correct times.
Strange. Yes, exactly.
My fucking show's canceled. What do I care? She's a fucking strange-looking black lady.
Okay.
Black man. Which one is she?
Cheryl wants out already.
Wendy Williams is such a strange-looking black person. Kim Kardashian just fucked her. No,
I don't even know if that makes sense.
Well, because you know
it kind of does.
She's kind of manly.
Chris Humphries from the Nats.
I get it.
I know you get it, but I gotta.
She has a type.
You gotta explain for the listeners sometimes.
She has a type.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheryl, I apologize for my potty mouth.
It's all right.
How many seasons have you done this Dance with the Stars?
It's my 11th season.
11.
Damn, girl, you paid.
Who'd you have in the past?
Drew Lachey, my first season. Emmett
He won,
Smith.
didn't he?
Yeah.
She's won twice. She's a two-time champion.
Oh boy, not a 3-time though.
You won with Emmett.
But thanks for the thumbs up on that.
Not a 3-time.
No, man.
Emmett Smith.
Jeez.
All 11 of
Emmett
my
Smith.
votes are going to Jericho.
Ocho Cinco.
Yes.
You had Ocho.
Rick Fox. She gets all the athletes.
Wait, wasn't there a rumor of you and Ocho?
Not at all.
There was. It was out there though.
That was quick.
No,
She tried. That was a little
She
too
wants out of
rumor.
that. She wants out of that
Thou
rumor.
doth protest
That
too
rumor
much.
did not happen.
He was playing it. See, I know a little bit about the show. He was working a little bit.
Girls.
Cheryl gets
were
the
you-
athletes all the time.
Were you ever romantically linked to any of your dancers?
I
Be
mean,
honest. This is no one
Wayne
listens
Newton.
to the show.
cares.
Wayne Newton and I, you know.
Tom DeLay has a
DeLay.
horse cock.
It's funny because it's true.
That's the Jericho we
shit.
remember.
Yeah, well, I never went anywhere. Just because I'm a dancer now doesn't mean that I
You're
don't.
not even a dancer yet.
Yeah, see, there you go. Now you're starting
Yo, you Jordans are
Now
fucked
you're bringing
up.
up.
Jay Boys. Yo, you my uncle. I'm gonna get Chris Jericho pregnant. Tracy
You sound like Tracy
on
Morgan
Dancing with
there,
Well, I
yeah.
hope so.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why they called it an impression, Chris Jericho.
It took me a couple minutes to get hip to that one.
I'm gonna get Tom Bergeron pregnant. Make Berger babies. Yeah.
Babies.
Holy shit. So who do you think on the show this season has a chance or that you're like looking at going, uh-oh?
Other seasons have had like ringers in the past, like one of the Pussycat Dolls did it, and Osmond did it. Those damn Osmonds.
Yeah,
been
they're
dancing
very
since they were
talented.
embryos. Always
Yes.
frickin' dancing. Last year was the chick from Dirty Dancing, you know. So, but this year we don't have
And her new face.
anybody like that. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
She doesn't even look like her
exactly.
anymore.
Everything was dancing but her face. It was frozen in the position.
For her. You know what I say? God bless.
Yes, go for it, right? Yeah, you're talking about working it. I think she's like
club?
60 or something, so she looked great. But for this season, there's really like it's kind of a wide playing field.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are doing good, but no one's really had any previous dance experience. So,
What about Ralph Macchio?
well, Ralph is actually pretty good.
Is he good?
He keeps working this gimmick where he's like, "Oh, I'm so old and I'm hurt and my body hurts," and he gets out on the dance floor and just fucking kills it. So I think he's working a little bit of a wrestling gimmick where he's trying to shark you like a pool shark.
Play
I don't know
dead
how
a
to
little
play
bit.
pool, and then he gets.
He looks like a dancer.
He's got progeria.
He's got
70 years old. Norm Macdonald on Dancing with the Stars. Ralph Macchio has progeria. He was in that Karate Kid, you know. In 1941, they showed it to the troops. No, are we talking about the rifleman? Chuck Connors.
God damn, you've got the Norm Macdonald smile.
Like an idiot staring at the sun, yeah? That's amazing. Chris Jericho has a successful career as a WWE superstar, and now he's dancing. But at least you got the beautiful Cheryl Burke there, huh? She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gal. But I wouldn't mind dancing with at all.
That's great. That's the most we've heard of Norm Macdonald in years.
He was on 2 days ago.
Well, there you go. I didn't listen 2 days ago.
Cheryl, what partner have you had dancing? Excuse me, let me make that more specific. What dancing partner have you had? And maybe you have a confidentiality agreement and you can't say, was like pretty difficult personally. Like what's wrong with this person? Why can't they just do what I say and we could win if this person would just leave?
Chris.
No, you two.
He keeps trying to insult me today.
These two.
You know, I think the actors that I've been with, I think because of their insecurities.
Names, please.
I can't.
Show me.
I can't name specific names. But you
Show
can go
me.
through the
If
list.
Sam Googles who her partner's on,
Yeah,
or
it's
instead
true.
of standing there with a stupid smile on his
with
face.
that fucking bunch of asparagus for hair.
Exactly. His Kramer's just getting out of control now. I like how he wears it back with like a beret.
Yeah, what the fuck?
When have we seen a beret since 1965?
You look like you're in the produce section of fucking Whole Foods, you idiot. Put the fucking camera down and look it up, stupid.
See, the thing is, a lot of people, and this is, a lot of people think when you do this show that you're instantly going to be a ballroom dancer, and it takes 20 years to be like. If I said, okay, you're going to learn how to wrestle opening in 2 weeks, and it takes years and years and years and years. Stand-up comedy, anything,
10,000 hours.
Well, more, maybe 12,000. 12,000
of learning.
75 hours of learning you need. So you can't just waltz in, no pun intended, and become a ballroom dancer. Some people think they can do that. It's impossible. You have to realize that this show is not built on the dancing per se. It's built on the show business aspect, the personality, the character, the charisma, all that sort of stuff.
Gives you more exposure.
Let me tell you something.
But you do learn quickly. You do learn quickly.
You don't care if you learn how to dance. Let's be honest.
Well, you have to do the best you
Not
can.
for the celebrities.
It's great exposure.
You have to do the best
They
you
have a
can.
reason why they're doing
Are you guys
this
middle of the pack? Where are you?
We tied for first last week. So
that's not middle of the
What
pack.
actor? I still want to know what actor.
Well, E-Rock's got the list.
E-Rock's on it?
Yeah, her first partner, Drew Lachey.
Lachey.
Oh, Lachey.
Drew Lachey's on there. He was a good one.
Look at the game tape.
Oh,
E-Rock.
You did not just do that. It'll get better as it goes on.
How could you get Lachey from Nick Lachey? It's an easy transition.
Damn it.
Then you have Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith.
Tell me who you want, and I'll just spin the wheel.
Ian Ziering.
Uh-oh.
It's actually Ian
And he thinks he's
Ziering.
hot shit because he married like a penthouse from the 80s? Like, wow, here's my fucking prime pussy. I'm ready to fucking treat everyone like an asshole. Look what I got at home. Hey, Ian, look what I got at home. Suck
Right.
my balls.
Have you ever met anyone
Fucking blonde Jew
with the
throat idiot.
name
Is that him?
A-I-N? That's Ian.
Ian, okay.
Ian.
Not
Cheryl,
Ian, Ian.
was Ian a pain in the ass?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to wear you down.
You can't do
Jay
that.
will wear you down.
I'm not talking about words.
I can't get fired from my show.
If you get fired for saying who was a jerk?
Really?
No, I just said who was a little very difficult to work with.
I said mainly all the actors I've been with.
So Ian Ziering was difficult
for the
to work
reason
but
that they think they can be ballroom dancers easily, right?
You know,
Yeah, I'm your
actors-
ballroom dancer, dancer for money.
That one was okay. I like the other. What was the one before
Fuck
that?
you
Michael
and-
Madsen.
No, that was a good one, Chris.
Oh shit!
No, it's Keitel.
He's
But
got
you
a
were
lot
in
of
the
good
right
ones.
movie.
He's got a lot of good ones.
Yeah,
Was
he
it,
does. No one does
Chris
Tina Turner.
Jericho turned it into a goddamn shooting gallery.
Harvey Keitel.
Bam!
Keitel.
Bam! If we could just get Cheryl Burke to tell us what we need to know. Who was difficult to work with? Then we will know. Ian Ziering? Bam! Turned into a goddamn shooting gallery. What the fuck was Joe thinking? To hire an animal like that.
Can you do Opie or Anthony?
Holy shit.
All right. All right.
No, we want to get something out of this interview.
Ian Zaring, what are the,
we don't want to talk about the foxtrot.
Something out of this
we don't want to talk
interview.
about the foxtrot.
By the way,
Jeez.
completely misnamed dance. You think it's going to be like hot and like jumping around. The foxtrot's like super slow and deliberate and like plodding almost, right?
Yeah, the foxtrot's
Dance
more
talk.
classical.
Yeah. Well, that's but whoever knows any of these dances, like you show up there and it's like this week you're going to be doing the rumba. It's like, well, what the fuck one is that? Like we don't know. I've never heard of any of these things before. Well, I'm trying to keep up with you.
Do it on your friends.
I do one imitation. I do one imitation.
Yeah.
I'll do my Lars Ulrich imitation. So I fucking went onto the Sirius radio with Opie and fucking Anthony. I was sitting right next to Jay Moore. He was so fucking crazy. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's my one.
He was in Get Into the Greek, wasn't he?
He was.
Lars.
Who's on the phone, babe?
Who's on the phone, babe? Get Russell Brand out of here. He's got a big fucking cock.
Who else? I love that.
That's all I can do.
That's all you need is one good one.
You get one. That's it.
That's
I got my one.
Then you have
Cheryl?
Wayne Newton.
All right. Well, we know Wayne. My wife
Wayne
said.
Newton is the nicest guy in the world.
My wife said Wayne Newton, not only the nicest
That's
guy in the
because
world,
you're hot.
the greatest smelling man in the world.
He smells
Did he
pretty
smell good?
Smells
Yeah.
like heaven and the inside of a Porsche.
He
was a
does.
guest
He
star.
smells good.
He was a guest star on Las Vegas.
Why does he smell good?
It's fucking Wayne
Just
Newton.
good cologne?
Who the fuck are
showers every
you?
day.
The best cologne
To ask that.
in Vegas. Well, I mean, is it in
He
it?
hasn't spent his
Does it
entire
come
career
from the
rolling
inside?
around with
I
other
think
men.
it's
on the mat.
It kind of rubbed off on you.
Watch it.
Oh shit!
I
That's
can't
right.
turn my head.
Jay was a wrestler back in the day.
Watch it.
Jay's
One of
got a
them real
fucked
ones.
up neck there.
Did anyone ever pull that finger move on you where they jam their finger in the guy's asshole? I heard about that.
Only until
wrestling
I
move.
came. That's good. You get a front headlock on a kid, you roll them, and your coach is like, legs, and you're like, not yet.
What was the bit that you did where you were banging a chick and you pulled out and left the state of Hawaii? on
Map
the
of
stomach?
Hawaii, yeah,
That's
Map of
good.
Hawaii is a classic
That's
Jay
like your
Moore line.
famous. That's your rock and roll all night.
That's a classic.
That's his,
Yes.
that's
No,
his,
he knows the show. He
that's
knows
his
the show.
walk this way of comedy.
That made
his
it on a
famous
T-shirt.
joke.
Map of Hawaii.
I made it on a T-shirt.
That's his walk this way. That's his biggest hit.
You know, I'll do shows, and people go, do walking. I'm like, have you ever seen the fucking Eagles in concert? Do you sit there and yell Hotel California the second you hit your chair, idiot? It comes at the end.
So people do yell for it.
Give him
They
time.
want to hear that
But
one.
now they yell for Tracy, too. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
and then they're going to start yelling for Cheryl. Cheryl and I are going to actually, we should announce it. We're touring together.
Yes.
We're at my torpedo of truth. Charlie Sheen. Winning. We're talking about an Oscar, man. I won one when I was 20. I wasn't even warm. Where does Charlie Sheen keep his imaginary Oscar? In his unicorn's ass? The fuck? He didn't win an Oscar, that fucking asshole.
Is he coming to town?
Yeah, Radio City
Are you
twice.
guys going?
You have to.
We might just to check it out.
I'm going.
What's he
Not 'cause
gonna
we want
do?
to.
What's he gonna do?
3,000
Just talk.
seats not sold.
He said he's going to riff.
Really?
They sold
I thought
out,
he
but it
sold
was
out.
they sold out, but it was all ticket brokers.
ticket
And the
brokers thinking they
are
had a big
They're
ticket.
going broke. They can't get rid of these things.
He's gonna riff.
What's he
He's
just gonna riff?
on.
Jim, I was watching
sayings.
Bill Maher had on
He's gonna riff.
what's his Belzer, and they were talking about, and the guests were like, I think it'll be great. And they go, yeah, for about 9 minutes. And then Belzer goes, then it's going to be a slow, anxious crawl to 9:30, babe. Fuck it. He's going to be like, who wants to see Brie Olsen's tits again? When I was a kid, goddesses were way hotter in my mind. I didn't think you pulled a couple sixes out of the San Fernando Valley, Bob's classy lady. And a goddess to me, like Cheryl is she's a beautiful,
Bob's classy lady.
it is. Like Cheryl, seriously, like a gorgeous girl. She's in phenomenal shape. You see her in the news. They always get pictures of you, like, and you got to stay out of Maui. That's where the paparazzi is.
Yeah.
Unless you go because you want your picture taken.
No,
because you
not
got
at
that
all.
hot rockin' bod in the bikini in Maui. Happily married man. Don't read into it.
You throw a little babe in there.
E-Rock, who else?
Then you have Christian De La Fuente.
What the fuck that is?
Who is that? Is he the guy that showed his cock in Sex of the City?
No.
I can't believe he was available.
No clue.
No. he's some Latin soap star.
Oh, he's a Latin soap
Fucking
star?
Jay, man.
Okay.
Who else?
Maurice Green.
Athlete.
He's the runner.
He's the runner.
Yeah,
the
athletes.
Yeah.
That's Cheryl's
like the
forte.
athletes.
Giles Marini.
Gilles Marini.
Gilles Marini.
Oh my God, you are butchering all the. It's fantastic.
We don't know that guy either.
Who is
He's-
Gilles?
he's
But I'm
the
not
guy-
reading it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the guy that showed his cock in
Yeah,
Sex
in
and the
Sex
City.
Oh.
Okay. That's what he's known for. They actually hired his cock.
Trivia with Chris Jericho.
They hired his cock to dance. Gilles Marini's cock was actually the one that was listed to dance.
No, Cheryl, when you date outside of the show, obviously, because
she's suffering. Look at her.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
You're so not. Go
You're
ahead.
suffering.
Believe me.
You have a
She's
bit
good.
of jungle fever, correct?
No.
Don't lie.
Oh, damn.
Sometimes. It depends.
Sometimes is all the time if you're a white person.
That's true. We look at that as all the time.
Really?
What is this, 1987 to Anthony?
Jungle fever?
No, I'm just speaking for Anthony.
Yes. People like
Jungle fever.
Jungle.
We like going old school sometimes.
My wife
really
said to me
is
once,
kinda-
"Aren't you glad I never slept with a black guy?" I gotta realize this all has traction, and fucking 6 years from now, I'll be applying for a Tyler Perry movie, and they'll pull this fucking quote up.
Oh,
and
and
go,
you said this one.
Nope.
Tyler Perry.
We're like this Jay Moore kid. Has
I
he
like
ever
this
said
Tyler
anything?
Yeah, let's
so
look back.
Ian Zering was a pain in the neck. You can nod or shake your head, and I will not out what your. Well, who knows? Who knows?
I see
Who knows?
something? Okay.
Who knows?
She doesn't want to get in trouble.
So
and
when's
lose
the
her
show
gig.
is on? The show is called Dancing with the Stars. I understand.
When do you guys dance next? Monday.
Every Monday.
So what? All weekend?
So that's the thing. No,
you're not going to practice all weekend.
Every
right?
day,
yeah.
man. You
Why
got
would
five.
you do
You got
that?
5
'Cause he's a
days.
fucking man.
You got 5 days to do
to
this.
figure it all out.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're already in the studio doing rehearsals and stuff. So this schedule's nuts, man. Because this training is some of the hardest training that I've ever done. And you guys know all the stuff that I've done over the years. But this is fucking crazy because it's like aerobics and yoga combined. Like there's so much stuff you don't even realize when you're learning to do this when you watch it on TV because they make it look so easy as far as positioning and frame and toes down, heels up, shoulders down, elbows up, chin up, and it's all it's too much to remember. So you really have to spend 7-8 hours a day to do this. That's you
How
would
much
never
weight
expect
have you
that.
lost so far?
Probably about 10 pounds or so. You know?
Now, is being gay, has that helped you learn?
Yeah, I mean, of course,
Naturally.
you get in touch with your feminine side, and you can work with that. You know, you got a little bit more flair, a little bit more pomp and circumstance. I'm a real bitch in the morning, though.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help much.
I do miss
but,
that little. I do miss that little fountain on top of your head. That
You
little,
like that one, huh?
That little, what did we used to call when?
I'm
when
not
Chris,
saying it.
When Chris
Oh, wait,
went
I'm
out,
not saying it.
You know what we?
Chris
Chris used to
used
wear
to
that
say.
ponytail right on
Say
top
it,
of his
come
head,
on.
and we would call it the jizz fountain.
I like how suddenly Opie had some morals and some
I know, right?
remorse. I'm
It
not
was just
saying that.
funny.
I'm done with
It was
that.
funny.
It was 10
funny.
years ago. It was funny.
Yeah, it was
You know,
funny.
that's
man.
back when we didn't
By the
know
way,
we called
Sam,
it.
We
Yeah.
called you Pebbles and stuff.
Pebbles Flintstone.
And hey, hello, that's why I had it. So
Yes.
that people like you would insult me for it, you idiots.
Exactly. He was a heel.
By the
I
way,
was a bad
Sam,
guy.
having the camera just on a close-up of Cheryl's face is not making her uncomfortable at all. You fucking stalking
Oh,
lunatic.
believe me, no, we know.
Sell to TMZ,
It's always
Jay.
on me. Believe me. with this
Believe me,
guy,
we know Sam. It's
Yeah.
always on the
It's
fucking
always
wrestling.
on me.
Believe me.
He's a stalker for the WWE guys.
crazy.
Even though Chris isn't wrestling right now.
No.
No WrestleMania for you this
No,
year.
not this
Triple
year.
H was fucking creeped out by him just yesterday? Day before?
2 days ago.
It's
2
his
days ago.
eyebrows.
He was
Look at those
creeped
things.
out. He's just like, you're everywhere. He goes, I see you everywhere. And when a wrestler notices some guy's been everywhere, that's fucking scary.
He's got a couple Hitler mustaches above his eyes. It's freaking me
Look at
out.
those things.
Speewee would be freaked out.
That is fucked up.
Cheryl, as a star of Dancing with the Stars, where did you grow up?
I grew up in San Francisco.
Born and bred?
Yes.
And that's where you began. You obviously began dancing at what, 5, 6?
4.
4 years
4
old?
years old.
Oh, what a cutie pie. I miss my daughter. I would love to have a daughter and take her to little dance classes. What's cuter than that? Instead, you got a boy, you take him to the beach, he gets dog shit on him somehow. Like, how the fuck do you leave this fucking Pacific Ocean with dog shit on you? Just lucky, I guess.
Just lucky, I guess.
Fuck, they're so stupid. Boys are dumb.
She had a big time story. I don't know what. Do you talk about that shit anymore? It was in
What
your book.
story?
The mailman.
What?
Yes. No. Of course I talk about it because it's in my book.
Was he black?
Absolutely. No.
She was 6.
Atta girl.
She was 6, and there was a retired mailman that might have
Oh my
Done a
God.
thing or two.
What? But she's not
I'm
a
trying-
victim,
I'm
which
not-
I respect.
Guys
I
are
like that.
disgusting.
I'm not trying
She
to.
talks about it, man.
I
Yeah,
do
she's-
talk
Well,
about
the
it.
only reason I bring it up because it was in your book. But
Yes.
the thing I wanted to bring,
mailman delivers.
the thing I wanted to bring up was that the guy got released recently, right?
Yeah, he is released.
He did 20. He did 20 years, and now
20
he's
years.
out.
He's out.
Wow. Who's looking for him?
You want Billy Hayes to go talk to
No
him?
Billy Hayes
idea.
will talk to him.
Damn.
Where is he?
He's actually stationed, I think, close to where I was. where I
Stationed?
grew
What do
up.
you mean stationed?
Like he's been taken care of because he's about to die.
Oh, so like he's in an old
He's, like,
folks
in
home
an
or
old
something?
folks home, yeah.
Oh, so they have him in an old folks home.
You
should get
20
over
years
town.
from what happened with you only, or
No,
is it
bunch of-
a cumulative?
Yeah.
Good.
You should whisper some shit in his ear that makes him die, like fucking some gladiator shit.
Like a spell?
The baby inside of me is not of your. Yeah. The king's fucking just dying there. You should do that. You should do that.
Talking about
Gladiator.
That's Gladiator. Come on, Chris.
Jay's just like, don't ask him. He'll just keep going.
yeah, just go with it over and over again.
What I like about Cheryl though is
She's not a
people
victim.
in this country. I don't know about the rest of the world. You have to learn how to turn the fucking page and not
Right.
be defined by
Yeah.
shit that happened to you. We all got fucking had an uncle or a cousin or older kids in the woods, and then you did it to the kids younger than you.
What are you gonna do? You pass
Not
it
me,
on.
but other kids like me in New Jersey.
Yeah, you've overcome.
But turn the fucking page. Don't let it define you. And on here you have you are the biggest star dancer on the show, like
Yeah.
except for that one that looks like Mickey Rooney, that fucking blonde guy.
Derek.
Holy shit! When is he making his next movie with Judy Garland? Say, gang, why don't we all get together and do a nice dance?
We'll put on a show, see? That'd be a good idea.
And didn't
Oh
he
my
hook
God,
up
that's
with?
so funny.
But you are the biggest star on that show.
She is.
She is. Distant second is that little
Derek.
chimpish
Hobbit.
girl,
Oh, the chimpish
the
girl.
Mario Lopez girl.
Oh, Karina.
Karina Kara's.
Smirnoff.
Yeah, she's like half
Is she
Gibbon.
second?
Wait, is the,
Oh my God.
Cheryl's the real star of the show.
No, is
you
the-
know why?
is
Because
the-
she rocks the bangs.
is the,
Yeah.
It's hard to dance with bangs. She pulls it off
She
every
pulls it off.
week.
That's pretty cool.
Is the Russian girl still dancing? Jeffrey Ross's old partner? I forgot her name. She had
Oh,
great
Edita. No, she's Polish. She's not dancing
Polish.
anymore.
Why? What happened? Pulled a hammy?
Jeffrey Ross.
Jeffrey Ross ruined her?
Yeah, probably.
Jeffrey roasted her.
She used to be right to look at.
Let me ask you guys a quick question as comedy geniuses.
Ah, yes.
All three of you. Of
course.
What was why would they even ask Situation to do the Trump
the roast.
Why would they even ask him?
Because it's a
knowing-
big name now, and
Yeah,
it's
it's just 'cause it
popular
was a big name.
culture.
You
And
need
who
a big
cares
name
if
for
he's
those
funny
things.
or not? Just throw him on. And
But does he
let
have any
him
relation
tank.
to Trump at all?
No.
No.
Okay, because that was one of the most painful things I've ever seen.
But most of those people don't have a relationship with. Yeah.
All right, come on now. Like that was gonna fucking work when his joke's gonna go over. You know, it was kind of a sea. It's funny you bring that up. It's kind of a sea. I've been thinking about this. It was a bit of a sea change for American audiences. They weren't saying we don't think what you're saying is not funny.
Right.
But through his unfunniness, they began to heckle because they realized, what the fuck are you doing here?
Exactly, exactly. Who is
That's
this
where
guy?
the heckles came from.
Exactly,
Because his jokes,
exactly.
like if I said him or you
They
said
wouldn't
him,
have been
they
bad,
would have
right?
worked.
They would have worked. You're right.
Yeah. The
But then
delivery
when he
was
hit
delivery was
Jalesnik
horrible.
or whatever that guy is, you go, but it was like, you could tell that's the one he wrote. He goes, yeah, that's nice, but I was at my house fucking a model on a bag of money.
Yeah, in
And
my,
it was
in
like-
my
Yeah.
mansion.
In my mansion, you're
Really?
like, well, obviously
And
that's the
she
one
was
you wrote.
laughing.
Yeah.
And it was the fifth one this week. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that uncomfortable silence where people were saying, what the fuck is this guy even doing
It's
up
a
here?
tough hustle at roast. I got booed off stage at the Drew Carey roast.
Did you?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I had to go.
Why?
I said, Mayor Dinkins and Mayor Abe Beam are here. They're going to go out back after the show and have a bad mayor off. And I got booed.
That's funny.
And Freddie Roman goes, wait, you're out of line. I go, really? There's a
At
dead
a roast, you're out of line?
I go, there's a dead Hasid in Crown Heights that agrees with me.
Yeah.
Because all the Jews and blacks were fighting.
Sure,
How
yeah.
is that out of line?
Because
Nothing's
they're
out of line
honorary
at a roast.
friars, and Freddie Roman had a couple pops, and I go, "Are you talking to me or that fucking rabbit on your head?" And they're like, and the crowd was like, "Yo, whoa now!"
can't do that to
See,
Freddie.
but it's funny, but it's over the line funny, maybe. But you know,
No,
gee,
that was.
yeah,
I've
the
seen
situation
shit that goes
one
way
was
past that.
I'm not a
Beyond,
big fan of
beyond,
roasts
beyond,
because no
beyond.
one's
Fuck
roast.
that.
They don't roast the ones they love. They roast the ones that are fucking
Easy
low enough on the
victims.
totem pole that they'll agree to be on a roast.
Right. Yeah.
You never
Not
see
like the
fucking
old
John
days.
Cryer sitting there. You know why? Because he's making 1.5 an episode.
Why would he do that, right?
Yeah.
We got to get these guys out. They got to go to Fox.
Oh my God! I'm trying to
already. They're gonna waltz on out of here.
That's a
Cheryl, do you have a favorite season? Obviously, the seasons you win are probably the ones that stand out, but they may not necessarily be your favorite seasons, correct? Are there seasons that you didn't win that was just so much damn fun?
I had fun with Gilles Marini, the guy that showed us
The cock.
penis.
The cock guy.
Guile Mary.
I'm trying to put this on track for...
Yeah, we had fun.
Did he let you see it?
No.
Show it once. Why not?
Jesus.
No,
Show it once. Show it
to
all
the
time.
world.
Right, why
You
not?
pick up a bonus when you win? You pick up a bonus?
we just continue to get paid throughout the whole season.
The more episodes they last, the
if
more
you
money they
win,
make.
Oh, I got you.
There's got to be a little cheddar at the end.
Yeah, if you win. Nothing?
Endorsements. Endorsements.
Great.
Come
Yeah,
on.
endorsements.
Endorsements.
She's got a lot of endorsements.
What do you do for like shampoo and stuff?
Jazzercise is one of them.
Jazzercise.
Full Fast is a diet spray.
Love full.
Right.
Did the whitening strips
Spray.
before.
Like for the hair?
Crest.
Crest is
Yes,
good.
of
Crest's
course.
a big
I did,
one.
Big Sexy Hair.
She's got a lot of them.
She's
She
got
got
the big
dance
sexy hair.
studios.
Got dance
Yeah.
studios.
See, she's smart. She's branding herself.
Yeah.
She's going out there in the world and making
Not
making
a
her
Mickey
fame and
Rooney
fortune.
impersonator like the other one.
Mickey Rooney.
Is there a dancer?
Oh,
we don't
come on, fucking Roland. We get it. They
Come
gotta
we
go.
understand. Fuck off.
Look,
Jeez.
Where do you guys have to go next?
Fox.
We are for Fox
Good day, New York.
TV. We're
Good
coming
day,
back here. We're everywhere.
I hear you.
You got to pull them out of here, Roland.
All right, get him the hell
Thank
out of
you.
here, then,
You
Roland.
get the
hell out of here. Now you get the hell out of here.
You're fired. Chris Jericho, get your ass out of here. I don't want to see you again, Twinkle Toes. Now get out.
Sure, I'll call you later.
See, I set you up there.
I love that.
I
See, we work
fed that to
together.
you. See,
I like it.
We got
I
a
like
little thing
it.
going on here.
Continued success.
I don't think
Thank you guys.
He doesn't miss Vince right now. I
Are
bet.
you guys gonna? Let me
really
ask you,
enjoying
Anthony.
his time on
Are you
ABC.
gonna vote for me on Monday?
Of course. Yes. Oh, it's all about Chris
Everybody.
Jericho.
See, you even know that you can vote 11
Take
times.
it easy.
Nice to meet you,
votes for
man.
you.
Let me get a
All
little
right,
look
Chris.
there.
We'll all vote for you. Let's get the
Yeah.
audience to
You
vote
guys
for
gonna
Chris
do that
Jericho.
when I leave too?
She's a firecracker.
Yeah, we'll check out your ass, Chris.
She's got legs like Earl Campbell.
Jesus.
I turned around and I went, that's not what I was expecting at all.
Use my Lars Ulrich. You feel free to use it.
All right.
I'm going to call
It's
you.
yours.
Chris, thank you.
Yo,
Horace Grant, call me.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris Jericho,
Later,
everyone.
man. Chris is
Fucking-
looking so
was that
Hollywood,
fight-
man.
When she got up, I'm like, is that Joe Morris from the Giants? What the fuck happened?
Tiny little Joe Morris.
From the belly button up, you go, oh, it's a
That's
cute
all right,
kid.
She's
right?
tiny.
And then when
She's
she
a tiny
leaves,
girl.
you go, whoa, some squat thrust.
She probably supplements with the heels. She wears those heels.
Can I acknowledge that was the best Lars I've ever heard in my life?
That was Lars Jericho.
I heard he's already getting divorced from his girlfriend, Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, really? From his girlfriend?
No.
That other one?
So I'm just telling you what I heard.
Wow.
I'm only joking.
Oh, April Fools.
Yeah,
Braveheart, Ant. Braveheart.
Braveheart.
They can't go on with their lives.
What?
You said Gladiator.
Oh, it was Braveheart.
Braveheart. All right.
Go fuck your mother.
Why don't we take a break? More with Jay Moore. Jay Moore, Foxwoods, week from today.
4/8. Wait, no. What's April? 4?
Can I go?
Yeah. No.
I can't go.
Only if you bring my main man.
He likes my son.
That's my homie right there.
We don't talk about my son.
Who that?
No?
Because Ant doesn't like kids.
What? No, I like kids. They're funny. I like that crying kid that wants to be the fucking governor of Jersey.
Your girlfriend
He was
told me
funny.
you don't want kids to get germs on your couch.
No, I hate that.
Boogers.
Specifically.
Booger couch.
She
Booger
goes,
couch.
fucking germs on the couch?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, we just met. I go, how are you? She goes, good. I go, yeah. So you're, oh, yeah. She goes, yeah, fucking germs on the couch. Apropos of nothing. She just fucking launched into
I just
it.
launched into a tirade of fucking germs
you
on
know
the
what?
couch.
I fucking got off track because I wanted to have some I just wanted her to stay in her chair because I tried to make it look like an interview, but I wanted to really get into fucking Keitel and Burke.
Oh,
Smoking
yeah.
grass.
Beautiful girls.
Kit Kat. I said Kit Kat
Kit Kat
a
Club.
lot.
Love that.
okay.
Fucking. I watched that movie now, and I can't. It's Jay Moore doing that.
It's an
fucking,
incredible movie.
But it's Jay Moore doing the part now. I can't watch that. I can't watch Keitel anymore doing anything. Thank you, Jay.
What kind of businessman are you? You can't back your own product.
More with Jay Moore. Foxwoods next Friday.
Yes.
Figure out how to get your own tickets because Jay Moore's not on Twitter to tell you. Or you should have.
Go to fucking Foxwoods and buy tickets.
Yeah, it's easy.
Let's do that.
Is that your?
Yeah, that's her. She's laying down there.
We'll be
the
back.
whole time?
Boudoir. Yeah.
The virus. Call the Opie and Anthony Show now. 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. Send your feedback to feedback@opieandanthony.com. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We got an old friend outside the studio, Eddie Trunk.
Eddie, what's that?
I don't do it well,
Scott
but
Muni.
I,
Scott says corpse is being wheeled in. No, it's Eddie Trunk.
What's up, Eddie?
Steele. Eddie, how you doing, man?
Are you coming on our show as like a legit
It's like a
guest?
legit guest.
This is weird. Why are you
legitimate guest?
You're a legitimate guest now?
Of the program.
I never considered myself legitimate in any way, but I'm happy to be here.
But
it's been a long time since I've seen you guys. Well, I saw Ant on the
last time
street.
I saw you on the street, of course,
Yeah.
we were right there at the crossroads of the world.
Yes, exactly.
Saying hello.
I saw you at a movie theater.
That was the Batman movie.
I wouldn't know. You talked through the whole thing, but
no, I didn't say a word. all I remember about that is Opie trying to bum money off of me to buy popcorn because he had no cash.
Shit!
Did I really?
Yeah, that's the God's honest truth. You were there.
That's not going to help my image, man. I thought I was past that.
He was in line with his now wife and going to see Batman, and I'm standing behind him. He turned around and goes, "Hey, bro," he goes, I actually have no cash.
Oh, my God, this isn't going to help.
What a true friend.
Well,
hey,
you just said I talked through the movie. Exactly. I haven't been on the show in ages. I sit down, the first thing he does is take a shot, talk through a movie. So
you know what? You got me back good.
That one did
you know the
nail
Jay
you, I think.
Moores.
Yeah.
You know the Jay Moores?
We met very briefly when on the NEW days. I remember when you used to always come in all the time.
Yeah.
Back
Jay
in the
came
day
in
where girls were getting pierced.
Well, no,
it was crazy.
Jay was going to do
Wiffle
one
ball bats up their assholes.
Let me tell the audience because let me tell the audience because it's been a while. Jay was going to do one fucking show with us, and then we turned you on to what the possibilities were all about.
I didn't plan on doing one show. They just said, "Here's a new afternoon time show."
It was just part of your schedule that day.
Yeah.
Right. Little did you know we'd become friends after that one
I
afternoon.
didn't realize it. It was awesome, man. I knew I wanted. I think I came back the next day.
Yes, you did.
So a girl had my first time ever. There was a girl right here in front of me, and she had her labia pierced. And I was like, "Aren't I in your way?" And I was like, "No, you're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like
You're
the guy
good.
did it from an angle
because we needed your microphone.
The guy fucking ballparked it.
Just to not interrupt.
We needed.
I'm like, isn't it measure once, cut? Is it measure twice, cut once?
Yeah.
Fuck, car crash.
That's all right.
I was on with Ron and Fez yesterday, and we were talking
it.
about the old
Braggart.
days. I said maybe the days when they would come in like annihilated out of their mind when I was doing my metal show overnight.
Oh, man.
And Ronnie couldn't even navigate the hallway. And then there would be a chick they'd lay out on the console in the middle of me doing my show on the other side of the console. Just lay out, a chick, and she'd start taking clothes off. And I'm like, "Oh, here's some more AC/DC," and it's just going on right in front of me.
There were those Fridays where we would do the afternoon. Yeah, we'd just be drinking the whole show. From 3 to 7, and then 7 o'clock, it'd be like, well, why the fuck would I want to go home, So I'd hang out and do Ron and Fez, do their show.
Oh, you were there a lot, yeah.
And then, and still drinking, and then Eddie'd come in, and it's like, I'll hang around for Eddie Trunk's show. I'd hang around for 3 fucking shows back then.
The best part, your girl at the time taking the knife to the console saying, carving in "I love Anthony."
Oh, who was that? The fucking.
I'm just saying the girl.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
What was she in, the T-Birds?
But she had a knife and she just fucking carved into the console. NEW was so fucking livid over
my favorite
that thing is still there, I'm sure.
My favorite quick NEW story about my show was that when all you guys would hang out and everything, there would be like, reminiscences of whatever show.
Yeah,
and it would be
like
12,
carryovers.
Yeah, it would be like 12:30. I'd be on the air, and I'll never forget. I had a bunch of guests. I forget who in the studio. I'm playing the music really loud during the music, and all of a sudden the door creaks open, and it was Stalker Patty, and she pops her head into the studio and she goes, "Can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep out here." And she was sleeping under the stairs. And she was mad that my show was too loud.
You're doing a show.
Yeah.
That's true.
She was sleeping under the stairs.
She lived there for probably a month before they decided, all right, you can't have a fucking stalker living under the
Patty,
stairs.
Yeah. And because I had a peripheral relationship with her, she didn't actually stalk me. But she always just seemed like a nice lady that was down on her luck. That was,
she was a star.
Can you spare a dime for a fellow American who's down on his luck?
Talked very slowly.
Yeah, she would meet me on the subway platform because she was going the same.
Yeah, what?
Oh, babe, what?
The
I
same
liked
way
her
as
more
I
than
was.
fucking Princess Di, the retarded
I
little
hated
Shirley.
I love
They
those two.
stunk.
I love those.
There was
two.
a period where that station had zero management, and remember that there was like for 3-4 months, and the lunatics were literally running the asylum. There was never greater radio in my life.
We went on there once. Ron and Fez were on vacation. And they were playing a bit, and you know how even when the show's on vacation, people will call in thinking somebody is there live. So we would sit there, and out the screener used to be out in the green room lobby area where the foosball table was and everything. So we'd take the calls and go, all right, what do you got for Ron and Fez? Hold on, and we'd each take line 1, line 2, line 3, and we'd bet $100, and we'd sit there and see who hung up last out of the people that were on the phone. And dude, it went for hours. We're drinking, playing foosball. It's like, oh, fucking line 2 just hung up. Shit, motherfucker.
Wait, another one just came to me with you. Exactly. This is hysterical. I was on the air New Year's Eve, all right? And you came in with a bunch of people because I was on sweeping past midnight. So you came in and you were just hanging out. You wanted to go up to the top to see the ball drop.
Right, the countdown.
So Anthony says to me, he goes, I'm going to bring my cell phone. He goes, and we'll do a countdown thing, report from the roof. And I'm like, all right. So Ant's up there on the thing, and he goes, I got him live on the air, and he's like doing the thing. He goes, all right, Eddie, here we go. It's 3, 2, all right, Happy New Year. We have this big thing on the air, and then the lines just go crazy. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? We realized we're on like a 36-second delay.
Yes,
so we did our countdown into nothing.
It was, everybody's already Happy New Yearing, and I'm like, 15, 14.
All excited.
Ant comes down the elevator. He walks in. How was it? I go, well, it was about 40 seconds late.
Remember, you could get to the roof though.
Yeah,
and just hang out.
Yeah,
we used to
went
go
up there
up to
a
that
lot.
roof on. We used to go up there on New Year's Eve.
Fuck yeah,
every
the
New
view
Year's
from up
Eve,
there was
fucking
ridiculous.
Look
I
right
never
down
went up.
into Times Square.
Oh man, it was cool.
Scary in
So the
city now,
snipers
Times
would
Square.
fucking zero in on you after 9/11.
And what about the stairwell with the pot happening?
Oh yeah.
Stinky's.
Leave
Club
me
Stinky.
out of this.
Club Stinky, where we used to go in the stairwell and smoke the weed. People used to come in, guests, smoke the weed. Rodney Dangerfield.
The best was Rodney.
Smoked,
Rodney went into the stairwell.
A joint down there. And
Did I ever tell you? Eddie-
How about the windows when you could see the people showering?
Oh,
yeah. That was every
that's a good
afternoon.
one.
Scotzo almost
Prince
jumped out of
Marriott
his.
and
I ran
Kauai.
Scotzo's board one day. His head almost exploded.
Well, we
Yeah.
turned everyone
Oh,
on to
finally
that.
did.
Yeah.
Those dummies wouldn't look out the stupid window. I'm like, if you look out, you might see some girls showering.
Yeah.
Idiots. And then the people that did our show started signing the stairwell.
Yeah, we had a big
The walls
didn't know
autograph
that.
walls.
Oh yeah, the walls in
They
there.
stole that here, by the way. They do it now here.
Yeah,
they sign the
certainly.
walls. Yeah.
So Eddie, we should get a couple plugs out for the book because we got this book
book's
about
awesome.
We got
I know, it's
we got
great,
the book
man.
a month ago.
Eddie Trunk in studio.
And you took it very seriously. I mean, this thing is put together real well. Eddie Trunk's Essential Hard Rock and Heavy Metal, forwarded by Rob Halford.
Yeah. It's,
May I ask a question
Yeah,
before
sure.
we get into that? How, to me, this seems like a logistical nightmare as far as clearing all these photos and these people.
Oh, there's a story behind that because you're right. It
Is
is.
the story in the book?
No, I'll tell you what happened with the photos. It is a nightmare to clear photos, and those photos are incredible. And they were all taken, 99% of the shots in the book were taken by the same guy. A guy by the name of Ron Akiyama. He's a friend of mine. He's been, following me around and following these bands around for almost 35 years. And he took all these shots. So one guy did it. And the cool thing about it is, 'cause since he's a friend of mine, the stories that I'm talking about in the book, a lot of the shots are exactly from that show because he was with me at the show.
Right.
And how he got that access, because he was not a legit photographer, how he got the access was that he worked in a record store that had a Ticketron or Ticketmaster.
The old days.
And 9 o'clock in the morning, tickets would go on sale for Van Halen, and he would open the door at 9:01 to the people in line, and in that 60 seconds, punch out the front row. And then he'd sneak his camera in and then go take those shots. So a lot of the shots of the bands of the 70s were taken without any photo credential at all.
So he took this picture of Ozzy from the Black Sabbath days, the early days?
I think you missed a really good forward.
These are amazing.
This would have been a great forward.
Is it in the book?
Yeah, we
That
talk
story?
about. Yeah, we
Oh,
talk
okay.
about all.
All right.
I think we talk about all that stuff in the book. But the
You think it's your book?
I wrote it 2 years ago.
Fucking stuttering prick.
Yeah, Sharon gave approval for the...
No.
Okay.
Sharon hates me, but
Why
that's
does
another
Sharon hate
story.
you?
I don't know. I mean, because I don't know. I wish I knew.
You really think she hates you?
Yeah, well, she won't let Ozzy do our TV show.
Wait a minute.
We've
Eddie
asked every
Trump's
season.
Essential hard rock and heavy metal, but yet Sammy Hagar is in it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a dichotomy there? You
No.
think Sammy Hagar is essential to rock and roll?
Did you ever hear Montrose?
Or 1, 2, 3 Lockbox?
Did you ever hear Montrose?
No, I don't know.
Montrose's first 2 albums are one of the most influential records in hard rock.
Come on.
Shaped Van Halen, shaped Iron Maiden, everything.
Hey, well, watch the Maiden now. Watch the Maiden.
Maiden covered 2 Montrose songs.
What's the big Montrose song?
Rock Candy, Rock the Nation, Bad Motor Scooter. They never had a hit, but those were it's an enormously influential record.
Oh, he just told you, Jay Morse.
No, that's what I
And
love.
he was a singer in Van Halen.
He said he's putting everyone down today.
Who?
He's got the comebacks.
No, I like it.
He's calling me cheap and then telling you don't have Sammy Hagar knowledge.
No, I like that. I'm setting him up to
You don't know the Red Rocker.
I'm setting him up to defend his wares.
Well, listen, if you
what do you think of Sammy Hagar on the Alien thing that came out recently?
Doesn't bother me. The guy was probably stoned and whatever. I mean,
Exactly.
he smokes pot and drinks tequila. What do you think he's going to say? I mean, that didn't even faze me. I thought it was more interesting about all the Van Halen stuff and how whacked out and out of their minds Eddie and Alex were. I love when he calls Eddie, whenever he put Eddie's hair up in the thing, the samurai hair on the reunion tour, that he was out of his mind. And I went to those shows, and it's true. You couldn't tell what Eddie Van Halen was playing. He was playing a different song than the rest of the band.
Really?
It was
That bad?
god-awful. Yeah. Unbelievably bad.
He's still drinking a lot?
No, this was the reunion with Hagar, which was 90, whatever it was. No, I don't know how he is now. I don't know.
keep asking
So why the fuck
people
was
if
he
they-
so off?
Then he was whacked out of his
That's
head.
what I'm
Oh, yeah,
Did
I
they
don't
do
know
a-
now.
Did they do a tour with David Lee also?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because I've always been saying, like, they're the band that left the most money on the table.
Couple years ago they did.
At the time, yeah.
But David Lee, like, his bus always breaks down just outside of town. Like, he's like, oh, Dave can't make it. The humidifier's busted. Like, literally, like, the
Go
most
find
petty,
Gary Sharon.
the most petty shit in the. You heard all this,
Yeah,
right?
well, after reading Sammy's book, I said to Gary, I said, you have a better chance of getting a reunion with Van Halen than he does right now.
Oof.
You know?
That was that goes down as a weird part in the Van Halen history. Yeah, not quite a high point.
No.
What I like about the book, you do Eddie's playlist, and one of my bands, Zeppelin. You basically do your favorite Zeppelin songs. Is this how this works, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it got edited down a lot.
What page
but
are you on, Oak?
What I think are my
117.
favorite songs, yeah.
Trying to think what should be on this list.
Oh, tons, but I had to cut everything. I didn't realize that process in books is that the editing thing. It's like, well, you can only pick so many songs that fit in that little circle that spot is. So I had double the amount of songs
And
that
you
had
had
to
to
be
cut
trimmed
all the
down.
Willie Dixon songs.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I know what's up.
Yeah, you do. But
Jay
but to
Morse
Jay's
knows.
point about the different sorts of bands in there, anybody that's followed me in whatever I've done in almost 30 years in radio and TV knows that I've always separated hard rock and heavy metal. I think they're two different genres. And if you look in my book, you're going to see Slayer and Megadeth and Metallica. You're also going to see Bon Jovi, Poison, and Billy Squier. I think that there are importances to both of those genres of music.
The book just looks good. If you're
Eddie nailed
if
his
you're,
playlist, by the way. The Zeppelin playlist.
You think?
He nailed it. 'Cause
What's
there's-
in there? I don't even remember what I
The
put.
only one I would have taken out.
hot dog.
Yeah,
I didn't put hot dog in there, oh. I know I didn't put hot dog.
And you bailed on me. I was going to go, yeah, you might want to lose that. And Opie bailed
Southbound
on it.
soiree.
I didn't bail on it.
Oh, maybe he
started
wasn't.
it.
Maybe he wasn't saying that. Maybe he just needed you to lend him some money so he could buy one.
I don't know what I
Thanks
take.
for bringing it up again.
Yeah, I had to.
What's the
You
hit
got me
from
bad.
into the Outdoor?
Fuck it,
Let on
yeah.
the love that I found. Don't.
Fool in the Rain.
Fool in the Rain.
Fool in the Rain.
But I like
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
Evening better from that
In
album.
the Evening's a great song.
The great
Fool in the
guitar
Rain's
solo
got-
on
it's
that.
like 4 different songs. It's very Lennon McCartney-esque. It's 3 different songs, right?
Yeah.
What's
And
the,
it has a whistle.
Eddie, what's your second most like passion in life? Obviously, heavy metal and hard rock music is
Nobody's
number
fault
one.
but mine.
That's like
Damn.
when you bump into Eddie, you talk fucking music and shit. What's your second favorite thing?
Probably football and the
Yeah?
Giants. Yeah, probably NFL.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Fucking Giants.
Fucking
What a
Giants.
zilch.
Jesus.
Boring
Sorry, I
fucking-
asked.
Boring fucking team.
James Addiction in here?
Why not Jane's Addiction in here?
Where's Bad Brains? Where's Jane's Addiction?
Jay's band is.
No, we don't go into the
That's a little more
90s or
90s.
even. Yeah, it's a niche, if you will. It's my world of what's important to me as a kid.
Are you selling a
growing
lot
up.
of these?
You know what, man?
You
I
have to be.
got to tell you, the official release date is today, but it's actually been out for about a week in most places, and it's kind of taken everyone by surprise because it's doing a hell of a lot better than.
Let me tell you
There's so
something.
many
Let me
fans
help
of
you
it.
sell this fucking thing.
Bon Jovi
There's an
has more
average of
fucking good songs.
there's an average of 2 pictures per page in this fucking book.
Yeah, that's definitely
that's
your
not a
audience.
seller.
But it's not a picture book either.
That's your
It's like
audience.
that great
Lots
picture
of
book.
pictures, Long Island.
Who the fuck wants to read a
Long
book
Island.
that doesn't have a lot of pictures in it?
I don't
Jay
know.
Morse?
Mine, stupid.
Oh, I like your book.
It's
More
a
pictures
great
in there.
book.
Yeah,
It's
why
a-
didn't you have pictures in your book, Jay?
Because I don't want to have pictures of my kid on, to...
Yeah, but what about you as a kid?
Aw.
was very little of me in it.
You know I like your
adorable.
book. I wrote.
Oh, I know. I don't give a
kept.
shit.
I kept texting you as
I
I'm reading
know, I
the
don't
fucking
give a
thing.
shit.
Fuck do I care? Where's
know,
the
I
Van
don't
Halen page? I want to see your...
in the back, in the V's. Go to the back.
Oh,
it's
I know, it's
alphabetical.
alphabetical. Sorry, Eddie Trunk.
There you
I
go.
didn't realize that.
Nice.
There you go.
I want to see the Van Halen. Look at Diamond Dave. You fucking get your shit
How
together,
about this
Dave.
shot with Eddie with the bra on the mic stand, man? Look at this shot, Jay.
That's a great shot.
Look at that.
He
That's
got
come on,
some
man.
pussy.
What's that set? You know
He got
he's
some
playing,
pussy.
I guarantee he's playing Panama right there.
How do you know?
Just
That's
his face.
No, that's pre 1984 though.
Just agree with me, dummy.
It can't be. Look at the caption. What year is it from?
All right.
Wow, Eddie, your Van Halen playlist very obscure. I noticed.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
Very obscure.
I'm not down
Holy
with the hits.
shit.
Where the fuck is on? Where's
I've been in
Unchained?
radio 30 years. I've never played a hit.
How about
like the
Unchained
hits.
is right?
Unchained?
No,
why not?
Well, you're out of your fucking
Listen,
mind.
when you get to Van Halen, what you
put
really
pound
should
cake in there.
Pound cake.
That's what I love pound cake. But you know what? When you get to Van Halen, it really should be about what songs you leave off because there's so many great ones. How do you
Well,
do
how about
that?
you put one of the great ones on?
What's on there?
Atomic Punk.
I swear to God, I kind of know music. I don't know half these Van Halen songs.
I know.
Come on.
I know Unchained
If
has to be on
if you're
this.
a hard rock fan, there's no way
Everybody
you don't
wants
love
some?
anything.
Somebody
from
give me a
everything Van
doctor
Halen.
like.
Like.
Everybody wants some.
I like you, Donnie.
Everybody wants some. Where's Everybody Wants Some?
It's not on the list.
That's a good
Jay.
song. Good
Where
song.
is
It's a
Eddie.
good. It's a great song.
Were you trying to be too
Ain't talking about love.
It's a great song.
It's like you're being
What are you fucking
interrogated.
deeper tracks?
Yeah,
What me and Jay Moores are getting at is he's trying to be too cool for the room at his Van Halen
no,
playlist.
it's not.
Too
I
cool
like
for
the
room.
other stuff, man. Is Romeo Delight on there? That's a great
I don't know that song.
They used
Never
to
heard
open
it.
with that song.
Never heard of it, sir. Never
Pass.
heard of it.
It's on Women and Children. They used
Pass.
to open with it.
I never heard of it.
Pass.
Punch it up. Let me hear that.
Romeo Delight?
First, let's do Unchained,
Yeah.
and then we'll play everything else.
Yeah, let's get the fucking.
You really fucking out-cooled your... What are you, in
It's
Weezer?
They're
the
not,
hippest guy
they're
in the
not in the
room.
book, Jay.
I know.
Cooled yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Eddie, just jokes. You're going to sell a shitload of copies.
What I love about...
It's all good.
Here's the thing about Iron Maiden, too. My favorite band in the whole book, probably...
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, definitely. But it's the only band where the bassist writes music and lyrics, Steve Harris.
Yeah, he wrote...
Super strange dynamic.
Yeah, and actually, Maiden is playing. Can I just hit some signings real quick because I'm doing a book signing right
Foxwoods?
before. No, I'm doing
April
a
8th, right?
Doing
Right before
Play
Jay
along,
Moore
stupid.
I'm doing a book signing right
Doesn't
before
want
an Iron Maiden concert. They're only doing 2 shows in America, and one is on the 16th of April in Fort Lauderdale. And at the arena right next door there's a mall, Sawgrass Mills Mall. There's a bookstore in there, Books A Million. So I'll be signing in there like a few hours before Maiden plays across the street.
Cool.
And then tonight is the first signing and the launch party at the Hard Rock. It's open everyone starting at 7. Tuesday, Mendham Books, Mendham, New Jersey at 4. Wednesday, what is this? Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey, Wednesday at 7. And then Thursday at the Book Review in Huntington, all at 7 o'clock.
Ooh, Huntington Book Review. That's right down the street from F.H. Riley's.
You want a free meal?
Yeah, sure. I'll
not
never
even
turn
kidding.
that down.
When is it?
Book Review is Thursday.
Next Thursday.
You're a fucking tool.
Yeah.
Opie says, fucking tool. Opie says, I'm not even kidding. Like, you offered him the fucking moon. You offered him a fucking skirt steak and a beer. You want a free meal? Sure. No, hey, I'm not even kidding.
You want some mac and cheese?
This is your fucking shot, Eddie Trump.
Look at me. I've never been one to turn down a free meal.
You want some mac and
But
cheese?
Opie's not kidding about it.
I'm not
He
kidding
really,
about it.
he really will.
Fuck you, Jay Moores.
I'll hit you up, Hope. And the last one Saturday, a week from tomorrow, the 9th at Vintage
I'll
Vinyl.
have to pay at the end.
Fords, New Jersey, 4 p.m.
Please,
All right.
please, Brett, if you're
Hard
listening
Rock tonight.
Hold on. If Eddie Trunk
Hard
comes
Rock
by
tonight.
FH next Thursday, please do the right thing. Hey,
Thanks,
you're a Guns N' Roses guy, Jay Morris?
What is this, the 80s? Do the right thing?
Do the right thing. Why not Mr. Brownstone on your Guns N' Roses playlist?
Played out. Tired of it.
Fuck, man.
I hate. Listen, I'll admit this. I hate the songs that you hear all the time.
Yeah, I know. I've done the music thing on the radio way too long too.
Yeah,
So
toiled over these lists. Toiled.
That's.
It doesn't look like it.
I can't stand hearing.
That's why I don't go see the Stones anymore. I do not want to pay money to see you do fucking Brown Sugar or Honky Tonk Woman. I saw the Stones at the Hollywood Bowl, which I think seats like 8,000 people, and you go, this is a very bizarre, this is 2 years ago, this is a super bizarre show, like the Stones at the Hollywood Bowl. They haven't played here since Got Live If You Want It, right? That's not where it was recorded, the time I'm saying. And I go, oh my God, this could be one of those shows where they just go up and do Exile on Main Street, start to finish. No, just fucking
all the hits.
Start Me Up, Honky Tonk Woman, Miss You. Then they threw in like all down the line, and but I was like, you guys fucking suck.
You didn't want to, you didn't want to see that?
If I could turn on my fucking radio and hear that shit.
Yeah, but see, you lose. It's a balance, though, because you know you lose so much audience. 90% of people want to hear that.
It's the Hollywood Bowl. Everyone there is there because they're very fancy people, Anthony.
They're hipsters.
I want to hear Moonlight Mile and Sway. And
Did you like the Scorsese movie?
No, it was horrible.
Okay.
Did you?
I didn't see it.
I thought it was well done. I mean, I liked what I saw.
Well done.
And the set list is pretty diverse in that, I thought.
The other Stones movie was amazing.
Still in the heavy metal book, we're talking about the Stones.
Yes, I know.
Don't worry.
Fuck.
We sold
I'm
your
joking.
copies.
I'm
You're
joking.
good.
I'm joking.
Eddie Trunk's Essential Hard Rock and Heavy Metal. Forward by Rob Halford. Yahaha.
Hey, band's starting to play complete albums now.
We got to hear these songs, Hope.
That's kind of a cool thing. What do you want?
I want to hear
Unchained and then Romeo's Delight.
Yeah, and show how fucking ridiculous your choice was.
All right, put it on.
There's Eddie Van Halen's on your phone right now.
No, it's actually Jericho.
Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Here, answer it.
It's he already. Oh, it's a text.
Shit.
I just left and something. How long will you be at Sirius? I'll be back there at 10:30.
What's going on with you guys?
Oh, what's up?
I don't
guys
know.
liaison.
Jericho has a blurb on the back of my
couple
book.
of beautiful girls.
Yeah, Chris is into
Chris is.
obviously.
Me and Chris are. Yeah, we took. We're like psychotic with this.
On your way out?
What's that?
Sorry, I'm mouthful of food. Did you see Cheryl Burke on the way out?
No.
She's a dancer.
Yeah. I know.
Can we do Romeo's Delight? You want an appetizer or the
Let's
entree?
hear Romeo's Delight. This is on Eddie
Appetizer.
Trunk's all-time Van Halen playlist.
Go ahead.
We're calling
I have no
this
problem
the
with this.
appetizer.
Go ahead.
Not all at once.
I don't have
I don't
any
hear
delay.
anything.
He's going to have to play it on YouTube. I got Unchained if you want to do that first.
Oh, you don't have Romeo's Delight?
No.
Oh, E-Rock.
What else do you have? What else do you have from his list?
No. Danny's got it. Here we go. Romeo's Delight.
No, he's right.
Thank you, Jay.
I didn't realize it was this. Yeah. Listen to that.
That's rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to the beat switch.
Hell, no special reason much to like, 'cause I ain't leaving. We're in for
I love how the band has to slow down for David Lee Roth's vocals every time. What the fuck is that about?
He's got to talk his way through a song.
He just slows everything down. Look. Is it done, David? So we can rock again? All right, here we go.
I gotta tell you, man. High five, Daddy Trunk.
You know what?
Called it.
I gotta admit, I don't
But
know.
you gotta take
I don't
a-
know that song.
Quick story about
I
that
don't know.
song.
I don't
Van
know.
Halen opened with that song at the US Festival. It's legendary. If you've ever seen the bootlegs of the video,
Legendary.
They open with that song, and the song starts where the vocal comes in, and Roth just opens his mouth, and nothing comes out. And he starts going, literally in front of 100,000 people. And they get to the chorus, and he just yells to the crowd, I forgot the fucking words, man! And that's all he says. Exactly. And the crowd's just like, wow. It doesn't matter. He never sings the lyrics.
Play Little Dreamer.
That's a great
does not
song.
belong here.
That's a great song, man.
Look, I'm not going to get on you about fucking pound cake.
That's a good one.
You're getting off easy. Fucking pound cake. Wasn't that written by Firehouse?
No.
Firehouse.
Is this on my list, Jay?
No.
Little Dreamer is.
It is.
It was on it?
Nah.
That's all right, though.
Yeah, but this isn't the all right list.
Yeah, this is like the motherfucker list.
This is very too self-conscious. This is Dave. Dave.
I used to fucking love this song. Yeah.
This is the more laid back
you need
groove.
to know.
And this was the more laid back groove, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Anthony driving around Long Island in his fucking Guinea Camaro. No, this song's horrible.
I love how Anthony's showing respect to Eddie Trunk by putting his coat on and he's got his backpack on his shoulder.
I am fucking out of here, motherfucker. Anthony out. Now, this is what should have been on your list.
This is on the list, you said.
No, Unchained.
Yeah, you should have had
How the
Unchained.
fuck do you leave out
Come
Unchained?
on.
I don't
Come on,
dislike any of it. It's just what you got to do.
Stop the music. Stop the music. There's really no reason to play this song, ladies and gentlemen. Radio. No. Just fucking show that fucking shit to respect, because we were all talking over it.
Yeah, this is a good one.
That's all right.
Oh, shit. Listen to that fucking buzzsaw.
Hey, Eddie Trunk, good luck with the book. I leave you in the capable hands of Greg OWs and
See you another
Jay
10
Morse.
years, Ant.
Yeah, all right, maybe on the street.
Fuck, do you leave this on your pound cake?
It's on vacation.
Pound Cake's a great song,
You're
man.
Have a good time. You're calling from the satellite phone.
I'm going to call from the sat phone from the
All right.
deck of the wonderful Epic, and
Get that from me.
I'm going to be videotaping stuff, uploading. It's going to be like a vacation entry.
Leave, Anthony.
It's going to be great.
Are you going to do it live from the compound from the water?
Yes, it's going to be live from the fucking compound from the water.
You should do that.
I will. Believe me.
All right, we'll see you soon. We'll be holding
See ya.
down the fort next week.
A bridge before the bridge.
Attempting, anyway. All right. Fade this out. Eddie, one more thing. Rush.
Danny.
Yeah.
Why aren't they in the fucking Rock and Roll?
Oh,
Rock and Roll?
God,
What
don't
happened?
even start.
You got to go.
No, I'll be right back.
Where's...
Opie's like, you're leaving me here with him?
No, I don't care. I like you, Eddie. You know
I know,
that.
I know. I'm
I bust
busting
your
balls.
but
I know.
Eddie's got to go. You're a big star. You got to go.
There's another show here that I know they want me to go on, but I was told you have to end at 9:30 today.
No, Ant's leaving, but we didn't have to.
I would love to stay. Can we still stay?
I want to at least ask you about Rush. Why aren't they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in your humble opinion?
Because
what show does he have to do? Are we fucking someone up?
Yeah, because someone else has a live show that they have to do as well.
Who?
Broad something?
Broad-minded.
Broad.
Oh, don't worry about that. So, Rush. Danny, you gave me the message. That's fine. Danny's not in trouble.
Say again? Rush.
Rush. Why are they not in the Hall of Fame?
Because it's an... Rush is just one of how many bands. Can you imagine how many bands are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that should? People don't even realize it.
Yeah, but when people talk about bands that should be in the Hall of Fame, at the top of that list,
Rush and
in a lot of
Kiss.
cases are Rush and Kiss. You're right.
And the other thing that's insane is that Alice Cooper, who just went in, waited 15 years. They ignored him for 15 years. Whether you like his music or not, he invented a genre.
Right.
They snubbed Van Halen, who we just played. They waited 6-7 years. How do they not go in the first time eligible?
Of course.
It's a joke. I've railed about it on TV and radio for years. I'll continue to do it. And I don't do it for shock factor or anything. I do it because most people don't know these people aren't in. That's what Alice said in all the press he did for the Hall just now. Mm-hmm. They all said, Alice did all this press. He goes, what's amazing is everyone's saying, we thought you were in already. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows. Nobody follows that shit that closely.
What
it's
about
offensive.
Sabbath?
No, we're doing
Sabbath.
Rush. You a Rush fan?
No, I was just imitating Jimmy.
Oh. Yeah, it's always about Sabbath. Where are you with Rush?
I love Rush.
Yeah, why aren't they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Please.
Do they care that they're not in?
Why isn't Kiss
Have you
in the
talked to
Hall
those
of Fame?
guys?
I think that all these guys say that they
Don't care.
roll it off their back, but as soon as they get the green light, they go running and they go right into it. They love it. I mean, they want to be in it, of course, but you can't, when you're being snubbed, you can't be like, I really want to be in it.
But how do you deny songs like YYZ, 2112?
It's a
and
joke.
of course, I know me and you played the song probably 1,000 times each on our shows. Tom Sawyer,
Spirit of Radio.
Spirit of Radio.
Come
That
on.
shit still is great when you hear it.
Come on.
I'm not sick of those three songs.
Thin Lizzy might be the most underrated person in this book.
Thin Lizzy.
Person.
Well, you know a group. So, Pink Floyd might be the best guy.
The best guy ever.
By the way, which one is Pink?
I would say Sid.
They're so fucking...
I don't know. Does Pink Floyd make your book?
Did Phil not just fucking vanish?
Because they're not a hard rock
enough,
metal
I
band.
know.
Phil died almost 20 years ago.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
OD?
Yeah, he had
Like
a lot
a
of
man-
heroin.
like
He had
a
a lot of
man?
problems. But you know what? There's a new lineup of Thin Lizzy, and obviously it'll never be Thin Lizzy without Phil. But Vivian Campbell's in it, and it's really good. I just saw him last week. They were amazing. Songs are amazing. They stand the test of time. They're amazing. Unfortunately, in the case of Thin Lizzy, they're one of those bands that are known in America for one song. Boys Are Back in Town. But in Europe, they've got like
What
20
about
hits.
Jailbreak?
A little
Jailbreak's
bit.
pretty
A little
good.
bit Jailbreak, yeah, but not to the degree of Boys Are Back in Town.
But Bon Scott, like, talk about doing a cover and taking it to the next
No
level.
shit.
Thunder!
You mean Brian Johnson?
Wasn't that Bon Scott, Jailbreak?
Oh, I thought. Never mind.
Yeah.
We're thinking of
Jailbreak
two
with
different
Bon
things.
Scott.
Yeah, no.
He made it out.
Yeah, great stuff.
Your
You got ACDC in here? Let's look at this
course.
playlist. If you don't have Thunderstruck on this list, then
I probably don't.
then I'm not buying this.
Thunderstruck's played
You don't
out.
like
It's
Thunderstruck?
It's
yeah, it's
cheesy.
great when I'm at a fucking Islanders game.
Yeah.
It's not great when I'm listening to an album.
You know, how many songs have been ruined by sports stadiums now playing the same? I can never hear Crazy Train as long as I live. Every sports stadium.
Figures.
Why does every sports stadium have to play Crazy Train and Welcome to the Jungle? Why?
Because it's fun.
That was my first ever show in my life right there, Jay. Kiss at the Garden.
First album I ever bought, Kiss Love Gun.
Kiss at the Garden. Look at that. PLJ Presents. That was the day, 77.
What page?
What page, Jay?
107?
107.
I got to tell you, your Kiss playlist is really
lame.
Well, I don't know enough of these songs.
Opie with the glass half full mentality. I love that.
You know what my mentality is, Eddie Trunk?
In all
You got too
fairness-
much glass.
In all fairness, I grew up liking Kiss. I haven't liked them in a few decades.
Oh, I can't look at Kiss now.
Gene Simmons
Yeah.
made
So
it.
I-
with
There
the
you
two
go.
the two
sorry, for the
guys.
half, sorry for the half glass on that one, but that was justified. I'm
No,
not a-
you're right.
I'm
I
not a
don't-
big Kiss fan.
The last few years of Kiss have just been
No,
not
why?
good.
Because he's just a dick.
But not only
Gene
that,
Simmons is just a dick.
not only that, it's just you've got a band that they've got two guys being impersonating the other guys,
Right.
and that to me is the line that, as big of a fan as I was crossed.
I found the biggest problem in the book, and it's Iron Maiden.
All
You don't
right,
have
what
number.
page,
You don't
Jay?
have Number of the Beast or Run to the Hills.
Run to the Hills.
Yeah,
come
but
on.
they're just.
You're thinking.
What do you mean?
Playlist. Too
It's
much.
just come on.
What
It's like
page is that?
Played out.
Are you trying to
It's
turn?
not-
You're trying to turn people on to songs.
But it's not. Those
that
aren't my
should be
favorite
bigger?
songs. They're not. It's just
Run for
no,
the Hills.
It's not. There's so much better stuff on Number of the Beast.
Let him who hath understanding reckon it
We
is
got
a human.
Club Soda Kenny checking in.
Hey guys,
Kenny.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm sorry to interrupt Eddie Trunk.
then why'd you do it?
I wish you
That
all
means
the
there's
best
no
with
sorry
your
there.
book, sir.
Yeah, the book's doing well.
Could you guys just please remind all your listeners that the Antisocial Network on sale is at 10 o'clock for DC, Ticketmaster.com, and the pre-sales for Chicago, too, starts today.
Why don't we get Jimmy for this? Why do we get the club? Where's Jimmy?
You know how he is.
Yeah.
But I just, I missed you guys anyway.
What is that show? The Antisocial Show.
That was David Tell, Bill Burr, Jim Brewer, and Little Jimmy.
That's a crazy ass lineup. How do they split the fucking dough on that?
I don't know. How do they, Kenny?
They arm wrestle.
No, is it favorite? Obviously, it's favored nations, but you can only make so much if it's like how much are tickets for that?
Oh, they're very reasonable.
Oh my God, you talk like Stalker Patty.
Well, I don't know. She might be smarter than me.
What? How
Sorry,
much are
I
tickets for
apologize,
that?
Daddy.
I don't know how much the tickets are. I don't have to buy them. But I could go on Ticketmaster.com. I'm sure they're very reasonable.
All right. Tickets go on sale at 10.
10 o'clock. Thank you for allowing me to plug that.
Where's Jimmy?
And have a
Irvine.
nice weekend. And Anthony, have a nice vacation.
He's gone.
Thank you,
He
sir.
left 10 minutes ago. Right?
Where's Jimmy?
All right.
Jimmy, he's
Just say he's sleeping. Just say it.
Right.
He's. We have separate rooms. I don't know what he's doing.
All right. Thank you, Kenny.
And he leaves
See
you
you,
a
Kenny.
note tomorrow. Wake
Yep.
up and do this for me.
What?
What? Wait, what?
Did Jimmy say, wake up and do this for me? That's what Jay said, I think.
Jay left.
Jay's gone.
No, I just, I'm conscientious. So I because it's 3 hours earlier here. So
All right.
Eddie Trunk's book is The Essential Hard Rock and
Thank
Heavy
you,
Metal.
Kenny. Tickets go on sale at 10. Thank you.
I'll tell you one thing. It's a book that certainly stirs up. I mean,
discussion.
We could sit here for 2 hours.
Can we go Def Leppard for a sec?
I'm still not off Unchained. How the fuck did you? I mean, play it again.
It's not only just about the songs I picked,
sound.
though. I know, but that sounds on all the songs on this record.
I am in the wrestling room at Verona High School, fucking people up right here.
Oh, yeah.
Splits.
Can you add a chapter to the book
And
for
by
Jay
the
Moore?
way,
I'm going to add
right
an
here,
amendment for Jay.
Keep it. Alex Van Halen, Charlie Watts tight right here.
Alex
Super
is a great
tight
drummer.
But in
so
this
underrated.
song, he crushes it. Are you having
It's a great song. But my point is that Pound Cake's a great song.
All right, go to Pound Cake now.
All right, Pound Cake. We don't have it.
Eddie, you might have to admit you messed up on this one.
Leave this. Go to the chorus. Oh my God, this makes me so happy.
Stop rocking.
Down. I'm gonna go fucking hit somebody in the throat.
All right, let's go Pound Cake now. Pound Cake. Because this is what Eddie decided instead of Unchained.
And that's
We're
also
gonna get
slow and deliberate, what you and Anthony were talking about. It's the same type of groove. 2, 1, 2.
Who's got it? Here's Pound Cake, Jay. Eddie's gonna admit he's wrong by the end of this interview. This is Pound Cake.
That's the fucking gayest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
All right, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You got me. I'm wrong.
Cherry pie?
I'm wrong.
Let this play.
Guilty as charged, Jay Moore. Guilty as charged.
And this was a radio hit, Eddie.
It's a great song.
I don't like radio hits. That's why I left off Number of the Beast. They play it constantly.
No, it's not only. That's not the only criteria for being
You have
left
an
off.
Iron Maiden playlist without Number of the Beast or Run to the Hills.
Number of the Beast isn't on there?
No.
I guess that got
What
I
you
wrote
do
it
the
2 years
Stones?
ago, Jay. It takes a long time to get this thing out.
This is garbage. There's pedals
Hope's
for
not
his
feeling it
voice.
either.
No, I'm not feeling this one.
Unchained
I'll be
now.
honest with you. I played it a million times on the radio.
Back to Unchained.
Go Unchained.
And
Listen to that.
And right before the chorus, when it goes down.
Hold on 1 second. I got to see. I'll be right back.
They're pissed at you. It was my fault, Eddie Trunks.
What happened?
I told him not to go to his next interview.
Can you turn this up in my head? Oh, I got my
I hope you're still on when I come back from this, but if you're
Seriously?
not, thank you.
We're
Yeah,
going to the
they're like,
shade?
yeah, this. I don't know.
No,
Whatever.
Eddie, we're not going to be. So what's the big plug? Get the book signings
All
out
right,
of the way
so
again.
Eddie
Hold on,
Trunks,
quick.
Essential Hard Rock
Hold
and
on
Heavy
one-
Metal.
No, don't rush it. Oh, turn your headphones way up right here. How fucking...
All right, let me have the plug and then you can play it. Thank you. Book is out now.
Not now. This is the best part,
Yeah,
Eddie.
shut up, Eddie. Turn it up.
Hard Rock Cafe tonight at 7. Mendham Books Tuesday at 7. Bookends Ridgewood on Wednesday at 7. Book review where I'll get a free meal from Opie on Thursday in Huntington at 7. Vintage Vinyl Fords, New Jersey next Saturday the 9th at 4 p.m. And Books A Million Sawgrass Mills Mall at 3 p.m. before the Maiden Show on the 16th. And I will also be in L.A. at the Big Four signing books at the site of Coachella in Indio, California.
Eddie Trunk, always a pleasure, sir.
It's been too long. Thank you guys,
Eddie,
Jay.
tonight
Good to
you're
see
gonna be
you.
at the Hard Rock?
Eddie,
come to the Hard Rock. You guys coming?
Let's fill. No,
I'll be
let's
there.
fill
The
the Hard Rock.
pre-party's
Me
at
and Jay
5 for
Morris will
free.
be there.
Come
Listen,
on.
Eddie, you're going to be confused when you leave the studio. Know this. You're a friend.
Thank you, Ope.
And I like your book.
I appreciate
I just
it.
broke character for a second.
Honestly, I appreciate it.
Get the hell out of here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, how the
See ya.
fuck? Wait, you're not going anywhere. How is Hot for Teacher not on here?
Yeah, what about Alfred?
You fucking dolt. How did you miss Hot for Teacher? Run. Crawl for the fucking... Now Hot for Teacher. God damn, listen to that. Don't you just want to do fucking curls right now?
Yes. Just fucking make that vein pop out.
Incline bench.
That hurts.
That's
We're too old for that shit.
You, not me, man. I'm all.
You can
look
still-
at me. I'm all incline press.
You can
That's why I
still
got
do
my-
the incline.
That's why I got this gut. Hold on, let it play now.
I could have done without
One break
that.
coming up.
Now you got to turn it up.
J-Dub.
The song Shut Up Jay Moore, so it's got to be good.
Let it play. Let it play. Now, how the fuck did he leave that off the list? And how did? And
he has
Hot
pound
for
cake.
Teacher.
No, he goes pound cake. That's
Hot
rough.
for Teacher.
Yeah, I would argue for Hot for Teacher.
Hot for
Would
Teacher.
you argue for any Sammy Hagar, Van Halen songs?
None. That's not Van Halen to me.
Not a one, right?
I don't give a fuck how many they sold. Van Halen is fucking Van Halen.
I think they sold more.
And you gotta
I know
have.
We have this argument
They
all
did.
the time.
No, they did. Sold 50 times.
I think we
more.
were wrong every time we say that. I think
They sold 50,000 times more than Diamond Dave.
Really?
Oh yeah. OU812 and 5150 and all that stupid.
I think
shit.
we lose this argument every time we bring it up. Somebody comes out with the numbers.
You gotta have Ain't Talking About Love.
Absolutely.
And you gotta have Hot for Teacher and Unchained.
What about Little Jamie's Crying, or is that too?
I don't like it. What about Little Guitars?
Little Guitars is sweet.
Senorita, I'm in trouble again. What song? All right, in what order? Hot for Teacher, Unchained. I guess Unchained is one.
No, Unchained, you nailed it. That's
when you go to the mothership, to that big electron in the sky, as George Carlin says, when we show them the scented toilet paper, the shoes that light up, and the fake vomit, and all the cool stuff we've done down here.
That's pretty good.
You gotta play them Unchained on the mothership and go, this is some fucking shit we worked on when we were down here. And then you fucking do curls on the mothership. It sounds crazy.
You're a pothead. You fucking.
Oh, man.
That's
You
pothead
ever,
shit.
you ever smoke grass and just do curls, low weight, and just fucking vibe out on your bicep muscle?
I'm thinking of doing some pot again. Thinking about it.
I gotta
But you
tell
can't go. You can't go Unchained. What do you start with? You know, you got to fucking do the build.
No, then I go with Hot for Teacher, and then start with Ain't Talking About Love, because it's the first track on the first album.
Right.
I mean, they were almost called, like, Black Widow or something, right?
I forget.
Play
That's
Ain't
knowledge
Talking
I
About Love,
forgot.
because that's don't, ding, ding, ding. Oh, how do you leave it?
Fuzzy guitar.
Yeah, how do you leave it off? There was, like, one pedal invented then. I told my wife, if we ever do karaoke, I'm going to get super fucking stoned, and I'm hitting this out of the fucking park. I'm doing it. Ooh, oh, yeah! I'm going to fully do it.
Does she just roll her eyes? Or does she humor you, or does she roll her
No,
eyes?
she'll tell me if I'm a fucking douche and an
Yeah,
idiot.
but most times she doesn't.
Baby! Oh. Not on Eddie Trunk's essential Van Halen playlist.
This didn't make it either?
Oh yeah, ain't talking about love. How happy would you be, Ope? Me and you, a couple buds, we smoke a little bud, we're at some fucking bizarre karaoke night, and I go, you got Ain't Talking About, and I fucking do
And
this.
you go?
But no irony.
I'll go.
Looking
I'll go to film it.
out on the streets again. Oh yeah. I'll bring fucking machetes on stage.
He blew it with the Van Halen playlist.
Bad. Worse than any other band, right?
Yes.
All right, and Hot for Teacher?
I like Hot for Teacher.
Incredible.
I think that
It's
might
gotta
be
be
one.
on.
Hey, we had them on our show.
Little girl from Cherry Lawn. How could you be? Cherry Lawn, New Jersey? Fucking a nice Jersey reference?
I don't know it.
That's where she's from. That's where the substitute's from.
I don't know that.
Little girl from Cherry Lawn, how could you be so bold? I did not know that golden rule. This is when they had those drums where they weren't drums. Like you'd see them at weddings. It'd just be a guy with like a little cardboard square.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I'm out.
The non-drum drums, like the electric. The guy would just hit like a fucking.
Oh, the tiny little fuckers?
Yeah.
I got you. Tom-toms.
Thank you.
Kind of Tom-Tommy?
No. They
Yes.
look like this, brown napkin.
You know? Danny, you know.
I think maybe you're talking about drum triggers?
Drum what?
Triggers?
Instead of setting up a drum kit, a guy would set up like a drum with like little targets.
Like an electronic kit. Like,
how is this off the list?
All
New
right.
words. How's this off Eddie Trunk's list?
Why don't we do this? Get the plugs in.
Something like that?
We're out of here, Jay. Time to start the
that.
weekend. Jay Moores is going to be at Foxwoods a week from tonight. But
Really?
you'll be in next week, right?
Yeah, I'm coming in. I got to do a corporate gig. Hold on a second.
It's going to look like this year.
I don't feel tardy. There's no words.
Was this the last great Van Halen song?
Yes.
What came out after this?
It's all.
We'll stick with the David Lee Roth years.
Yeah, it's all. Ooh, little girl. Oh my God. And Eddie's never been better. Listen to what he does on top. Ding, ding, ding. Hold on. Down, down, ding, 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 ding.
Not on the
I'm a
list.
Carol Leifer.
I forgot I brought my pencil.
This is the fucking coolest.
Oh, man.
Somebody just yells,
There it is.
This one gets good in the bikini in the video. Oh, hold on. We're almost done. Here you go. Ding, 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 ding.
Now we're just playing songs.
Why not? It's Mystery Science Theater 2000 with music. Oh, yes, I'm hot! All right, so I put Unchained first, of course, on the list. Like, if I put it first out of, like, all the songs ever.
Nah. Really?
On my Essential Van Halen. It's just something about that opening fucking makes me want to kill somebody.
We should write our book and knock his book out.
Fuck, yeah,
Let's do that.
Quickly.
Really quickly.
We'll bring it to the Hard Rock tonight.
We'll go digital. Digital download tonight. Digital download tonight.
Tonight! Your girl and my girl, tonight! What's the number one Van Halen song then?
No, you nailed it.
Unchained.
Yeah, it has to be.
Isn't it funny when you're at the gym listening to your iPod? The guys around you have no idea how close they are to being punched in the face.
Because you're just feeling it.
And you fucking rack up like, you know, like whatever you're benching, like incline, you just fucking rack that shit. And guys like, mind if I work in? You're like, no, go ahead, you motherfucker, under your breath. Like, I'll fucking how many more sets you got? Just 2 more. Yeah, you're good. You're good, you fucking faggot motherfucker. I'll fucking kill you. Listening to fucking Jane's Addiction, Ocean Size, and you got to talk to me now? Oh my God! OMG!
Oh my God!
Unchained. Unchained. Ain't Talking About Love. Hot for Teacher have to be on that list.
Can we throw Mean Streets in there or no?
I think it's on. I think Mean Streets is on there.
Oh, we're doing our list outside his list?
No, I'm just saying what he missed. I go, where's your... Meanwhile, Rush has 24 fucking songs.
Well, yeah.
And Van Halen has 15.
Mean Streets is not on his list.
That's what...
I guess for the people out there, Eddie's playlist for Van Halen really quick. Hear about it later. Judgment Day, Good Enough, Somebody Give Me a Doctor, Love Walks In, Atomic Punk, On Fire, In a Simple Rhyme, Romeo Delight, Light Up the Sky, Little Dreamer, Girl Gone Bad, Pound Cake Fools, DOA. I don't know most of those songs by name.
I don't either. And then when they played Romeo's Delight, I went, oh yeah, no, this can stay on.
A few of those I would go, oh yeah, that song.
But how do you keep Number of the Beast off for Van Halen? I mean, for...
No, how about Run? You gotta have Run. Give us
White
Run.
Man came.
Give us Run. You want to end with Run? Listen to this.
That's great for
I don't
the
give a
fucking
fuck.
gym.
It's been on the radio a million times.
When you're done with your workout today, gentlemen, hit the treadmill, put it on 7 miles an hour, and just run the length of the song. Like a man.
And you can do that with this song.
Totally. He's got fucking Aces High and 2 Minutes to Midnight on his list. What a dope. Eddie, you stink.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's the fucking trench warfare.
Fuck yeah. Look at this.
Attaboy, Hope. Tempo change, hi-hat.
I think he went for I got to be a little too cool. I got to tell like it is.
The only good engine is dead. Here you go. Can't hit this note anymore. Foxwoods, April 8th. Foxwoods, April 8th.
I'm going. Here you go. Here you go.
Doesn't it seem like
I love it?
You got in the book if you took a picture with Eddie. Like there's weird, like UFOs in here and stupid things. But then there's a picture of Eddie with like the leading of UFO. Like, well, yeah.
As long as a picture with Eddie, you make the book. That's pretty funny.
David Lee Roth made it.
He's gonna be confused. We love you, Eddie. Everyone knows we love Eddie Trump.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was up for debate. That's why I'm shitting on him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
hard.
You should know that much before.
Brian May, underrated.
I like the Brian May. He's all right.
Underrated.
He's all right. He's all right.
Rainbow is in here. Fucking Rainbow?
What's wrong with Rainbow?
I don't know. It's fucking. They're named Rainbow.
What's wrong with Rainbow?
The name is Rainbow.
But they had the Rainbow before the other Rainbow.
What's the best band name? I like Soundgarden for a band name.
Soundgarden's a great name for a
pretty
band.
good one.
And a great fucking band.
I like Smashing Pumpkins better than Soundgarden. I realized listening to my iPod, going through my gym workout with my priest, Father Tim.
Why? What song do you like by Smashing Pumpkins?
Siamese Dream, to me, is a perfect album. It's like grunge, but it's more accessible, and the lyrics are much more poetic than the other guys were doing.
What was the hit song on there?
Cherub Rock.
Cherub Rock's cool.
Fucking the one I hated was Today is the
You don't like that?
rain. It just on that album. There's some progressive fucking chord changes on that album.
I might have to go through that again. It's been a while.
If you play Silverfuck, you got that from Smashing Pumpkins. Silver, is it Silverfuck or Mayonnaise? Silverfuck. There's some crazy metal songs on there.
And you work out to that?
Yeah, I mostly work out to Jane's Addiction live bootlegs.
Yeah, why do you like Jane's Addiction so much? When you used to be on Twitter, you tweeted a lot about the Janes.
And Rufus Wainwright to balance it out.
Why do you like Jane's Addiction so much? I like Mountain. We argue this point. I
Ocean,
love Mountain Song.
I'm Ocean, you're Mountain.
I love Mountain Song.
I love Mountain Song too, but Ocean Size to me, I wish I was Ocean Size. No one moves you, no one tries.
We're all over the place. You want Silverfuck or you want to go Jane's Addiction now?
We've done this Jane's Addiction. Let's hear Silverfuck real quick off Siamese Dream. It's fucking good stuff. It's very long though, so you can't.
Yeah, I love that sound.
Yeah.
I fucking love that sound.
Let's do a beach run, Ope.
Man on the Silver Mountain, Rainbow. That's why it's in the book. That's why it's in the book.
That made it gayer.
Man on the Silver Mountain?
When they're doing that on...
All right. What are we doing, running the beach?
Yeah, this is good for a beach run. You see where I live, the dolphins. And what is a dolphin if not a gay shark? He stole that from Glee. No, actually, they stole it from whoever was saying it.
They actually took that line.
From someone.
Hey, Sam, what are we doing at 10 o'clock hour?
Well, we have an exclusive interview with Anthony and Jay Moore that was just conducted in the hallway that's riveting.
It was terrific?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing stuff.
I'm going home to listen to Siamese Dream.
Oh, it's perfect. And it was...
I don't really know the album, Jay.
It's the
soundtrack.
When I was on
I
Saturday
played the hits
Night-
off that damn thing.
When I was on Saturday Night Live having crazy fucking panic attack, this was the soundtrack. This is what came out. They came on
so why
to
didn't
promote
you...
this.
Right.
And Cherub Rock is freak out, give in, doesn't matter what you believe in, stay cool, be somebody's fool this year. Who wants money? Who wants money? It was my fucking... I couldn't believe these bands were...
Talking to you.
Yeah, I was like a fucking crazy, psychotic, crazy person.
So why would you listen to this if it caused panic attacks?
Because they were... Oh.
That hits you. God, that hits you.
I feel no pain.
Where are you at with the panic attacks?
None.
How'd you cure yourself?
I take Klonopin daily.
A little bit?
One in the morning, one at night.
Dose?
0.5 milligram in the morning, 0.5 milligram at night. And when I fly, I'll take like a Xanax. And just... Plus, I was very unhappy, and you know me now. you know me more than the other guys. I'm just like a super happy. Nothing fucking bothers me. Fuck do I care?
It's the key to life. Just get some stupid happiness.
Every time I see Gaddafi, he looks like fucking
Jeffrey Ross. Yeah, let's go eat. Jay will be back next week. We'll talk more about his panic attacks. We'll tease
Hold on,
that.
hold on. Some serious fucking work going on in here.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
I think Billy Corgan's a genius. Ant doesn't. I don't think Ant likes Smashing Pumpkins. I'm not sure.
Ant's still. He's fucking. Right now, he's listening to Steve Miller in his limo. Doot, 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 doot. It just goes and goes and goes.
How long is this song?
I don't know.
Long?
Like 8 minutes long.
All right, I'll listen to the rest on the way home. Sam, you ready for this?
Yeah, I was born ready.
All right.
Were
Jay,
you?
I was.
You couldn't fucking feed yourself. How were you born ready?
I was ready for this.
Roland?
It's an expression, Sam.
How was the show today, Roland? Because officially we're done, so this is like we don't have to try now.
Wait, but I was supposed to ask him how was the show. That's an after show.
This is nice in the background.
Yeah, we could keep this on.
That's what I love about you guys. When you interview people, you don't have to play fucking get knocked down, and then I get it out the whole time. Like, fucking, why am I listening to this on the fucking Q Morning Zoo in St. Paul?
We tried to do it differently. How did it go today, Roland?
I think
Who did we piss off today? Are we clean? Seriously?
Yeah.
Who?
We'll talk after.
No, now.
I kid.
So that's his bit. You fell for his bit. You made Jay Moore turn a little red, though. What happened there?
A fucking broken neck. Fuck do I care what happened on your show? Your show. There's not even a letter J in the font.
Did we do the neck thing justice on the show? Jay is so fucking crooked. And he comes in crooked and he's still killed for 2.5 hours. Like, your neck should be way the fuck over here.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like this?
No, like the bottom is way over here. Like it's leaning.
My neck's over here now.
Like, can I push
Was
your neck
Cheryl
in
Burke?
place?
She wasn't upset.
No. She said, "Oh, Disney." She was trying to.
She walked out and said, "Oh, Disney." What the fuck are you talking?
She got diddled when she was
acid?
6. What's she talking
Because
about?
she works for Disney. She said, "I hope everything went okay." And
Yeah, she was cool. She
said,
handled
"Don't worry
herself.
about it."
Little gentle guitar over the Madness Ope.
You know what? I think you just turned me on to a song. No,
It's almost Grateful Dead-esque.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
This portion.
I kind of like some of that's weird shit.
And if you smoke a little grass, fucking hang out.
You ever think about why he decided this needed to be in the song? If you want to go
Constantly. That's all I think
deep.
about.
If you want to go
Riley.
deep, like, why did he need that little part in the song right
She
there?
was my lover. I think about that every time I listen to music.
Like weird shit in music? Not hits, obviously. The weird trippy
No,
stuff.
constantly. And like when you listen to the Stones, like Monkey Man, like you got to be a real rock star to go "Wah!" and not be worried that the other people are going to go, "You sound like an idiot."
Yeah.
I'm a monkey.
Right. But he fucking pulls that off. Like, why is that in the song? And was he under the influence? And if he was under the
I'm
influence,
going to guess vodka, Vicodin, and pot.
That's all right. Was my question.
But this is great NyQuil. This is like when I was fucking whacked on NyQuil. This was.
You over that?
No. I'm a walking fuck. Yes, of course.
How
I'm
many
over it.
years?
Have I not done NyQuil?
Those years were wild.
Probably 10.
Wow.
8.
I remember.
Sobriety's a lot easier if you put your years in a row. Way easier if you just fucking line them all up one after the other. When you take breaks, it's really hard.
I did a few runs with you to the store in between Caroline's shows, the good old days. The NyQuil.
And they go, "We got the pills," and I'm like, "Fuck pills." The NyQuil pills, the NyQuaps.
You need the liquid. Yeah.
Anybody can take the.
I never understood that. I'll be honest. All right, what's that? Why that? Why is that there?
Here we come. We're coming back now. Hold on, Hope. It's coming back. Roland, what a bald genius. Not unlike Roland.
Back to you, Roland.
All right, Rolly, what's up?
Let's fade this out. Or just keep it low. Why the NyQuil, Jay?
'Cause I wasn't drinking.
It's a weird buzz, though, isn't it?
It's a great one. It's like snorting heroin.
It's great when you just...
It's fucking amazing.
But you did it... I think you... Well...
2 bottles a day for every day for 2 years.
Yeah, I know. In between shows,
My
though.
dick
That's what I
looked
didn't
like
understand.
my dick looked like a button, and I peed green out of my butt. I was just a walking polluted. It was like a.
But you were able to do shows, and great shows.
I was able to do them drunk.
Yeah, but that shit makes you way fucking sleepy. After a while, you weren't sleeping anymore?
No, it's not about. You got to push through the part where you get sleepy. It's like a heroin addict that doesn't nod off.
I would never be able to do that.
Yeah, I think that's how you're supposed to do Xanax as well. Like you're supposed to like plow through it.
Yeah, I got no
Then you
plow.
get
I got no plow left in me.
No.
Can I ask? What, is this the part? What Roland? What's going? I don't understand. What's happening right now with Roland? Why'd you bring him in and ask him what happened? Oh, my fucking neck.
You got to go to a chiropractor.
Let's have Kenny call back
Can I
and
ask
promote
one-
something. Yeah.
No, this part. So I heard it at a show.
Oh no, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. The music will carry us.
Oh yeah. I have.
Are you still talking about that?
I talk openly about having really bad sperm.
I didn't want to put you in a bad
That's
spot.
what we're trying to make. We're trying to make babies.
But you made that really funny when I saw you at.
So I got to get a ball
Gotham.
operation to take my sperm out of my ball bag because my sperm doesn't come out of my urethra. It just fucking hangs out. It's like migrant workers. They don't feel like going anywhere.
But you got the sperm.
I got them very little, very few, but they don't leave.
But they work.
So when I ejaculate,
they stay behind.
There's nothing in it. So when I get a sperm test, it says azoospermic. Oh, my neck.
I don't know what. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what this sounds like. And in a way,
it hurts so bad I have to shit.
What happened?
I'm in so much pain, I have to vomit.
Wait, you can't. So is that the tease for next week with the ball operation?
Next week, I'm getting a ball operation? Oh, my God.
What is happening is right. I read your lips, Daddy.
I'm not getting a shut up, Roland.
What are you doing? Are you going to shit your pants?
Yeah, almost. We're going to do a job. Where is it?
It's all the way. It's to the right.
And then to the right, yeah.
Look, I don't need your tweets. I don't need your tweets. I really don't know what this sounds like, but I do know I'm enjoying the hell out of myself right now. I don't even care if you're enjoying this. This is so fucking weird.
Jay had to go to the bathroom.
What happened?
Well, because his neck hurt so bad he had to shit.
People have to understand that his whole head and neck are way over to the left side of his body. Like, way the fuck over. Like, he's got a real situation that he has to take care of.
Like, he looks like the alien from Men in Black when it took over the farmer.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
He ran all the way down the hallway. He was going to shit himself.
He must be in a situation because he's in such pain I don't even think he could walk, and he just ran.
Yeah.
To get the shitties out.
And his legs are all stiff-legged.
What are we doing, Sam?
Well, I mean, we didn't get a chance to air The Rock walking out the show yesterday, so we're going to air it today.
Okay.
We also
did you guys get anyone email that other audio of him?
No,
calling
we
from
don't
the
have
phone?
it yet.
Not yet. I hope someone mails that in. I know someone out there has it.
We're also, I believe, we are going to play the David Tyree interview that we discussed.
Well,
okay.
all my Giant tickets for life.
Yes, the franchise owner. We'll talk to Roland about losing his Giants tickets.
Okay.
And we're going to see how U-Rock feels after
Strike one.
getting shit on for about 2 hours this morning.
I feel like we have to wait now for Jay to come back.
Yeah?
Whoever doesn't want to continue is fine. I don't care. He ran down the hall to shit because he has a bad neck. I need to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely shitting right now. Although, it must be hard for him to sit on a toilet with the neck and back stiff like that.
I hope the Smashing Pumpkins didn't bring on another panic attack or something. He was getting a little
He didn't
something-
seem like he was having a panic attack.
Something was going on in his eyes. It was bringing him back to a place, I think.
I think because he thought he was going to shit himself.
So he was just holding it in, and then he couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, and then the pain came
I was
in.
willing to end the show 20 minutes ago. He was the one that wanted to continue with the Van Halen, even though he had a shit.
Because he ate an egg and cheese sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, that's
They made it extra greasy, too.
it's extra greasy, so that's
Are
probably
the
slipping
broad-minded
through.
girls mad at us because we kept Eddie?
I don't think so.
And is Eddie all right with how we handled them?
Eddie's fine, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Broadmine should.
I think he's never been able to figure us out.
I thought Broadmine is pretty.
Well, you guys are hard to figure out because you never know. Like you say, okay, you're a good guy, but then you spend much more time insulting people than saying the good things,
Yeah,
and
but-
so they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but when the mics are off, I look them right in the eyes and I just say, "Hey, man, great to see you."
Yeah, but then you spend 20 minutes so they're assuming that where most DJs are phony when the mics are on, that you guys are phony when the mics are off, and really hate them the way you say it on the air because you come across as being very.
We come across a little too negative.
You're very negative people.
Huh? A little bit, Roland.
I mean, the show is a cesspool
Eddie.
for negativity.
Maybe he has to go poo-poo.
Liam's not happy that you're calling him back in, by the way.
Why? You have somewhere else to go? Jay Moore left because he has a.
No, I don't have anywhere else to go. I'm done now.
Jay Moore left because his neck hurt so bad he had to go shit.
I thought it was because Unchained wasn't in the book.
Yeah, we came up with a few more problems.
Oh, Jesus.
What were the other songs we decided? Hot for Teacher. We played the whole thing, and now we're starting to think that should have made the book.
Really? I always
Yeah.
thought that song was kind of goofy.
What was the greatest? I asked Jay, what was the last good Van Halen song with David Lee Roth? Jay basically said Hot for Teacher. In your opinion, if you could think that way.
Well, again, I don't. People are going to go crazy about this. I was never a big Panama fan. Obviously, we're talking about 1984 because that was the last real record. Okay, so Hot for Teacher, Panama, never a big fan. Jump, forget about it. When I first heard Jump and I heard that keyboard thing, it was like I almost hurled. I was like, this can't be Van Halen. Maybe something on that album.
Panama.
Yeah.
Panama
Drop
over
Dead
Hot for-
Legs.
Panama over Hot for Teacher. Now I'm going to have to bring that up.
What
with
about
Jay.
Drop Dead Legs, man? That's a great song on 1984.
Yeah, that's a pretty good song.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
For me, Open, you know this because you did music radio forever. You know this. I mean, the songs that always came up on your playlist are the ones you kind of like bristled at. It's like.
Except for Run for the Hills. Or To the Hills.
But that didn't get played that much. That
No,
wasn't
you're
like
right.
a hit.
You're right.
You know, but and for me, that song everywhere I go, and whenever I go to Iron Maiden, Maiden doesn't play that song live. They haven't
Why?
played it the last couple of years because they're burnt out on it.
Get the
Swear to God, you should have seen the crowd went almost nuts because the house lights go on and no Run to the Hills.
Get the fuck.
Swear to God, the last few tours.
Why would you do that? Because don't you think more people are in the audience that want to hear that song
Of course.
than don't?
And that's always the point.
And I think that song probably bought a few really nice cars and really nice castles somewhere.
But see, Iron Maiden have an interesting situation with America because I've always said I think it's a little bit of a love-hate thing. They really, really don't like the fact that their new music isn't played and supported in America. Outside of them, they're a global band. I mean, they're a stadium act around the world. And their new music, their records chart, and they get a lot of success. But here, everyone wants to talk about Run to the Hills and Number of the Beast, and they just can't take it anymore. And they played one tour where they played nothing but music from the last 10 years and nothing else.
I don't mind that if the band tells you ahead of time.
Exactly.
They're sick of hearing it, but my Neil Young story where I didn't know that he decided he wasn't going to play really anything familiar as far as, the hits that we all know. I didn't know ahead of time. If you tell me ahead of time, then I'll decide.
Petty did that too. Petty did a bunch of stuff from his new album, but that's it. And I tell fans all the time that bitch about it. It's like, it's real easy. One click on the internet, and you can find out after one show anywhere in the world what the playlist is going to be.
But
do your homework.
The
Find
Neil
out.
Young story goes before the internet was what it is today. Why are you running in here?
Jay's wiping.
He's coming back now, Mars?
Yeah, he was wiping.
It's going to be a long week with Jay Moore, let's be honest with each other.
He's a great talent.
Jay's here all next week with you?
Oh, my God, with no Anthony. God help me.
I told
Hey,
him
Jay,
you were
how'd it go?
That was close.
Ope was just talking about how much he's looking forward to having you here all next week.
Oh, yeah, he's going to save. He's
I
going to
almost
save
shit
the
my
show.
pants.
But why did...
I don't know
You
why.
were the one that wanted to continue. I was ready to end 20 minutes ago if you had a log poking out.
I didn't. I just looked
It
at
just
you.
came
and
out
suddenly there was a flash panic.
You were prairie dogging?
No, it was going to be, like throwing mud off a roof.
It was messy.
It was horrible. I had to wipe my legs.
What's going on with you?
I think my neck is fucking up the rest of my body.
Really? I just
From
told
sleeping.
I just told everyone, no, you got to push the whole fucking thing back in the middle.
But chiropractor scares me. I don't want some fat guy sitting on my fucking neck. Like, how's that going to fix it?
Well, I hate when they twist it really
Isn't
quick.
that for your bones more than your muscles? I need acupuncture is what I need.
You need some massage places, know how to
There's one at
work
my
it out a
hotel.
little bit. Oh, then there you go.
Shove it in. I wrote that.
He's coming in next week.
Good, I'll be here when he's here.
Otto and George and Jay
I
Moore.
love Otto and George. If you only knew how much I actually like.
Can we finish the ball story and then we could all go home?
Yeah.
So you have sperm, not a lot, but they will make a baby. So now
I gotta go get them.
And I never
usually they have to retrieve an egg.
Yeah.
My wife's got big, giant, fluffy, incroyable
They're ready.
eggs.
And the only
My
reason I
sperm
bring
are
this up
fucking
because
bouncing into each other on the way there.
I heard you talking about this at Gotham. So you're going to have your ball bag split, and they go in. I thought you were going to have this already.
We tried. I went to acupuncture to get my sperm count up, and it worked. So then we tried IUI insemination 3 times that way. But even when you fucking drop them off at the door, they just turn around and go, "What? Where? We're here?"
I got to tell you, I'm a little envious hearing about this sort of stuff because I have 2 kids, and both kids, one shot done. I didn't even have any fun trying to make kids. It was like one shot done both times.
Way to rub it in.
You're
I'm just
envious
saying,
of me not being able to.
No, I'm envious that I don't mean that. Not that you're. No, I don't mean that. Holy
shit!
I don't mean it like that. I mean it envious that
fuck
for
you,
people that.
and fuck your
No.
butt.
I didn't mean it like that, Jay. I don't know what your
I'm not
situation
upset.
is.
I'm
I know.
curious.
I'm envious.
No, you're in shock
I'm
is what
envious
you
that
are.
people that have you get to work at it for a little bit because I didn't even have that fun.
Why don't you just work at it without having a kid?
Of course I know, but you know what I'm saying.
I only
Because
make love
you
to
know what happens when
reproduce.
a kid comes. It's like forget about it. I got 2 kids running crazy. I mean,
How old are your
it's-
kids
what I
now?
want. I want a
3
madhouse.
and 7. Oh, it's a madhouse.
If I can
now.
get like twin girls, just be out of the because I got my 8-year-old son. I'm like, how can I be azospermatic if I have a fucking kid already? Like,
How do
did
they
they come from a pod?
How do they explain that?
He was a test tube baby. They took my sperm.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
had more. I used to have more sperm,
I didn't know that. Okay.
but the 6 that I have, they're all like luggage handlers at JFK. So we're trying to go private school sperm here. Oak's got the fucking. He's bullseye right there.
Huh?
His son's fucking well.
How old's your
Beautiful.
kid now? Oh,
10 and a half. Pushing 11, actually. What am I saying?
wow.
11 months next week.
Beautiful, man.
Mobile? Is he real mobile?
Yeah, Jay saw him. He was the hit of the Law and Order set.
He's
And-
intense, man. He
and he-
stares, and then he gives you like a. I'm just fucking with you. Like he mad dogs you for like 2 hours, and then right when you're like, all right, I'm bothering this kid, he goes, nah, for real, hang out. You're the fucking man.
He's pretty chill.
My
I'm
kid's
lucky. He's not like me.
Put it
my
this way,
kid's
you could
3 and he
film a
weighs almost weighs what I weigh already. My kid's enormous. He's gonna be a big chooch like me. It's insane.
Put it this way, Opie's son is so well behaved. He's a baby, and you could have him on a live set, and they never go, cut. Whose baby was
There
that?
was a couple times it got close.
I know that was him or Billy Hayes.
Billy Hayes was laughing his ass off because all of a sudden he's got a mic stand in his hand and he's going to drop it at any second.
I like
but
when
then
the lady bent over to get shoes off the ground.
Yeah.
There was a wardrobe lady. and
this is a true story
the
that
son-
Jay's about to say.
The son leaned over and just started like rubbing her head. And I'll let Opie elaborate.
I know you want to.
She wasn't
He might have.
she was not a Caucasian woman. So to watch someone rubbing the head of,
And he might have used his bicep a little bit.
he was like rubbing it like
Yeah, I know.
it was the Little Rascals.
Yeah. She had a tiny head. Did we talk about that in your trailer? Her head's really small. She was cool, though.
Bang, you're dead. We just listen to Smashing Pumpkins when you're out.
You're not a
They're
Smashing
not in the
Pumpkin.
book.
When did you stop liking music?
By the way, I just
No, what year? What year? What year?
I just checked my Twitter feed. I have like 140 mentions for fucking pests. I'm like, no, you don't understand. And all of them are saying how horribly you fucked up Van Halen.
Why?
How the fuck do you
Buy
not
the
have
book and tell
Unchained-
me it's fucked up. Why? Just because of one song on a playlist?
Hot for Teacher?
Eddie, I got
Hot for Teacher's kind of goofy.
I got a business idea.
As
for
opposed
you.
to fucking Pound Cake?
Yeah, I love Pound
So you
Cake.
got a website?
Do I?
Pound Cake was a hit.
EddieTrunk.com, yeah.
So why don't you have people discuss songs that should be in your book?
Because that
Give
would
this
cause
book a little
traffic
legs.
and interest, Opie. He's not interested in that.
What are you saying again, Hope? What do you mean?
You didn't.
It just came out today.
You didn't fucking put Unchained on. That's the one we will not let you go on.
All right, but
hold on one sec. Oh,
And the
somebody
runs.
wrote, if you want to see how messed up Smashing Pumpkins were during Siamese Dream, check out Viewphoria, the movie they made for it, which I didn't even know was out, so they must have been really fucked up. So that's good.
I swear to you, if we get to a second printing, and maybe thanks to your
Dr.
plugs we will,
Shag.
I will have them clear space and add Unchained with a little asterisk.
Give me,
and I will put for Opie and Jay Moore.
No, you don't do 4. You give us a page.
A what?
I want a page in your next book.
You going to pick songs?
What about Die With Your Boots On for Iron Maiden?
Great song.
But why is it on the fucking...
I can't.
2 minutes to midnight?
Let
What are
me
you in
tell
high
you
school?
something.
What are you in your fucking garage?
Wait a minute. 2 minutes to midnight is bad?
It's not as good as Run to
the Hills.
The fact that I feel like Colin talking to Bobby. The fact that you left off Run to the Hills. Shut your face.
Jay, I did the
Run to
playlist
the
like
Hills.
2 years ago. Listen to me.
But it doesn't matter. The song was written in the 80s.
Yeah,
It doesn't
exactly.
matter.
No, I'm
The
going to
songs are
explain
30
something
years
to you.
old.
I wrote
Explain it
these
quicker.
things, and I put all these songs in there, and then the editor says, you've got to cut back 15 songs.
Not on Rush. They have 24 songs.
It depends upon... They have short titles.
But
YYZ,
hold
Limelight.
on, but
Unchained.
Yeah, back. hold on.
Ape.
Back to Jay's point. You had to cut 15 songs. That means fucking 15. You still have 15 songs in there that you think is better than Jay's song, Unchained.
I'm sorry that Unchained
It's
has
officially
never
your
been
song
one of
now.
my favorite songs. I know Jay has flashbacks to his football years in Verona or whatever, but for me, it was not one of my
Do I
favorite
look like a
songs.
fucking Guido that I'd be running around playing football?
What did you say you
I
played?
wrestled.
I'm
Boys,
sorry.
you know you doing you doing football practice? You play football.
I grew up in Madison, so my football
Neil
kicked
Streep,
ass.
Neil O'Donnell.
Eddie, I got.
Yeah, I went to high school with Neil.
Eddie,
All right, calm down.
I got a challenge for you. Danny's a Metallica fan, right? Yeah. Let's look at the list.
If Ride the Lightning's not on there, I'm fucking going home.
Yeah, let's look at the list.
Is Ride
All
the
right.
Lightning on the list?
This is.
I don't know. I don't remember. Of course,
You
Ride the Lightning's a
wrote
great
the
song.
book.
It's the
I
playlist.
wrote it for, then what kind of fucking publisher? Wait,
The
what kind of
playlist
publisher? We
in
can
the
sing
book
together.
is like
You can tell he's
2%
used to
of
having
the
his own
book.
show.
You're dwelling on the playlist. It's 2% of the book.
It's not. If it's true, obviously it's the most intriguing part of the
No,
book.
it's
because
not. You didn't read it.
Everyone in the room is
No, I like this
obsessing
part of
over
the book, Eddie.
playlists.
What book?
Because people could argue your playlist. I
That's
like
the
that.
most
Well, that's
impressive.
what
I like
that's
that.
what's
But what
happening
kind
right
of
now.
publisher
But I
do you-
like that idea.
What kind of? It's
That
water
might
cooler
be out there,
conversation. It's a
right.
driveway moment,
They
Eddie.
pulled me back into the studio for a second time.
Eddie, what kind
We're
of
going
publisher do you
Metallica
have?
now.
That
We're
they,
going
hold on.
Metallica.
What kind of publisher do you have that you write a book and they hold it for 2 years?
Well, it's from the time I wrote that, but yeah, it took 6 months of printing alone before they put it out.
I'm glad
Look
you
at
didn't
the
take the
quality
book
of it.
seriously.
What?
That you don't know what's
All right,
in
where's
it.
Metallica?
I don't know every song I put. I love all these songs.
Let me just make it as a statement.
Page
If Ride the
130 right
Lightning-
now. Right now, 130.
If Ride the Lightning isn't there, there's no reason for you to be here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow.
Is it in there?
Yeah, but it's
I
10.
don't even know.
And I
I'm
went,
looking
wow.
at Jay.
I'm like,
Jay
oh my
exhaled
God.
like he just
I
like.
was like,
all
wow,
right.
I'm going to have to leave.
Let's go to Danny, who knows Metallica.
Danny?
So, all right, what's the stipulations here? I just got to rattle off tunes that are on the list.
What song by
No,
Metallica?
no, not necessarily. You like Metallica,
Sure.
so do you
What
agree
must-
or disagree with
okay.
Eddie Trunk's list? Now, I'll give Eddie this much. He doesn't want to go with the songs that you've heard a million
Oh,
fucking
God.
times.
We're
You
going to
can't
put
put
Enter Sandman on there?
But that's what
No,
that
but
was
what
his
about-
criteria for 666 Number to Beast.
What about Wherever I May Roam, though?
By Neil Young? Long may you
Stuff I like
roam.
better on the Black Album than that, man.
I love Wherever
Why's it gotta
I
be
May
black?
Roam. I love that fucking song. You like that song, Danny, or not
Which?
so much? Wherever I May Roam.
Of Wolf and
thank
Man's
you.
a great
Yeah,
song
that's a
on
great
that
tune.
album.
That's
See?
definitely a great
See?
tune.
I agree. I agree.
My Friend of Misery. There's
Yeah.
a lot of good stuff. That's not the norm.
Come on, I'm about to shit my... I
And
get my
the new
neck fixed.
Metallica,
What about-
the newest Metallica album to me is their best album since Master Puppets.
That's what I hear from a lot
I
of
like
people.
Saint Anger. I'm the only person that likes
Except
Saint
for it
Anger.
sounds like shit. The new Metallica album is totally distorted and overmodulated, but the songs
All right.
themselves are great.
Eddie,
Danny?
I'm going to give you the Metallica list because you have Don't Tread on Me on there.
You're all right with that?
Yes, I am.
Good. Well, look, I'm.
All
let's
right,
see,
let's
we're
go
making
on.
I'll
progress.
sacrifice my Wherever I May Roam for the Don't Tread on Me.
The
I'm okay with
Unforgiven.
that.
Yes, Danny?
Yeah, you got to have that on there.
The original
Welcome Home
Unforgiven. They've done
Sanitarium?
5 of them
Absolutely.
since.
I agree with that.
The Four Horsemen.
Yeah. Yeah, although...
There's no... Yeah, there's no...
No, I'll
these
tell
are
you why.
lists that strip... Yeah, they strips that...
Right. There's no doubt.
Sound.
There's no
It's
doubt.
like if I said to you Van Halen Unchained, you go, fuck yeah.
You don't think about it.
And if
It's
I go
either-
Little Romeo, you go, yeah, I get, you know. If
yeah.
anybody wants to drive
You mean
around Long
Romeo
Island in a
Delight?
fucking Camaro.
I think Danny's yeah.
No, my yes is for different reasons than probably.
Why don't you open to the page and follow along and be a part of the group? 1:30.
We're in class again.
Sniff the pages like a ditto. Here we go.
The Four Horsemen.
Four Horsemen, I think it's a great song, but I think that people give a little too much credit to Metallica for it, considering Mustaine wrote most of it.
Yeah, it was a
place.
song called Mechanics.
But I
right?
don't need to know how you perform the fucking trick. Do you like the trick? Four Horsemen, yes or no?
Four Horsemen is
It has to be on the playlist.
Yeah.
It's an East. Okay.
Is
Eddie,
it?
Eddie? Yeah. I swear to God, Eddie.
What is it? I'm asking. I don't remember.
Ask me what's in my book.
There.
I'll fucking.
Yeah, he'll fucking
Don't tread on me.
If
Yes.
we talked about the stories in the book, I could give you a million. You're
One, but-
focused on one part of the whole book.
I like the one. Danny liked the one.
Danny, you're
I
the
like the
Metallica.
one. I'm starting to see some issues with the list.
Okay, here we go. So one, yes. Battery.
I love that.
Gotta love Battery, man. I mean, come on.
Thing
fuck
that
it.
should not be.
It's a great song.
So
Absolutely,
sludgy
but-
and heavy. Oh,
Disposable Heroes.
That's
No,
the first
I have a problem with that.
I got a problem with that.
I got a problem.
you don't like
I like Disposable
heroes?
Yeah.
But if we're talking about a 15 song playlist of Metallica, I don't think that
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah,
We all shall die.
Ride the Lightning
Best.
should be the first one. I know they're in no order, but for me,
Number one, Ride the Lightning.
I once said to a kid, I didn't know Metallica till like 10 years ago, and my friend's daughter's boyfriend was at the house. There's like 16-year-old kids, and I go, his kid's name was Amir. I go, Amir, let me ask you a question. He goes, what? I go, let's say, hypothetically, I was going to smoke a ton of grass and listen to Metallica. He goes, Ride the Lightning. Before I finish, he goes, Ride the Lightning. I go, with big headphones. He goes, Ride the Lightning. I go, no, I mean, I'm really going to fight. He goes, Ride the
I'll
Lightning.
tell
He
you what
wouldn't
mine
let me
is,
finish.
and then you tell me what you think of it. Because if I was going to go home and just rip all day and listen to Metallica, I think first on my list is probably Orion. And I think I'll set Orion up for every fifth song.
I don't know the song.
It's an instrumental.
It is an instrumental, but I think it's so.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with an instrumental.
No,
It's
well,
incredible. It's an
Yeah, if it's
incredible
Eruption.
song.
Ope was
Not on
talking
the
about
list.
Rush before. Livia
Eruption,
Strangiato's one of the great ones.
not on the list, Van
On
Halen.
the list.
You really
I'd say
fucked
it's
up Van Halen.
Eruption's-
You really fucked up.
Eruption's a
Fuck
mini
them up.
guitar thing.
I'm surprised you didn't put Summer Nights in my radio on your
Did you
fucking
read?
gay
Did
Van
you
Halen
read Sammy
list.
Hagar's book?
Why?
No, I was washing my hair.
We didn't even want him on.
He talks about what went on during Eruption guitar solos under the stage, but
Creeping Death?
These are all great songs.
Yes or no? Does
Yes.
it make the ultimate playlist? For Whom the Bell Tolls? Yes.
Now here's the rest of my problems. Is all
Yeah.
next.
2x4 broken. Yeah. What?
Broken Beat and the
I'm
Scar
trying to
and
pull
the
some
Judas
stuff,
Kiss.
a little something from the catalog.
It's
of,
an ultimate
I'm not-
playlist,
I
not a
know, but
fucking
I'm not
how
gonna-
hip can you
I wanted
be?
to give. It's not
Stop
a
trying
hip.
to be cool.
It's not trying to be
Eddie
cool.
Weezer
Just grab
Trunk.
the fucking songs out of the air that you want.
Let's go back to Van Halen.
Yeah.
But we didn't even get around to
How
Damage
about
Incorporated.
Aerosmith? Nobody wants to.
Metal
go
Oh,
to
you know what
Aerosmith.
Andy Richter told me once?
Motor Breath.
Motor Breath?
Motor Breath?
Sure, I can. Let's
Fucking
keep going.
speak. Do it, man.
Seek and Destroy.
Seek and Destroy.
Where's
Seek and Destroy on
you
this
think
list?
Seek and
Eddie.
Destroy?
I gotta rip,
Stupid Eddie.
When you're
I gotta
dealing,
rip- I gotta
when you're
rip this page
dealing-
out of the book.
When you're dealing with bands like Van Halen and Metallica, who 95% of their shit is great, it's kind of hard to make everybody happy.
you don't have to make everybody happy, just us.
I love I think 2x4 is a great song. I
wrote
don't think
the
it's
book.
part
It's
of
also
it.
a nice cut of wood.
From that
It's not
period, I tried to
essential.
get a little something from the entire
Seek and
history of the
Destroy.
band, too. You know, I wanted to show different eras as well.
You have been all over the ice discussing what your criteria was for the ultimate playlist. The ultimate playlist should be
just-
the fucking ultimate
I
playlist. Not,
hate-
hey, you
listen,
know what?
Jay.
I don't have anything off of fucking Diver Down.
Jay.
I better go in there.
You shouldn't ever have to think about it too long.
This shit is done for one reason,
Watch
for
him away,
exactly
Chris
the
Lamar.
reason why we're doing right now, to inspire debate. On my TV show...
You just said
told
it
you
was
that.
2% of the book.
Right, we told you the
but-
debate
I
thing.
know that, but listen, on the TV show
Oh
that I
my
do,
God,
we have a thing
wishy-washy.
called the TMS Top 5, and when we
much
start
information.
that thing, it's our 5 favorite bass players. Do you know the mail we get, emails? You left out this guy. Well, of course. You know, what are you going
All
to
right,
do? You
but
got to
don't
pick
act
5
like
guys.
that's why you put it in the book when you didn't. When we had to explain to you, it's the best part of the book.
Right.
The
It really
playlist?
is. Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That was, to me, that was like the
Well,
least thing.
In all fairness,
That's
I haven't
what-
read the stories yet, but this catches your eye and
I'll
gets you
read the
talking right away.
stories. Everybody I've talked to, it's all about these stories. They want the stories. I mean, every single band in that book, there's a
we
story.
haven't mentioned one story yet.
I
have
know,
we?
because you didn't read it.
Because we can't take our eyes off the fucking playlist. Every time I'm looking at a fucking Anthrax. I don't even like
How about you
Anthrax. I'm
tell
looking
the-
at the fucking playlist.
How about you tell the story? I don't want to read it.
What?
No, I want to go back to Van Halen.
Give me a band and I'll give you the story. I don't know.
You want a good?
Why is Bon Jovi under? If you couldn't, why is Bon Jovi under heavy metal?
Read the first paragraph and I'll tell you.
Well, were you going to tell me, or would it be overkill? Would it be redundant if you told me after I read it?
To me, Bon Jovi, people forget. Bon Jovi's the only...
John Bon Jovi became the face of the hair metal scene and was so influential that even record labels paid attention to the other bands he liked. He kept the scene
You're not
alive.
reading the beginning, Jay.
You said read the first paragraph.
Is that the first page?
You don't know.
Go back.
Again?
Oh, sorry.
See, thank you. I do know.
Oh, you did know on that one. All right.
In the
Sorry.
I was on Rainbow. In the 1980s, there was no bigger band in the world of arena rock than Bon Jovi. It's easy to forget where they came from because over the years they've completely reinvented and distanced themselves from the scene they gave birth. Little Runaway wasn't a metal song.
Jay, the book is hard rock and heavy metal. Bon Jovi's definitely hard rock in that period of time. Continue.
Oh, shit.
That's what we want to hear, Eddie. About time you got your fucking balls.
I got balls.
Are you going to admit that you fucked up the Van Halen playlist?
No.
We got to go
How
home,
could
Eddie.
you
Just
not?
admit it.
Because, Jay,
Pound cake.
As I said when you first
You have
started with
poison in
this,
here.
when you first started with this, as I said, Van Halen's one of those bands. It's more about let's turn this around, if you will. What Van Halen songs are awful? Can we come up with that list? OBJ, anybody?
Yeah.
What if you're doing the 15
higher and higher, straight up we collide.
taking out
it's a fucking Celine Dion song.
Okay, from the Roth era, what Van Halen songs are awful? Me Wise Magic, awful. What else?
More importantly, we did not get Eddie until about 9:47. Remind me not to switch with O&A ever again.
Who said that? What's that?
One of the broads from Broad-Minded. The Broad-Minded producer?
What does that mean?
Eddie, you got a much bigger audience here. You should never even went there.
I didn't book any of this.
You should have just stayed.
I'm back.
And now they're mad at us.
Who? I'm sorry, you told...
what guest do we get that they get besides Eddie Trunk?
That's it.
All right, tell him to go screw.
Oh, sorry, I dropped my BlackBerry.
God. All right, you want to go Def Leppard?
No, let's...
the best part about this book is the essential playlist.
No, it's not. It's the least thing.
How could you disagree with my opinion?
The photos. No one's ever seen those photos. The
Who gives a
stories.
fuck about photos.
Jay.
You my fucking grandma? Come on in. You want to see him when he was 9?
Jay.
This is Richie Blackmore when he was at the
Jay,
Ritz. Darling,
you
want some
didn't
more
read the
cookies?
book. It's like picking up a magazine and just looking at the pull-out thing, you know?
How is Jay
Don't
gonna...
Holy shit, now
bullshit. Now I text the guy all day long. He won't text me back. He's
I'm
a big
in
author
here
now.
over here.
Are you a Van Halen fan?
Chris
Of course
Jericho
I'm a
back in
Van
studio.
All
Halen
right,
fan.
turn to page 1.
How could you not be?
Here we go.
No, don't say a word, Eddie. We
All
just
right.
want you to see this list cold and tell us what you think.
Did you get the
what
book
page?
yet, Chris?
No, I haven't.
Shut up,
Eddie. Eddie. We're
I've never met-
ask
I've
you
never met
again.
this
Look
man
on with a
before in my
friend.
life.
Go to page...
What page am I looking at?
Oh, that coffee smells good. It's too bad I've had
Shut up.
40. It almost made me
Oh,
shit
wait
my-
a minute.
Shut
Go
up.
ahead, Jericho. Get
Shut
into
up.
this because wait.
Why are you
I just
screaming at
something
everybody?
just hit me about Jericho, and this is going to be great. So go ahead, Chris. I'm going
balls?
to kick back and watch you
230.
defend
Page 230?
this.
Page 230.
230.
This is his
This
ultimate...
is Eddie's ultimate Van
Van Halen
Halen
list.
essential playlist. Now,
Okay,
you tell
here we
me
go.
right off the bat.
you
what
tell us
songs
what's
are
missing. What's missing?
Typical pretentious Eddie Trunk. Hear about it later. Number 1. Judgment Day.
Yeah, he's getting
Good
fucking
enough.
heated up. Look at him.
Atomic
We're gonna
Punk
sell a lot
on
of
Fire
books.
in his simple rhyme. Romeo Delight, Light Up the Sky, Little Dreamer. Go on back.
We're about to
Hot
get in
for-
trouble
Hot for
again.
Teacher, the best
Why?
Van Halen song. Not on
Jericho's
there.
about to go. Supposed to go live in
Hot for
1
Teacher?
minute on another channel.
Hot for Teacher is missing, which is the best Van Halen song. With the best Van Halen
Holy
group
shit.
ever.
Come on. Do the one song we're all... just say
Panama
it.
is not on here.
No.
Are you
I
using
sort of-
Jump?
You're not going to get this from him, Ope. You're not going to
Why?
get this from him because tell
Play
him,
it,
Chris,
yeah. Play
who's
it.
your favorite singer
Play
in
it.
Van Halen?
Play it.
Roth.
I thought you're Hagar.
No, I'm the Roth guy. Stupid Eddie Trunk. Roth guy. Come on, man.
You love the Hagar stuff.
Yeah, but Roth is
He
my
loves
hero.
the Hagar stuff.
I wanted to be the David Lee Roth of wrestling.
What?
We're gonna get.
I want to talk about
Real
music
quick, just
on
fucking play the songs.
Jericho's supposed to be on
What's
Outcue
on?
right now.
Play
Unchained.
1 second.
Unchained, of course, is
Chris,
great.
do you like the song Pound Cake?
Yes.
Thank you.
I do, and good enough also.
Should it be
Thank
here
you.
instead of
It's
Unchained?
All right, we're getting in trouble.
It
It gotta go.
depends. It's a great tune. It's got a
you know
great
what?
solo to it.
Thank you.
It's probably the
Thank
best
you.
Van Hagar song. I gotta go. I want to stay.
We got another problem on our hands. Outcue's mad at us? Oh, dancing.
No, he's just they're scheduled.
Dancing.
For what
though.
what show are they doing now?
Yeah, but we're the only show here.
What's Outcue?
You're supposed to be.
We're the only show here.
Who's on
Outcue, the
Outcue?
gays?
Outcue's the gay channel.
I know, but
the
who's
gay
went to
channel.
it? Jericho?
I like the
Yeah,
gays.
Jericho was supposed
Roland?
to be on it a couple minutes ago.
What? Are they mad, man? They're cool?
No, they're fine.
Is it they're our pals, or is it another show now?
What?
Is it the morning guys still?
It's still the morning guys.
All right, they're all right. We were talking about weight loss.
Yeah, they just gave him a live intro, and they just
I
sat
had
there
some
with the
weight
door
loss.
open waiting.
I'm probably down to 200 right now.
Jesus.
All right, let's go.
Eddie,
home.
your book
It's going to sell a lot.
is exceptional.
It's going to.
But I think your publisher, which is Abrams Image, they really.
They tied one of your hands behind your back, Eddie.
No,
With what? Cutting the playlist?
Yeah, they should have let you have your playlist.
But I don't believe Eddie on the cutting the playlist.
They did, Jay. I'm going to give me your email. I'll send you my real playlist that I made.
No, Jay's onto something because
How do you not have two? Oh, you do. Have
You
two
want to
fast-
make it look
Motley-
like
I'm
a
look-
greatest hits album, so he
Motley
wanted it this
Crue
way.
is pretty good. Too Fast for Love.
Yeah, I did
Motley
wanna-
Crue, you take the entire first album and just
The
smack it
best
on the
album.
playlist.
Best album, the first album.
Yeah.
Too
with his
Fast for Love.
voice.
The best album. You know, Jay, just to talk about the editing,
want
in
a
the
piece
back
of
of that
your
book,
action.
the last 2 pages,
Explain
it's
how
more
books work to me.
it's more essentials, and there's like 3 paragraphs of books that are just one chapter, bands with one chapter. And you know what? Those bands were all full chapters. I had to cut all those back to 1 paragraph.
I have the opposite problem. I hand in my book and they go, "That's 60 pages, dummy." And I'm like, "I've been writing for 4 months." And they go, "No, it's got to be at least 200." I'm like, "All right." And
Eddie looking like an author in the back.
That's from the set of the TV show.
You see
so
that,
I'm
Jay?
all dolled
His
up.
author
show?
picture is better than your author
it
picture.
sure is. I look like a special boy.
All right, we're going to go home finally because.
All right, I'll see you guys next week, Monday, Tuesday.
But
or
read
something.
the stories, really. Come
I
back
don't
to me
give a
when you
shit
read
about
the
the
stories.
stories.
You will. That's the best
All right,
part of the book.
Oh, wow. These are the bands you didn't include.
They got cut.
Yeah, but you
Who got cut?
Hold on a minute. Queensryche, Triumph.
Cinderella had no business being on here, so that's good.
You don't like Cinderella?
No.
Very underrated band.
I think so. I
Very
say
underrated
that.
band. True.
Grunge knocked them out when
Yep.
they were about to hit.
And they also, because
You
they
know
were so
who-
glammed
you-
up
all
on the
right.
first
You know
album,
who
they
knocked
actually
them
are a
out?
bluesy rock band.
You know who knocked it? You know who knocked Poison and Cinderella out with one shot?
Nirvana.
Jane's Addiction.
Nirvana.
Before Nirvana.
Jane's was
Addiction.
around before Nirvana.
Jane's Addiction came out, and we went.
Soundgarden was around before Jane's, weren't
But
they?
Jane's Addiction.
Jay's onto something with that.
Jane's Addiction changed what we were listening to. It's such an important band. Nothing Shocking was 88, and their live album was 86. All of a sudden, you got Mountain Song and Ocean Size instead of Ooh Diddy Bop Bop. And we went, what the fuck are we doing? This is some real shit. I'm going to leave it out on that note. Peace.
All right, listen, Jay will be back next week. We got to wrap up. Foxwoods a week from today. I'm going, Jay, because next week is a
Bring
screw-off
everybody.
week. Screw-off week. I think we'll even take Friday off so we can make the trip.
If you want me for second chair, I mean, I've been third chair, but second chair.
Second, third, first,
God,
whatever
I've been on
fucking
YouTube,
chair,
like,
man.
since I've been in New York, I've been on YouTube listening to you guys like smash each other. It's so much fun. Colin and Jimmy getting in a fight.
Yeah. All right.
Fights about
I'm
grapes.
walking out with you. What are you doing?
I gotta go. I get that audition.
You got the crooked neck. Eddie, thank you. You know this is going to do great for you.
Thanks.
So.
So, seriously, I appreciate it. Thank you,
It
Jay.
really is.
Thanks.
we got
I don't know where you buy it because they're closing all the bookstores, but
You get Amazon and any bookstores that are left.
you know what? And this is you don't have a digital copy of this, right? Because that would be dumb.
Well, you know what? They actually
There's too
talked
many
about.
pictures. No,
Well,
there's
that's
too many
it.
pictures and shit.
Right, exactly. I mean, people asked about an audiobook, digital this. You have to have this as a book, but
Yeah,
it is going to
absolutely.
come out electronically down the
Absolutely.
line.
Eddie, this is my free copy right here.
Yeah, take whatever one you
Here you
want. That was for Unchained, right, Chad?
That's for Unchained.
Ron
If
Fezzik
Unchained was
next.
in it, it would be no
How about
problem.
that Animal Jericho comes? Now he's going to Jilly Radio right now. This is fucking, they're going to be all over him.
And for all the Sam Roberts fans, sorry. I don't know
Oh,
what
no,
to
we're
tell
still
you.
doing a show.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
we got
we-
4 breaks.
We still got time.
All right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday with some kind of show. I don't know who's going to be here.
And
I think
that's the
Jimmy's
end of
here,
my show.
And
Dunk.
Jay, and maybe Eddie comes back to argue Van Halen some more. All right, man.
Thanks, man.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Virus. Sirius XM.